The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
Hello, welcome to 98.5 FM Global Esports channel. What's up, guys? And we here. Stop the stupid. Stop it. Close it. Yeah.
A little bit easier to pick up just from an academy system or something like that. So I think it's a good step in the right direction, although there will still be some clash with a non-Thai coaching staff and a fully
Why
Thai
can't I?
team.
Oh, for sure. But this coaching staff, Ross, he was interviewing with us
Hello.
here in kickoff, and he
69,
had
69
really
FM.
good things to say about that.
I hope we got a
hinted
good,
about it. I didn't realize until
no
it
lag
happened.
stream
Like, oh my
today.
god, he was giving us hints right here on broadcast.
Yeah.
Now, a final team I want to discuss and
What's
their
up, what's up?
performance in kickoff is
What's
Team
up, EMB?
Secret.
What's
I
up,
feel like they're
Shrez?
such
What's
a
up,
mainstay.
Jason
They're always-
Brullo? What's up,
We know all
Amma?
these characters so well. We know some of them, like GEfighting, across multiple titles here, but they too didn't perform, I think, how they wanted.
It's hit or miss for me. That's the thing with Secret. When they're on the top of their game, they look very strong. So they played
Kal
G
must
and
saw
RRQ
G and
in
RCB
top, and they
winning,
won map one in
baby.
both
Yeah,
of those
baby.
series. And we were talking about how good they looked after map one. Then they bomb out the rest of the series. So this isn't a team without potential, but it's just just not clicking, or at least it didn't click in
How's it going?
kickoff.
क्या
So
हाल
they've
है
had a lot of time to work
दोस्तों?
now. They're changing things internally. So how is it
Yesterday
going to look today?
अच्छा
'Cause this
से
team can do
copyright
it.
Yeah, I mean,
claim
they're a team
मारा.
without roster changes. I think in the
VCT.
coaching video,
Oh,
the,
भाई.
you know, the content that
Why
Chopra was
why
doing
they're
with
showing
various
us?
different
No, why they're
coaches,
showing us?
They talked to
No.
Meow and they said that
No, why
said
they're
that he
showing
felt
us?
like he changed their
Jersey
roles
कैसे
too
मिलेगा
quickly
अब?
going into kickoff,
अभी
and it was a detriment to them.
you gotta
Maybe they've
ping
had more time
Mr.
to bed that in.
Strix,
But if
bro.
they
I
don't
think
find
he's trying
success here
to.
in stage one, like it's got to be time for a change because they've been sitting on a very
I think
similar
he's trying
roster for
to
quite a while. There's so
show you, bro.
much Filipino talent out there. I mean, even one of them going into PRX, right? There's so many great Filipino teams in tier 2, so their talent is definitely there. If they can't find results soon, they've definitely got to start looking at some of
Copyright
those
got it?
players.
Yes, bro.
Definitely, and with them facing against talent today,
What a
this is gonna
copyright
be a really
music
tall
strike.
order
It's okay.
full,
I mean, not strike.
Filipino
Strike नहीं
squad
मारा.
versus
Claim
full
मारा.
Thai
It's
squad.
okay though.
Exactly. I'm so
Twitter,
excited about
Jason
that because,
Rublo,
like,
I
feel
didn't
like
get
we've
any
had
Twitter
so many
message.
mixed
You have to.
nationality teams, but
You
I
did
love the
email,
idea
right?
of full nationality
I think
rosters and
Strix
organizations
emailed
going
you back,
head-to-head,
bro.
and this is going to be an example of that now.
You gotta
Like
check
a
your
World
email,
Cup
bro.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now, today's very
Chicks told
first
me you
match
have
is
not,
a highly anticipated
replied.
one. It's DRX
him.
versus PRX, and things have changed.
Why is it so
They
bright?
faced off so many
Ooh.
times, but it's still exciting because
Everything is
DRX
white.
is looking at top
Freeing my
form again,
boy.
and Mako
Supposed
just
to be
sort of
picking
this
him.
core anchor, the
Oh.
foundation of this team, the last remaining player. But they seem to have found all the right pieces to come together and just do what they've always needed to do, which was win.
Guys,
win a
please
trophy.
do like and
I
subscribe
think
to the
that, look, the rookies have
stream.
been integrated
Yay!
fantastically. They've had some great pickups. Both Hyunmin and Freeing have shown to be amazing, not only in Pacific. Marco, he's taken up the IGLing duties. I mean, I know that initially they had Freeing at
Check your
as the
mails daily,
IGL, and
guys.
they've
Yeah,
stuck with
bro, you
Marco.
gotta get up. Check your
Flashback
mail,
is this
bro.
player that
क्या कर रहे
he can
भाई?
have some really big maps, and I think the thing
What
that I
you
really took away
doing?
from
Check your
Masters
mail,
for
bro.
me is that we have some individual inconsistencies, but some of these players are all able to have big maps. Like you see Freeing being pretty consistent across Masters.
Today,
Hyunmin had a
support.
couple of, particularly
Who?
when they got eliminated
Who
against,
we
he won
support?
a couple of not so great maps, but he had some great maps
Abhi,
as well.
Vaishal.
Flashback
Yes,
had a big
yes.
map on Haven, I remember,
Oh, yeah,
early
yeah,
on in
yeah.
the
I see
tournament.
you.
So you definitely
I
see
didn't
some
see you
big
before,
peaks for
but now
these
I see.
players. It's just about bringing
Hey,
the
we
consistency
play-
through. I'm a little bit less worried though for Pacific specifically. I think
PRX.
that this should be very, very comfortable territory for
I
them.
vote for my
And they're gonna
boy.
be very, very,
Both are good
comfortable
friends,
against
but
PRX in particular, who
I
not
have
shown great form so
close
far
friends
this
in
year.
DRX as well.
Yeah,
So
I think they're actually
today,
going to be feeling good heading into today. You know, they had a great kickoff. PRX
DRX
didn't necessarily
win.
have that good of a kickoff, so they know they can do it. They know they can play at this international level. But as you say, it's about consistency.
Rap.
But it's a young team, you know.
No
Two
PRX.
rookies, it can take
PRX.
a little bit longer to find that.
What's up,
Now
Mr. Satak?
PRX,
Welcome, bro, to
yes,
the
they
stream.
performed in kickoff
We
and
go
they got
Delhi
a
gang.
good kick in the butt based on performance
Jinx,
there.
no
and
Jinx,
things have
bro.
changed.
Vishrut,
They've
what's
added a
up?
new
Welcome,
player,
welcome to the
Patman,
stream.
from the Philippines to their
Ah,
roster.
Alexo.
A relatively unknown
Davai.
name, a little bit newer there, but
Mind
shows a
trick.
lot of promise, and they surely have recruited him for a reason. But today we'll be still seeing
Marco, you're
the
good, bro.
core,
Marco, my
five
Marco, my
players
goat,
playing
bro.
today. All the faces that
Daily
we know
gang, yes,
and
yes,
love.
daily gang.
And there's so much pressure on this team. They faced off against DRX so many times, but usually they come out.
Every one of them
above
was
it.
starting
So
to look Japanese.
what I
bro.
want to see
Everyone
from
is starting
this
to
team,
look
of course,
Japanese
is
and
how are they
like
going to perform today? Are they going to overcome
power,
that
bro.
mental? Are they going to make any role changes?
I mean, you can kind of always expect role
Sunscreen, I
changes
think
at
it's a
some point with this
sunscreen
team,
they're
right?
putting,
This is
bro.
a team that's not
From,
afraid to get creative, not afraid to mix things up. But I think, you know,
From,
my personal
what's it
opinion
called?
on this team is
Korean,
do not play it safe. They've had a style that
skincare.
worked for them for a long time. That was about being different. It was about having their own
If
identity. in
PRX doesn't
Valorant.
win
But we're
today, I'll
seeing
quit
big
Valorant and
sweeping
stop
changes,
watching
you know,
VCT.
new maps coming in,
What?
new agents coming in. Get
Hitter.
creative.
ये
That's
क्या है
what I
भाई?
want to see. I don't want to see them
Why,
fall back,
bro?
play the meta. None
Why,
of this,
why,
you know,
why that?
"Oh, I'm
Why
gonna
that
flash
hard,
for
bro?
you know, gentle assist things. Go run at them. Go run
Did
at
I
them
miss
and shoot
T-shirt?
them in the
Yes,
face. That's
Mr.
what I wanna
Piyush
see.
Kumar. You missed yesterday.
Impression of. That's what I wanna know.
That was like all of them together. in one
I
go.
think, yeah, honestly, the biggest concern for me for PRX is just mental. It's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
believing that they can win, because there was none of that at kickoff. There was no pushback. And DFM was just rolling them over, and there was no pushback. And that's what it comes down
PRX
to for
वालों
me.
कितने भी
They need to
match
rediscover
जीते
that
लो,
championship
G
mentality.
against
They need
हार
to
जाना.
think, we are the best players in Pacific, and I don't
We
care
need
who
them
I'm
to
swinging,
lose.
I'm swinging him.
Oh, for sure. In fact, let's pull up the data. Again, these two
PRX
teams,
fans
they've
group
become
crying
sort of
starts
a
at 3
Ludwig,
p.m.
like
today.
A, you know, a couple.
Unfortunately, I have to support both teams, bro. Both teams have friends. ये क्या है? Well, perfect example for regional.
Before we came
What?
onto the desk here, and honestly,
ये
most
क्या हो
of
रहा है
the
भाई?
wins were PRX on top, and it's weird to think that today that could not be the case.
PRX का
I think
gameplay
we're in a
देख
different
के
era,
ही
though.
value
At the end of the day, this is such a
चलना
different
चालू
DRX
किया.
roster
Then
than
you
historically
stay for the
the,
GE
has played,
plays, bro. After that,
against PRX, and I think
Why,
PRX,
bro?
although
If
it's the
PRX
same
today
roster,
lose,
they
then
were
support
almost a shell
GE,
of
bro.
themselves in kickoff at the end of the day. So
Tension
you
नहीं
know,
लेना,
looking at
tension
the
नहीं लेना. Hey,
historical
what's up,
data,
Mr.
the
Grand
org rivalry is
Ninja?
obviously always going to be
Grand
there,
Ninja plays,
and
what's
you
up?
love to see it, but this is going to be a very different interaction. This is going to have to be PRX rediscovering themselves and being able to take on a team that's been on the cutting
Fair
edge
enough.
of the meta,
Yes.
and that has
Why not
these
fair,
rookies
bro?
that have come in here with so much fire.
Yeah, I think that's such an important point. You know, I think Mako might have maybe these ghosts of the
What's
old school
up,
PRX
Mr.
in his
Nemesis?
head,
What's up,
'cause
what's up, what's
he's
up?
been in all those matches.
Yeah.
But you know, the new kids on the block, Freeing and Hyunmin, they don't care. They just played against the best players in the world. They just rocked up. So Freeing, you know, it's Freeing's world, and we're all living in it. As far as I'm concerned, you know.
You're such a freeing fan.
I really am. I really am. And I think one big reason we wanted to highlight this head-to-head is, of course, the differences in agent pool that we see across these two. Freeing, a hardcore Teo guy, as we can see there. Now, Forsaken,
Shit.
he's a lot
Shift
more
to
flexible.
G, bro.
I
When
think that's
Sachin
13
retired,
times in
Virat
kickoff, by the
came
way,
into
but
scene.
since
When
the start of
Virat
the
will
year, it's
retire,
20
new play will
times.
come.
He has not played another agent.
Piyush Kumar,
He
you just
hasn't
need to
played
support the
anything
game,
else.
bro.
He's
You
just
support
played
your
Teo.
own reason.
Forsaken has played,
No matter
played
what,
Teo. He's played a little bit
you
of
shout
everything, you know. He's just the
GEfighting.
flexible guy.
I
What's
think
up,
it's so
Mr.
interesting as
EMP?
well
Welcome
how
to
evenly
stream.
matched they are, playing kind of
Welcome,
the same
Mr.
kind of
Majesty
flex
to
role.
stream. What's up,
You
what's
know,
up?
we look at their
How's everyone
stats,
doing
the same
today?
ACS, the same KDA, but with
Today's a Sunday,
wildly
bro.
different strategic
Sunday
approaches
relax,
to the position.
relaxation time.
Yeah, I think that's a fantastic point here. Freeing, I mean, don't be the Jing of DRX, you know? I want to see like a couple other
Whoa.
agents. That would be kind of
I
fun.
don't.
No,
I don't.
you just want it to be
Only
Teho
Teo.
forever.
He's cracked it. He's the best Teo.
He is the
it's not
best
broke,
Teo.
don't fix it. He is Teo.
I
in my
mean,
mind.
even at Masters, he got his. he still got his.
Yeah.
He did. He definitely did, and they definitely pioneered.
Why
the
do you
best of
change
it.
the
And
stream
off the
from
rip, DRX
1
is
o'clock to
banning
120?
Pearl. And I think we talk about the DFM PRX match on Pearl 13-1.
I was watching something
DRX is
in
showing
the
respect to
background.
their Pearl anyway.
I think DRX are just not
I was
great
watching
on
something in
Pearl,
that
and I think
background.
at the end of the day,
Interesting
DRX have
chal raha
shown
tha.
like their
Interesting.
map. I actually was looking at their map pool since Abyss and stuff went out of the map pool, and I'm a little bit worried about their map pool. I think I still need to see more from it. Icebox is a pick for PRX.
You
is a
guys got it.
spicy one though.
Got it.
We are going to get that. Haven coming out for DRX. What do you think of that?
I don't mind Haven for DRX, but we're less sure on this map for them, right? They played it one time in kickoff, they played it one time in Masters.
Yeah.
So we don't have that kind of wide, you know, it wasn't a map that was a go-to for them before, so I think they'll have been cooking some new stuff up there. So I'm excited to see what's changed for them.
I mean, PRX last time they played Haven, they were playing like Raze.
What's up, Mr. Kumar? What's up? Welcome to stream. Abik, what's up? Welcome to stream. First Mal DRX. What the hell? First map.
To be fair, they didn't play
Yo,
many
big
maps
man,
in
how are you
kickoff.
doing? What's up,
Sorry.
Mr. Not Hot 4?
DRX though,
DRX
they
today.
keep changing up their comps, and they were playing Sova Teo, but I think over at Champs they actually swapped it on over to Yoru Teo with a breach.
Yeah.
So they actually have been a team that changes their comp map to map
nice.
quite a lot.
This
They're
is
not afraid to change. Of course, they'll have Teo in there, like no matter what. But the other agents actually are quite flexible on a lot of different maps.
What's up, Satyan?
I do really
Yo,
like how
did you see
DRX
my new
has
setup?
evolved,
What setup, bro? I didn't see your new
since
setup, bro. Where's new
2023,
setup,
and it
bro?
was so needed. They struggled
Your
so much last
bike
year.
rides?
But by the end of last year,
Half
we
के
saw them come
Rishabh
into their
bhai,
full form.
half
And it's so
करेंगे
different
भाई.
today to see these
Ah.
predictions. This is actually crazy because
1,
there was a
2,
time when it
3,
would be
4, 5.
almost all PRX.
Check
In
your
fact,
WhatsApp.
just
Ah,
in kickoff,
checking,
there was
bro.
a lot of that. And
Done,
now
bro.
we are the
What's up, bro?
minority.
I wanted to pick PRX. I
कुछ नहीं आया
actually
भाई.
believe that there will be a bounce back. I'm not sure that they'll necessarily win this series, but I believe that this will be a close series. I don't think that they're going to get slapped today.
That's a cop-out answer. I picked DRX because I'm a freeing believer. I picked DRX because it's a clean 2-0 today. It's going to be surgical in my mind.
Okay.
DRX showed so much
viewer
strength.
prediction 60%
Oh,
PRX, bro.
The at-home poll was...
Unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion.
No, I
Big
don't care.
time.
I
Yeah,
don't care.
I like
PRX have
big
a
time,
lot
bro.
of
Big
fans.
time was
They're
good.
very vocal.
Big
And, you know,
time-
I appreciate you getting behind your team, but
It's good.
you know, I just think from what we saw from these
I'm
two
very
teams,
happy for him,
PRX have a
where he
huge
is right
mountain
now.
to climb compared to DRX. They just got that international
Who are we
experience,
supporting, bro?
coming back home feeling confident.
I think that is all true.
Since
But
I have
they do have
also
such a
good
lead
friends
on
on both
DRX. You guys
sides,
are forgetting history here,
but
so
PRX
that is
has
why
not
I'm
given
going
me
for
any
it.
free stuff.
We live in the now.
DRX,
We live in the
DRX is giving me
present.
free stuff store.
That is a very fair assessment,
DRX
and I know that's why we
win.
are all very excited to see the first matchup
DRX
of today of
win.
Stage 1.
DRX
We've got
win.
DRX facing PRX for Stage 1, so let's send it down and see how they're feeling.
Yo, what's up, Mr. Focode? Gary, by going for lunch, coming in 10 minutes. So come, bro. Why are you going for lunch? Eat and watch, bro. Stuck in sending. Oh my god, man is a man balling hard. Bro, man is balling hard with the projector, bro. Is Aussie coming? I don't think so. Not today. He needs rest. Professional esports player है ना. Rest चाहिए उसको. Yesterday RCB won. Yeah, bro. For first half, they got us in the first half. I ping Rossi and was telling Rossi, Katam, bro, Katam. next साल cup namde. What's up, Mr. Kai? What's up? Welcome to stream, bro. What's up, Deadbill? There's DRX fighting, bro. Kanta mera. Wow, why is that so angry, bro? What's up, Mr. Ustav? Welcome to stream, bro. What did I eat for dinner yesterday? Yesterday I ate hot dog and fries. I enjoyed yesterday. मेरे को ignore मर. What? I didn't ignore you, bro. I'm good, Mr. Deathbell. अभी DRX हमको ये फ्री दिया तो DRX को सपोर्ट करूंगा ना.
The scales
PRX
of the
free दिया
Pacific
तो
region
PRX
have
और
always
DRX half
tipped
screen.
between PRX and DRX. One team ascending as the other weighs heavy with expectations.
निखिल भाई को
But
बोलना
no matter
पड़ेगा.
the
वो उसको बोल
shift,
फ्री
they
स्टफ दे दो
always
हमको,
meet
हम
here on
सपोर्ट
the
करूंगा भाई.
same stage where today PRX must prove they can rise again.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing if they can do that. I think DRX are right on the cutting edge of the meta right now.
आज भी मारेगा
strong team and they're going to be difficult
copyright
for PRX to
claim.
topple. They've got to turn
Unfortunately.
their form around. 180 from what we saw.
Stay at
in
home watch
kickoff,
parties
and
now.
they're gonna be
Giant
given
screen,
the same
crazy
roster
speaker
going into
setup
the game
incoming.
today.
Sushi, where? What? Oh my god, this guy, bro.
For DRX at least, but as you say, for PRX, been a team that's been around for a long time.
Oh yeah, this.
Hey Sati, I need to
first
vlog
one, we're so
something, bro. I
familiar.
need to vlog
Since
some content, nice
2023,
content, bro.
basically, after
Let's go
lock-in,
somewhere.
we were
I
just
want to vlog
talking
some nice
about
content.
They bombed out of lock-in. You know, they switched Benkai. They brought in something.
We
and then
everyday
they looked
streaming as well.
Phenomenal. Made it really far through into LA Champs, making to that grand final.
I like DRX and
Ever
Genji
since
jacket.
then,
They're
they've
so good,
always made
yeah.
it to international events.
I like it. I
And
like it.
last- feels
Genji's
like last
jacket
year,
is
but now
really
they
good. I like
finally
that jacket.
bombed out, didn't make their first international event, and surely.
Hot
they're
on
looking for their
Batman's
comeback.
edition, good,
Yeah,
no?
I mean, I think it can go one of two ways, right? If
Good.
you don't make that
Proud of
international event, the
new
first way
talents
is,
coming
it's
up.
going to be a big boost to them going, we need to get it fixed, or it can be a crumbling sort of sensation
This World
where
Cup
it's like,
रहने दे.
oh no, it's all fallen apart.
Mr.
So
Destroyer, what's up?
we'll have
Welcome to
see how it
stream.
ends up
But
today.
yeah, why, bro?
I was hoping
Why
they were
you
gonna fight. I don't know if you
destroying
guys saw
RCD, bro?
The AI situation. But sorry, go ahead, Filsky.
I think, you know, I'm hoping that PRX going out in
Bro,
kickoff,
what G
like, we've
vlogs
already
yesterday?
had some
Yuttakan
kind of
looks like
rumblings
grown-up
of, like, some
Shinchan.
inconsistency for a long time before that. I'm
He's
hoping
my,
that them going
adopted
out in
son.
kickoff like that is going to be their crisis moment that actually lights a fire.
Which audio,
under
bro?
them and is
It,
gonna push them to do a whole lot better. And like I said,
Is it
I
better
mean,
now?
especially looking at this map pool, I'm not really sure what to expect because for Haven, I mean, it's not something
It's
PRX
better
has
now, it'll be
played
good.
since the off season, and they haven't had a lot of reps on it. Icebox is coming out of left field back into the map
We can
pool,
keep
and
this
we
up
haven't
there.
seen either of these teams play that since Champs last year, many months now. And then Lotus
Let's
getting
do
some reps
something
for
this
both of
coming
these
weekend.
teams,
I can't do
in
weekend, bro.
kickoff. I mean,
Weekend I have
promising
matches.
one for PRX as well,
I
although
do
that was
live stream
open
for
zero.
all the watch
I
parties.
think this is gonna be a really interesting.
All VCT watch parties I do.
redo of
Anyway, guys, who
all
here,
three
do
of
like
these
and
maps.
subscribe.
Now
Like,
that we
badao.
know DRX is great with the Tato, but Waylay is in, and we're already seeing the map that you guys wanted to see. At least one.
Do you think
of the
PRX is
two.
going to show some Waylay? I
And
think
are we gonna see
they are the team which can
agent
play
that we wanna
Waylay,
see?
bro.
I think
I
today's a
think this
Waylay
is
day.
team which play
Waylay day.
Waylay,
I think
Jet,
there's
and
probably like 3 of the
all
4
jumping
teams playing today.
jacks.
I could see running away. I could see Talon doing it. I could see both of these teams doing it. We know DRX try and push the meta, but not today. Not in this game, at least.
If they give you watch party access, why not?
This is
Not
the
in
opposite
music
of what I
copyrights.
expected. PRX are almost kind of
I have
playing
not
what DRX
official
were
official
playing
apparently.
over in Masters. Very
It seems
similar
like
looking
it.
comp, but DRX are
They told me it is
double
official, but
duelisting
let's see,
with
bro.
flashback on the neon. Wait, is this right? Can
Fr-
this be right?
Freeze on
Cypher instead of Teo. Flashbacks on a duelist and Hyunmin's on Jet. They're double
Like we start the
duelisting
stream with
against
vlog.
PRX, who
My
used to
God.
play double duelist. on this
Honestly,
map.
it looks like it's wrong. It looks like these
Is
two
this the
compositions
wrong way
could
around?
clash.
Also, Jing and Mindfreak
Adopt me also. Your
have
channel would
swapped roles.
skyrocket with my roasting.
My-
अच्छा, adopt you also.
Is the Sentinel.
सबको adopt
Jing
करके
is on
तो
Omen.
ना
I
मेरा
don't-
क्या
Okay,
है
this
भाई?
is absolutely insane, and we are gonna have to toss as their casters, and this is very exciting also because we have a new
Bhai, come to
voice
Bangalore
here
to
at
meet
VCT
up, bro.
Pacific.
Really want to
More
meet you in person.
representation from
I'm a very
Oceania.
introvert guy,
We've
first
got
thing.
Komodo.
Dikhte.
Welcome. He's casting together with Quack.
दिखते. If I have anything in Bangalore, I will post it.
That's right. Thank you
If I
very
go
much,
to Bangalore, I'll
Victoria.
post
Yes,
it
we
and
do
we can all
have
meet
a
up.
new voice on the desk this time.
Let's just enjoy,
Komodo, how are you
chillax.
feeling?
Chillax
I'm feeling
करते हैं.
good, and I think coming in towards this is not what I expected. I don't think this timeline is what anybody expected for
Moment,
this
Jing,
agent
yeah, I think Jing
composition
moment.
that we have been delivered for this series.
It's just so strange.
Oh,
right? I mean, it is a little bit
gonna
familiar
jump,
just
bro.
having
These guys
these
are
two
gonna
teams,
jump,
but the
bro.
fact
They're
that they've kind
gonna
of
jump.
swapped roles now, it's PRX with something slightly more meta, but there is
Moto
a
log
hero
to
in the
Bangalore.
mix.
Yeah, I mean, I look towards these comps
Brother,
and I'm a little bit sad that we're not
I don't
gonna
even know how
be
to
seeing
ride a
Freeing
bike.
back on the Tejo. I think
I mean, I know how to
really
ride a
good
bike,
on
but
that. going back
I'm
towards
scared.
Cypher is something
want me
that
to
he's
go
been
to
so
all the way to
proficient
Bangalore
on
from
as well.
Mumbai? I'm
I
mad.
think more interestingly for me, flashback on a neon, that raises a lot of question marks.
Yeah, I mean, it still kind of is going along that theme of like putting your previous Sentinel, the one
I
with
met
better
Gary
ease
Bhai in
onto the
Bangalore,
duelist
MG
roles,
Road watch
but how
party, if
that's
you
all
remember.
gonna play out.
Brother, I'm so
How is
what
this
you
matchup
should
gonna
know
turn
how
out?
quiet I am.
It's a very interesting thing
Keep
to
it to
think about,
myself,
but
guy.
I feel regardless of the outcome, we can definitely expect a very exciting match coming up soon.
I hope so. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this does deliver towards 3 maps in this series. We've got reigning champs DRX. Don't forget that you know, you got to mention that when we're getting in towards this series as well. And for PRX, who bowed out
bro? Tell
decently
me, bro.
early over in kickoff, this is a bit of a resurgence time for them.
You know, the fans have been wondering, when will PRX play?
Only profits.
When will PRX
I want to see only
even
profits.
win again? All those questions will
My
be
battery is
answered
only 5%.
starting
Charge
right
karke
now
bhai,
as they move on
respect.
out straight in towards A lobby.
Well, it's good to see they're not scared, already taking space over towards A lobby. That you got to be a little bit careful you don't take it too carefully, but yeah, that's not what I expect.
Quickly flooding through, right? Brack off the smokes, and it's Jing in with the classics as well. They're able to kind of deathball all the way through now, and that is a very open A site.
W Gaming a little bit at its finest, a little bit delayed from the beginning, but you do like to see that they're all holding hands. Get that spike plant
Business
down.
idea. Yeah, there you go again.
Be able to do just in a retake. I mean, it's going to be difficult. Jing, Mind Freak a little bit low.
Well, Paranoia still in his pocket though.
W Gaming
so
it is, it seems.
Has a bit of an opportunity, but not quite the info.
Jing is not using PRX Classic, so don't buy PRX Classic, buy G Classic. Let's go.
Right there it is, Jing. Does he swap to the utility? Not quite just yet. Mako still trying to get a little bit more space, but dies to the right click within close range, freeing now. Lost and alone, it's going to be the entire swarm. Divine finish it off. PRX.
What is going on?
What is going on, bro? That one, especially just able to kind of squander the very beginning attempts of DRX. I don't mind the idea, right? You want to go for a little bit of A lobby control. It's pretty standard to get that dark cover deep and then split it out through sewers and long. Just a little bit of ill timing when you do go in towards the smoke, and from there, it's just a barrel roll straight down. Everybody on PRX getting active, taking space towards the side, hitting their shots as well. Coming away with the pistol is going to be really confident for them.
It is really early, of course, though, Komodo. I mean, this is kind of where we're wondering how the composition will play out. It just was the pistol round, but having that double duelist, you can see why DRX tried to get aggressive.
PRX redemption
up towards fundamentals and what to do on an anti-eco round.
I just need PRX to
take
lose
space over at C-Long. Sometimes the gambles don't just work, and now all the information is kind of up for Bane.
I need PRX to lose because we are also in that same bracket.
Already been broken. We're safe towards the back of the site.
I need PRX to lose,
something will be able to get that entry. The rest of the team has arrived nearby, but are those pistols going to be enough?
Got to decide if you want to go for this retake at all and give away any more ulti orbs to PRX2, or if you want to just see and go up with the spike
missed the business idea. Where did I
have
miss
everything you want
Where?
towards your next round.
A little bit of a progression smoking out from Mako, trying to possibly bait PRX into peeking a little bit further, and they are getting pretty close to it.
Yeah, just playing by the numbers at the moment.
Fault line as well, but there we go. Freeing will be able to walk away with at least one. Jing hangs back, Forsaken in with a stinger as well. Close range.
They look crispy today, bro.
Guns next to each other. Mako continues to crouch down with the right click, though, but Jing will make quick work of that.
They're looking crispy, bro, today.
Kills in the round for the guy on his new role as a controller, but also PRX keeping these weapons over onto the next rounds.
If we win against Boom, we are 80% in playoffs.
As well is going to be all right for them. You start to build up a little
How many
bit
people
more
qualify?
from the shadows from
4.
Jing. Didn't think I'd ever say from the shadows
three
for Jing playing
teams
on
qualify.
no. Hey.
4 teams qualify.
Some good
3
damage
teams
all
qualify.
in all to come out from DRX, but most importantly, bonus conversion. Right?
Don't jinx Garu, man. I'm not jinxing anything, bro. I just kept it here because he gave free, bro. DRX gave me free scarf.
And you can start to see those old flavors of the old PRX as well now.
That's good for us, bro.
It is the first 2 rounds, but they have been confidently strutting their way down A. This time, starting things off a little bit different.
Yeah, pretty spread default across the map for DRX. Already the normal fundamentals of how you want to go about garage control as well. Just the how do you do from Forsaken.
If PRX lose today, they try hard against G. If they win tomorrow, no, bro. I think confidence boost will push them down.
I mean, if he gets one, he gets out. Yeah, that's an option, but he has to kind of do something with Bane here because the numbers already.
Do you think we are prepared for Gen G, PRX, and DRX? Yep. We are prepared. If we are not prepared, then what are we doing, bro?
Mako continuing to push up even further too, so that's even more information.
I give permanent follow, man. Jinx DRX.
Devi is in a position to kind of look after that though if the trap is broken, but never mind, I say that. He is caught looking the wrong way. Bane finds Forsaken as well, and this is going perfect so far for DRX.
Var going up against the Omen, of course, so it's Mako just trying to hold down the back lines. PRX has to now watch out for their backs. They're even getting hit by the flash. A secondary smoke coming through.
What?
To push on. He does get one, but Bane makes it a trade. Jing in for another trade as well. The spike's on the ground. PRX wants to pick it up.
What is going on, bro?
Dives
nice
right
bonus
in.
though.
It's down to the one-on-one. Oh, holds the angle, but something swings
Nice bonus.
That's awesome for PRX. They'll be absolutely happy with converting a bonus round like that. When you think that the beginning is working so good for DRX as well.
top 4 में आने minimum 2 match और जीतना है. Yes.
Get a bit of a flank happening. Divine not looking the right way. You get another kill to come out from Bane, but then you kind of give up your hand just a little bit too much. A 3 versus 5 conversion rate to come here. A little bit unfortunate for DRX as well, but for PRX not being scared when they're in a deficit position. They're taking these fights. They're going back to what they can rely upon. Their aim, their ambition, it's working nicely.
You gotta love it. You love to see those smiles and those fist bumps coming out once again, but here we go back into it, knowing they're up against an anti-eco round. It's just DRX trying to march forward, trying to get at least one weapon away. The spray's coming through, though.
Yeah, back up,
yeah, good fault line. It's a little bit awkward for Flashback in that. Again, just to highlight, this is one of these eco rounds to come through from DRX, of course, with that bonus round not going their way. So it's just about having a bit of a conversation. What can you figure out at the moment? What are PRX doing around the map? And this time they do change it up. They don't just look to go towards the A site. It's over towards C. Not seeing too much here for DRX.
It's still going to be Hyunmin alone, though. So easy pickings now. Forsaken swaps over onto the Ghost as well. Finds Mako.
Flawless.
PRX, flawless run thus far. And they don't look to be slowed down anytime
balling
soon.
with money, bro.
Yeah.
They're balling with
Absolutely
money.
The start that you do want to see, and now you start
Bro,
to
something has 7,600, bro.
If we get a timeout to come out
buy for 4 seconds. Wait, what are you doing?
You don't win the pistol,
wait,
you
buy
don't
for
win the
4
bonus
seconds,
round. If you don't win your next gun round, I mean, you start to question a little bit,
Whoa,
are PRX playing our composition better?
If you're prepared, then 2-0 all of them.
I mean, you got the tail on the bridge, but we're not
welcome
seeing
to
too
the
much of that
stream,
just
Mr.
yet either.
Arsenal.
It's just the fact that they've been
I think every
sticking
team is
together
preparing for every
majority
team,
of
so
rounds. With
2-0
that,
cannot
they're able
confirm
to
win.
pick
थोड़ा
DRX
confirm कर
apart
सकते हैं,
now.
but
Moving
2-0
forward,
थोड़ा
though,
difficult
this
होगा
is
ना,
the
भाई.
first time that we're seeing them
Every
take
team is
down
good.
this
Every team is
lane.
very.
Trip from the shadows towards the back.
Don't forget,
Every
there's
team
an
wants to
operator
win,
down
no?
the sewers as well for Hyunmin, so he can send Flashback away to try and help out with the rest of the squad, but the reposition at the moment, actually, for Jing, he's in the back lines, and they have no idea. Again, Forsaken, Jing just getting active around the map. That kind of might even be the round in and of itself, Quack.
And that truly has broken a lot of DRX's defensive lines. Mako trying to find something. We'll be able to get a double, but something makes it a trade. Bane now flooding back into the site. He is working alongside Hyunmin.
ये backstab मारेगा.
PRX are positioned.
Oh no, no.
In for the strafe, and now looks on to the next. Something with the
चलो.
assistance coming out.
Time to remove this.
PRX will make it a quick 5-0 right now.
It looks so good from PRX as well. Splitting
Nothing
around
happened,
the map,
guys.
making sure that they're trying to throw a bit of a
you didn't
spanner in
see
the works
anything.
to where
We move
DRX
on.
are trying to look. A great
थोड़ा
reposition
इधर-उधर
from
हो
Jing
गया.
as well. You
Let's
could
not,
just see none the wiser
let's not talk
were
about this.
DRX, and you go in towards a retake scenario where you're in a 5 versus 3. Some brilliance from Mako, don't get me wrong, but when you're looking down the barrel of a Teo's still alive, they've still got salvos, you got the special
No,
delivery still
nobody
as
saw that.
well,
Not nobody saw that.
Hey,
what's up, Mr. Bumblebee? Rossi थोड़ा rest कर रहे हैं आज.
like that. So
He
back
needs
to
a
the
rest.
drawing board for DRX, but with no timeout.
Player है
Just an
आज.
eco round to have here. PRX.
Which team
starting
jerseys you
out
have?
a
I
little
have
bit
no other
differently,
team
spawning
jerseys.
out
No one giving me
free.
jerseys, bro.
He is by himself at the moment. Marco, bit of utility in towards the garage, of course.
No
can
one
send
giving
out
me
smokes, can
jerseys,
send
bro.
out
Sad.
paranoia if they want to go for a bit of a challenge, but all in all, bit of a slower start for PRX here.
Certainly.
We don't remove it. Put it back, please.
Some of
Why,
DRX's
bro?
possible reads. We did have
Why, bro?
Flashback marching a little bit closer up towards a short, but seeing or sensing a bit of danger, he does fall back. Of course, though, DRX are on those pistols.
It's very wise from
Exchange
PRX at the
करना
moment,
चाहिए था.
how they're navigating
दिया.
around the map. Making
हमको
sure
नहीं
they're
दिया.
doing it in pairs a little bit, not being too overzealous, not trying to just stretch in towards territory that they don't own.
It's kind of strange to see this from PRX, isn't it, Komodo?
Yeah.
They're showing
How
off
did I keep
different
it last time,
looks. They're slowing down the pace. It causes DRX to question what's going on, and then
Is
a
it Raka?
curious Bane looks up front, gets picked off by
I
Forsaken.
don't know how I
Now
kept it
the
last
smokes
time.
are out. Got utility just to clear out the set as well. Flashback tries to get ahead of it, but the fake
Yeah,
Bane
didn't take
crash
time out.
does
It's
get ahead of
crazy.
him as
Eco
well.
mode में नहीं
Forsaken,
रहेगा.
2 kills
अभी
thus far.
I think
Yeah, you're
right
just
now
trying to
they'll take
find
the time
what
out.
you can
Yeah,
in this
right now
round
they'll
for
take the time
PRX
out.
and build up your economy even more so up towards that max 9,000 credit mark, really. Just again, these pistols for DRX try and do some sort of damage if at all possible, and it's not going to be a flawless round again to come through from PRX.
And they've been holding on
Zinky,
to
my
that
dream is
outlaw
to
for
play
quite a
with
while,
GE
haven't
for
they?
our country. Is there a
Something
Genie
still
Junior
working on
tournament in Valo?
alongside it. I mean, it is against the
There is
ego of
VCLS.
DRX, so
You could
why
prove
not use
yourself
that to punish them?
by
but
doing
at the
going
same
to the
time,
premier team.
DRX scrambling for something. I just have to imagine Turkey
Oh,
somewhere
shot.
shaking his head right now.
Yeah,
So
I
what
mean, I see
hell
what
the
Main's
shot was
trying to
it?
do there. You're always going to be a little bit incentivized to
I
try
think
and bring
PRX has
something
woke
back
up
for your
today.
team.
Woke up today.
Even
Bro.
on an eco round, you know, you're not got too much to lose if you're already picking up towards your ult, and you'll take an ult point if you do lose your life. But I think more importantly, this is the round that you have to see something for DRX, and a lot of ultimates available as well. PRX going to change it up. Get information of the dimensional drift.
ठीक है bro.
That is definitely one way to stay ahead of the game. Info gained as well, and that's the salvos just to try to displace Hyunmin, but he manages to stay alive. Shuts down for a second with that operator of his, and that blocks off the B site.
It is an opening pick for DRX, but don't get me wrong. They have lost it from advantage position so far in this map, so it's going to be a bit of a reset on the back of utility.
Yes, why not?
Just to continue
That is sports management also, bro. You guys can try that as well.
Ahead of Mindfreak.
MBA, I think, is overqualified, but
real
yeah.
space forward anywhere from DRX as well. Reposition back towards the C site. You tap on towards your cam for freeing. That's a little bit deep through towards C long. You do have Marco spotting.
Never in my life I've seen
Pepper
PRX play this slow, yeah, bro. I don't know what is happening.
Too aggressively, and that's why you lose
I think now they have decided
advantage. And now
need to start playing
a little bit scurrysome
properly
around
as a
the
team.
map. More rotations in towards garage.
Rahul predicted 2-0 DRX. Bro, Rahul का गलती है भाई. ये इसके मेरा WhatsApp welcome to stream ये राहुल का गलती है भाई.
And he falters. They actually hold back, and there it is. You mentioned the Rolling Thunder, and they could very well be setting up for it right now.
Neural Theft in, that's all the information that you want. Rolling Thunder does go towards the seaside. You got the Armageddon too.
And there it goes. Definitely keeping them trapped in. It does take away Freeing's life. Something in with the next, and Mindfreak guns down Hyunmin. PRX look nigh unstoppable right now.
Usually, we associate calm, collective, calculated plays from DRX, but we're getting that from PRX at the moment. The team that you generally in history don't know what's going to be thrown your way. This is a massive revitalization for this squad.
Tech game.
I would say, you know,
welcome to stream. What happened to DRX, bro? Don't know, bro. They're sleeping.
That's exactly how DRX are feeling right now.
Yeah. I mean, I was questioning a little bit in the beginning of this map, right? What was this Neon going to look like from Flashback, who is a player who generally, you know, has to play around a site himself. He's very proficient with the utility, peeking on the back of it. You have to be self-sufficient when you're playing on towards those Sentinel agents, right? At the moment, I'm not getting a sense of, I'm the duelist. I'm working with my team who can set me up with some utility to go in for the fight.
I think I'm a little bit behind, yeah.
Of Hyunmin and him, you know, going around together in sewers and A-Long and everything and going for it. But no setups really from any utility, because you look towards it, unless you're getting a paranoia from Marco or some sort of darts or drone from
have possibility to beat everything.
It's very difficult to get set up.
Exactly. You don't have that breach. You don't have maybe even a Teo. So
depends on days who prepare harder. The day also depends. If suddenly one fellow is not performing that day, then GG hoga bhai. Like everybody has to be on point.
Some of those like self-doubt moments, and that's why it hasn't been going too well. So hopefully this time out will bring them back
had in Korea, bro. Ramen, bro.
Considering the fact that they're sitting on 5 ultimates.
Yeah, I mean, is 7 rounds enough tape here in this map for Termi to get a good idea on what they need to do to at least stabilize in this first half, go over towards your own attacking side, where you actually have looked pretty destructive on that side in recent history.
What's up? Welcome back, EMP.
Yeah, it's cheeky.
What did you eat, bro? Hey, G.
Very cheeky position, especially with the cage kind of concealing
nice
his
movements.
Might have heard something, so Hyunmin will stay disciplined, avoids that angle. The rest of the team, though, back into B.
And another
have you finished your lunch? No,
bro.
Not yet.
PRX are taking
I didn't eat lunch yet.
They're not playing their hand, getting too hungry for anything. Just
Sahil, what's up, bro? The Ford guy. Bro, ये बंदा, ये Sahil भाई fraud कर रहे हैं
before, but here it comes, the quick execute out. DRX trying to get ahead of things in with the Hunter's Fury as well, but Mindfreak
dusted his teammate, bro.
It's the immediate speed up from PRX though to get in towards the A site. Clear it together in numbers, you know what kind of utility you're up against, you know what weaponry you're up against at the moment. You can set yourselves up for a pretty nice plant, though the Neural Theft comes in from freeing, so they know where everyone is.
Still though, I mean, ahead of the time in game, PRX has gotten themselves into position. A couple of sprays, but a couple of trades from DRX out as well. In with the Fi, they will manage to block off those sight lines, denying DRX any round win.
Yeah, some damage in there for sure, but damage is not what we're looking for at the moment, Quack. We're looking for rounds from DRX. We're looking for some sort of plan that goes 100%. I have missed it. And I'm going to highlight this because I think it's quite important, and I'm sorry. I'll apologize first for Flashback. He's still on the donut. There's 0 kills coming through from him at the moment. I want to see him electrified. He's playing Neon. We need to see him get set up for some aggressive play from the team to get into PRX's face. Because when they're playing slow, we're not seeing too much space gathered elsewhere from DRX.
It bears saying, you've got a point, whether you call it a donut or an egg, it needs to be cracked. It needs to be changed into something else, and he's trying to get ahead of that right now, still holding these sight lines down into a short, but it's being blocked off.
He's pushing over towards the C side of things, but Flashback, I cursed him. He's been cursed. He's got on the board.
At the end of the map,
you see watching F1 as well, bro. What are you, bro? Huh? Why you come and say this, bro? My wife is sitting in the other room and watching F1, bro.
Will slow things down.
Yeah, the reclear over towards C as well for PRX.
We have VCT matches going on, and we are here for the boys
on the site
and girls.
Some time to be bought from all this utility as well, but this is where you rest on the back of what PRX do best: explode in towards the site.
Do we get logged without you? I don't know. Maybe, maybe no.
Fault line. Paranoia completely blinding, freeing as well. Forsaken gate crashes all the way towards the back and kind of marks Hyunmin's angle. Still though, with a bit of a strafe, he takes down Jing. At least Divine and something will have each other's backs, and with that, the site completely flooded. Flashback, however, tries to get ahead, deny any spike plants. You will get one to fight in for the trade with an op.
Why did he wait for his teammate, bro? Didn't plan.
Against 2.
And the plant's
position a little bit concealed.
Plant goes down as well.
Back into it as well. Holds it down, finds something.
Does he know?
And it's a low HP Divine.
Oh, he knows.
It's an up in hand though, but there it is, the shock dart! You said it, he knows it, he gets the round for DRX.
I'm not sure if the gun barrel was just spotted.
Bro,
it's such a tight line on the corner of that wall.
I hope it's not lagging,
Somebody maybe called it, or maybe he just had the sixth sense. The shock dart to go, the
guys,
kill to be calculated. Finally, DRX on the board.
And that's a much speeded round at this juncture in this first half. Starting things off with a bit of a kill from Flashback, taking down Mind Freak. That just denied so much with how PRX has been operating in towards a lobby.
And it's another moment in this round where the advantage is on the side of DRX, and PRX
my streaming platform doesn't say I'm lagging though.
Right? A reposition
maybe it was a stream.
Behind the dark cover,
maybe it was
layering the utility
that
nicely
stream,
on
lagging
in.
a little bit.
What you do like to see from them, but a good little individual clutch to come out at the end there. It's what you need. You need to see some individual brilliance to come through from DRX at the moment, because as a team, it's not really doing too much. Position from Mako, however.
Hello, Jing?
Dispatch of Jing.
Yeah, quick finds, but in with the gate crash once again. The clone as well from Forsaken, trying to gather more information into the C side, and he confirms that there are quite the number of DRX players on the C side.
Another single of PRX at the moment, and I thought Mind Freak might have had it, but Marco stepping up when you need a leader to the most.
Quick bits of micro movements as well, and that is going to be DRX timing against a Mind Freak, but now into it, up in the hand of Hyunmin, blocks out Garano, still looking to get aggressive. He finds a triple, tries to go for the next spray, but gunned down by Bane. The salvos go out, and Defy will turn this into a one-on-one. Look for the tap, Flashback gets it instead.
That was nearly
I got that. You saw that?
That
was a stream.
I think a lot of people would have been yelling, screaming at their monitors. PRX nearly make that work, and for DRX, I mean, you got to take a sigh, you got to take a breath. I do like the start, don't get me wrong. Marco trying to do what he can, dancing around the side as well. You know, Hyunmin starting to get what he needs to, but I got to say, Forsaken, he is in the server today. He's got to be happy with that little performance, and individually as well. Divide, right? For a Taeho in that situation, trying to do what you can with what utility you have. Isolate a single position with the salvos, look around, taking the fight. That's what he'll try to do with the scaling over towards A at the moment with the rest of the squad, where Forsaken will lead with the dimensional drift.
Your ulti is so important, bro.
Your ulti is so important. Potential lurks coming out from Mind Freak, and that is going to be PRX continuing to try and barrel through into this A site combo of ultimates heading in.
Oh, they removed everybody from
this. Towards this at the moment, you're ready for a drop out toward the heavens, and it looks like it might just be the holding of the side at the moment. Bane Flashback getting active, and they found him.
Nice.
That's a couple more down into A short, and that's DRX denying PRX entry despite the ultimate set through.
Gary, man, what's the prediction for the match? DRX 2-1, bro.
Resurgence for DRX, but is
DRX 2-1.
A 9-3 going to be enough? I mean, you want to play on the earlier side of that with an 8-4.
Easy ball,
of course, but again, you know, PRX, they're still carrying a lot of this momentum. They're figuring out themselves. You know, against the eco rounds, we're playing it slow. Against the well-equipped rounds of DRX, yeah, we're losing a pick, but we're recalculating what we need to do. Grouping up, playing utility,
full site information plus, I think utility-wise, Yoru's ulti is so good, bro.
Party mix of weapons that you have for PRX, that you do play it a little bit slower, that you play on the back of your utilities.
And that does give you
it needs only 7 orb, I think.
Moving into the later rounds, even in the second half, it might be an 8-4 if anything. But we'll see how PRX continues to adjust from the previous rounds. They've been, you know, pretty much dedicated to whatever side they pick.
You don't want to fall into a trap here, though, as DRX. Be brought in towards the A lobby, welcomed with open arms, and waltz in towards a trap of PRX. Do see as well that Forsaken has snuck in towards the garage. Hyunmin being quite cautious of that. You also do have freeing over towards the back of the plat too. So if it does turn into a bit of a C play from PRX, it's not going to be too quick of a rotation from the rest of the DRX guys who are at the A site at the moment still. A transition from Bane currently.
And at the same time though, Mako also continuing to push out of A for further information. DRX pretty much has an idea of what PRX are trying to do. And with that, the angles being held, top shots fired through.
DRX woke up, bro. Guys, DRX woke up.
What the hell? This last round of the first half for DRX.
Alrighty, 8-4 at the half after the timeout. That's
Gary, what's the point of playing Yoru solo duelist with Breach? They can't even utilize stun.
Very much so, and it always has been the case for DRX. Meanwhile, though,
coordinate होना चाहिए, right? Yoru and Breach is a very combo, bro.
They started out so incredibly hot.
Yoru Breach in this map is insane combos, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you're switching things up. You're going over towards your defensive side. If you're dropping towards the pistol round, you know, you can have a little bit of a
PODs on you.
and see how are we going to get back in towards this one, right? I think if it was the other way around at the moment, I'd be way more worried in a scenario than for PRX, where I'm a little bit less worried right now from DRX.
Really. That is the case, of course. Double duelist heading into
like and subscribe and share the stream, bro.
For DRX.
And that's where you would expect a little bit more strength to come out, right? If you think about going and diving in towards these sites, there's a lot of options that DRX are going to be able to have in towards, you know, your C explosions, your A explosions, but there's a lot of reliance on making sure that your solo utility to come out from Bane is going to be there. And remember,
especially in this map,
a little bit for him.
You need that assistance. You've mentioned it before. Not just Bane. You know, it's how they all work alongside each other. Hyunmin and Flashback as well. They need to be supported.
is back, baby, throwing like there's no tomorrow. No. I mean, DRX, I think, started shooting, bro.
We do have, you know, some of our favorite players on different roles, different agents. How does that continue to play out? Mind Freak, you know, we can kind of expect a consistent performance with that. But how does Jing look on this Omen?
I mean, I think towards how early they got, you know, knocked out over towards kickoff and how much time they've had to actually practice a new emerging comp and meta like the Breach.
Quite a bit of time for sure. We shall see how it does continue to play forward now.
Bamboo diya bhai.
I would say quite okay. 10-5.
Motivation bola.
Well, 10 things, but unfortunately for freeing, be the casualty of the bullets.
Yeah, just a couple of shots blindly through.
I think PRX had a lot of time to think over what they want to do and
kind of passive for PRX at the moment. Don't mind it. Bit of a garage look after for them. Fire dispatch dog, however. And that's going to be the B site that you want to start to get aggressive on. Though I'm looking at the other members of DRX. How are you going to get Bane in this? How are you going to get Flashback? If you're trying to tap on towards the plant, you're trying to set Hyunmin in for a bit of a sneaky play.
Still got that kill, bro.
And now you actually have managed to get in towards this A site. Does Forsaken know? It's empty space.
He certainly suspects it, thus not making too much noise as he heads back onto Heaven. Meanwhile, though, the rest of the team just circling back up. They do have the fault line paranoia combo. That allows them to at least get one, still trying to get ahead, take the initiative, deny the spike plant, but Bane will hold his ground. A single tap and forced to hang back and reload.
That's crazy, bro.
Still, though, audio cues be damned. Something has a flashpoint in his pocket. Looks for the right timing. Senses a bit of a fake. Now slowly creeps up. Bane looks to stick, and there it is, the flash set through. It doesn't quite find him though, and Bane will find the headshot. DRX
come back.
Marching forward.
It's close, but it is carried over from the first half.
I just came from the future. We are losing champs, lower bracket finals to MIBR 3-1. G third spot fixed 2025 VCT. Bro.
When you take out Devi, you recognize that there's going to be no one else on towards
the
side.
But winning also is nice.
If
you come so close, might as well go all the way.
You out some rotations from Forsaken off the A site, you get in there and you go for the plant. However, the quick heads up for PRX to recognize they've got a paranoia fault line combination that they can go in with to drop Forsaken in towards the site. I thought that retake was going to look good for PRX, but individually at the end, Bane finds that one. This is the way back in for DRX for this map.
Absolutely. It almost definitely feels like DRX are given a lot more options, a lot more freedom with how they've been moving around the map now. You know,
I think PRX defense
they don't quite fully commit because they still have more
Let's see.
they can work with now. on the anti-eco, of course, straight into C.
Yeah,
and
and
got a bit of a lurk as well.
A difference as well
Don't
for
do
Paper
fake
X when they
combat, please.
lose
I use
positions
the
around
same
the map, they
pistol skin,
recognize
by
that
the
they
way.
just need to take space somewhere. Yes,
Best.
it's on the eco round, but I'd love to see this when they get their rifle rounds happening.
Might be a different story if they had guns, but of course now onto the pistols. Just hold up inside garage. Util back in, so a bit of progression smoke. Hyunmin tries to look for a head or two around the dome. Doesn't quite find much. That allows for Paper X to march in, boots on the ground, but Flashback still holding the angle, slides forward, and that's gonna be a second kill to his name. Still though, a couple of trades right back from Paper X, and that's enough damage, you would say.
I mean,
Mako
not good bonus.
trying to hold
Nice
back
round.
true.
Don't give up, don't give up. Nice.
Ninjas.
Everyone up with the spike at
Nice,
the end.
they-
When you
they
can't
dropped
get any
two-
more ultis,
two
you don't
guns.
want to give anything more
But what
over
did they
towards
drop,
Hyunmin, to Bane as well,
One,
getting closer to that Hunter's Fury too. You know, these key ultimates
they
that could
dropped
definitely
one,
be impactful when you're going in
bulldog.
towards the
That I
next
know.
gun round for Paper X, for example. That could pick you off at the very beginning, allow DRX to really
One
start
bulldog
to steamroll
and one
back
pistol,
in
I
towards
think.
this map.
Pistol
And,
में था.
you know, not too much that you'll
Hey,
take away
bhai.
from a round such
Note,
as
hey,
that.
Death
Some
Note.
damage out of the attempted retake to come out from Paper X for sure.
Death Note use कर रहा है भाई.
We do love a diligent Alex. As he marks down further notes, might have spotted something or two, but at the same time, wondering about how
Death
this
Note
double
में लेकर
kills
आए.
might work out. Sure, some guns were robbed away, but they will be able to buy or at least trade some weapons off of each other. It's Flashback in with a Bulldog instead of a Bucky.
Yeah. Quick up towards mid as well from DRX if they actually want to attend towards this seaside at the moment. They're going to have a quick
That's
wrap
back.
around on towards
Nice.
Mind Freak. He's gone.
Too far,
Do
too
they
far.
expect, however, Jing to still be in here? Because it
Hey,
looks a little
teammate
bit
help.
awkward for him. Good for one.
Yeah, and that is going to be an effective flood nonetheless. Paper X continuing to try to rotate
Discipline,
forward.
nice
It's
discipline.
going to be a bit of a gate crash for Forsaken as well, or am I seeing a UI bug? Not too sure. Nonetheless, they are still coming in, but then denied
Mera
out by
bhai,
Mako
Alex
with the
हंस रहा था.
Sheriff. It's just down to Divine, and he has to hold on to this
हंस
gun
रहा
for the next
था.
round.
Well, that's attacking-sided bonuses, unless somehow Devi gets from A to C and a defuse here. Going both of those teams' way on the attacking side. So you're playing towards the narrative that attacking strengths are continuing here on Haven
Right
for
now
this
there are a
breach
lot of
takeover
options. A lot of good players are come up. So
That's what you would hope for, but it certainly isn't the case
a
right
lot
now.
of good players
yeah,
come up.
DRX, I mean, I say Breach Taeho, right? But they're changing it up. Double duelist, you got to be a little bit more proficient and cohesive with what layering of utility that you want to do to get in towards the sites. And I'm looking at it here for poor old Devi. He will go down at the end.
No saving.
Bonus not able to take away a rifle towards this next round as well. We're staring down the barrel of potential equalizer.
Yeah, just 2 rounds and quick enough. DRX are able to
I know what you meant, bro. You want me to read that, nah?
Don't. That was a very deliberate plan, Komodo, to send Flashback as well as Hyunmin in.
Why does Peppers do this? Give hope and then start losing out of nowhere, bro. The other team woke up, bro.
Yeah, double duelist strengths at the moment.
I was here,
DRX
I was here,
really
by the
play
way.
on the back of
I was here.
changing up their approaches, right?
That is the boot camp.
Switching and swapping between fast plays, bait plays, you know, and, you know, or just pure overwhelming numbers if you're going for a little bit of contact play, you know, towards
It was
C-long that we saw
8-0
from
फिर
Paper X
Bings
over
ने
in the first
tweet
half,
किया
for example, on this
tweet
double
किया
duelist
भाई
comp.
Bings.
It's definitely going to be a thing to keep Paper
Don't tell
X
me he
questioning,
tweeted
where do we
I
wanna
have seen
rotate our
enough
key
Paper
positions?
X is
Where
back.
do we want to
कुछ
layer
तो
up
बोलेगा.
any fault line salvo combos?
मेरा
Where do we want to
Bings भाई
position
बहुत
Forsaken as well
बहुत
to be able to quickly
jinx
rotate,
करते हैं
but more
मेरा Bings
importantly,
भाई bro.
apply
Alex
pressure in
Alex
taking
गया.
space around the map.
Yeah, the most successful one that we've seen thus far was just on the pistol, where Forsaken managed to get that read, where he was playing kind of passively or defensively enough on towards Hey Heaven.
Don't tell me he
is that going to be the case
he
for
probably
the
jinxed
upcoming
it, bro.
rounds, though? Not quite sure, but one thing we can say for sure is that there are millions of Jing fans.
Oh, absolutely.
Jinx को ban ही कर दो.
I wonder.
I think Riot should
how many
ban
of them
this
actually
flow,
would have
bro.
thought Jing and an Omen, right?
No.
Think,
How many of them would have
Jinx,
thought that
I
they were
almost
having a
called him
complete
Jinx only.
switch up towards
Bings,
Paper X, which, you know, I look at this
you
roster
know
of agents and I
you
think
jinx lot of
this
people.
is not
Why do
incentivized
you do
into
this?
a W gaming,
Bol.
but it can have its key moments.
भाई ने क्यों भाई
The final
भाई
score
itching करते हैं भाई
does
क्यों
echo
I don't know
as to how
itching
Paper
करते
X
हैं.
are looking to perform for the rest of this season. Right now,
He's
DRX
I think
are very
Indian
close to
origin,
equalizing
but
the score. Might have been a timeout from
I
Alex,
think
but still,
brought up in
Paper X does not have the guns
Singapore.
currently.
I think he's born
They
in
are
Singapore. I
starting
don't know.
off
I'm
with
not
a
sure.
bit of a 3-2 split, though.
Slow and
But
steady.
he has a lot of
but
heritage in
Forsaken, he's baited
India.
in towards finding some information for himself to try and steer the ship steady for Paper X, and it's just going to be the upheaval in towards this A site for DRX.
Whoa.
Oh,
Okay, no
what is going
opportunity
on?
for Forsaken to gain crash back into safety, and right now no opportunity for Divide to even find a single frag.
DRX back-to-back match से ban करो दो please. I'm going to सीधा mute him bro. उसको tweet report करूँगा. Mass report करूँगा.
Everybody is up for DRX as
उसका
well.
अपन mass report करूँगा if he jinxed us bro.
Backlines for Marco, everyone else focused on towards the site at the moment. A lot of utility as well. Recon to be able to play off. And I'll actually spot out mine too, so there's an idea that it might even be a double drop towards heaven.
8-bit jinx.
Awesome to reposition. You hear the Vandal echo too.
That's just a tough situation.
Yeah, Hogs will pay him not to watch and support that team.
For a single pick, but nothing found. Jing off with the save.
Can't blame him. You definitely want all of the pieces going in towards the next round as well. When you looked on the back of what's around the corner for PRX 2, right? Forsaken with the Dimensional Drift, Device one away from the Armageddon. These can be some really key ults for retakes as well. If you want to just recognize that you're losing a site, call the audible, call for the strong retake. Let Forsaken go in, find you all the information, get your stuns lined up from something, get all of that utility ready for a really clean retake that those ultimates can definitely provide.
Certainly something that PRX
Hamilton
could be looking
to
pull off in some of the upcoming rounds.
It's 2028 champions just ended. You on stage where winner stands up with a trophy, then you hand it to DRX and start taking into the event bankrupt for all the money you lost in G and now working as host for VCT, bro. भाई डिस्ट्रॉयर तेरा नाम ही सही है भाई डिस्ट्रॉयर क्या बोल रहा है भाई
It is just going to be Mind Freak at that C site to bunker down. Jing falls first, overlooking something at the moment though, so at least a little bit of a later trade in the mix. Trying to get on in, it's so awkward for that spray. But look at Flashback, he's got in the backlines.
Yeah, that's not too bad, 2 for 1. Flashback into the backlines, so that's what ultimately cracks open the site. But here comes Forsaken with a bit of an ult. He's looking for information, he's looking to break and force them to disperse. The Flash might just do that. He sends out a second one.
Shot.
Looks to infiltrate behind enemy lines. Divide and takes initiative off of that scenario.
Why?
And finds one. A tap from Forsaken. Down to Flashback in a sudden 1-on-2. Goes for the peek. And he will take down Forsaken.
Very important.
Could this be the quad? It is! Flashback flashes the winning sign against PRX.
Confidence. That's confidence for
Flashback
in this squad. The first installment of him on this Neon. And he's starting to get in towards this for the team. I'm looking at towards what Forsaken and Divide are trying to do in that retake, right? When I'm seeing plants go down.
So basically you're telling me when Bings
why is he using that ultimate? He had an operator switch into the Vandal. But more importantly, he's using himself as an information position at the moment there for his teammate in Divide to get the salvos right, try and flush out the opponents, and I'm thinking it's looking gorgeous in how they're maintaining their stability in that retake, but no. It comes over. DRX for the lead here and quick in towards
telling you, adopt me bro, your channel will skyrocket with my skills. What skills you have bro? First thing, what skills you have and adopt you mean by meaning what bro?
Silence around the server as well. Marco to sneak up towards the C site. A little bit of hesitancy.
Huh?
And all the other positions around the map as well. Trade. And Garage if you do want, but starting to get a little bit antsy. Out.
Road is spinning, road.
Speaking of Garage, that is the position where something was playing earlier before, possibly trying to lure DRX into another hit.
There's a bit of a shift from PRX towards the A side at the moment.
That's right.
This is going to be a bit of a wrong call, freeing spotted out the shoulder or something. Would have been a brilliant opener. This is a bit of a misread from PRX.
Yeah,
Big man, are you adopting or hiding?
And that brings them over, but
what's going on, bro?
Around C, and that is where DRX will explode.
Yeah, I'm going to
kill,
go
and
to
all of a sudden the spike goes down. Garage under DRX's control. I just can't imagine a scenario where PRX takes this round back.
Yeah, that one actually really hurts for PRX too, because you don't mind the starting ideas of that round, right? You drone through mid, you see no presence there, you see nothing on your C utility, you have a spot out through Garage, you see nothing, so you start to calculate, they're over towards A, they're either sewers or they're long, though we don't really have any idea to confirm that, right? Forsaken's not in a forward line, you don't have, anything else really over there. Devi, well, he was just focused in droning towards mid, so even he can't do anything over towards A, who's the extra closer member. So, unfortunately for PRX in this round, they do have to look to try and save the remainder of their guns.
Yeah, still though, they are conceding that round, and as we near double digits,
कर दिया भाई,
landed on double digits.
कर दिया भाई.
It is going to be
Jinx कर दिया भाई, Jinx.
an intense scenario, let's say, for PRX to be in, you know, starting to feel that pressure mount up again, and this is where you can wonder, is the pressure getting to them?
Potentially
that
so.
lag was there. I saw that lag.
You're looking around what some sort of successes, you know, would come out from a comp like this that PRX are playing with, and you're not
Mr.
really
Drew,
seeing a
welcome
lot
to
of those
stream,
normal
bro.
combos
They
of
was
fault
getting
lines and
owned, bro.
salvos, then
PRX
getting,
was owning, bro.
Forsaken on the
Till
line.
Binks went to Twitter
Back to
and
the drawing
started
board to
typing
get some
crap.
information from Alex. What has he recognized at the moment? Because remember, when DRX were in a situation like this,
Maybe
on
hire
their,
Binks to
other
support
side,
other team.
Termi goes for the
यही
timeout,
करने
and they
पड़ेगा.
come out with a flawless
Alex,
remainder of a
Alex,
half, 4 in a row, and then
Alex,
well,
chill.
look at this quack.
Alex.
They've continued a flawless run so far.
Alex.
I know. 10
Hey.
straight rounds for DRX after losing 8
Okay, got
straight
it.
ones, but you know what?
हाँ,
I
नहीं करेगा,
love
नहीं
this
करेगा.
timeout. I don't mind it, even if
इधर?
Alex
ठीक है,
doesn't
ठीक है.
necessarily have anything too cerebral to call out for his team.
They got
Just
it,
a bit of
coach.
a breather could be enough for them. At the same time, though, he is being very active, so I do wonder what kind of plan he has cooked up for the next round. They managed to keep their guns, at least.
Yeah, surviving with
I love streamer who embraces sarcasm. बहुत कम लोग हैं. Stay same.
Going over
Thank you,
towards
bro.
DRX, who you're thinking might be a bit
I'm
shaky,
a
going
born
on to a double
sarcastic fellow,
doors
bro.
that we've not really seen. Some role
I
shifts
like dark humor.
across the
I
whole
am
server.
Alt
introvert.
still online.
Yeah, I
all
was about to
together
say as
into
well,
one
Rolling
nice,
Thunder, Armageddon, again, key
nice
pieces
ball of
that you can you know, take
anger.
in towards a retake, one from Mind Freak away for that neural theft. So I'm thinking, well, if you're going to be forced
You
in
missed
towards
my
a retake,
skills.
these aren't the worst items to have available.
हमारा skills था
Well,
ना
they do
एक.
start out with a bit of a creep outside of B, Forsaken for sure. He
एक
does
था
have the
हमारा
gate crash towards the
skills.
back of A as well.
Every day is praying
Bit
for
of
our
spray,
downfall.
Doesn't see anything. So back into the A site.
Binks is
where
scary, man, bro.
DRX,
Binks is a very
off the
scary
previous
man,
round
bro.
win, they think,
Sometimes
we
when
can
he
probably do
types,
something
no,
around here as
I
well.
pray to God he
Well, it would be successive,
he
but
stops.
again, if you are going to shift in towards a retake for PRX, you definitely want to have these abilities, right? So they've been holding a bunch of them just by the nature of how the start of
3
this
skills.
round was
No
played.
dialo,
Gotta imagine you have to
parampara,
work off of some
Parasitra
kind
or
of info, and that's what that drone is looking to do. Spotted out a little bit,
I heard
Rolling
this
Thunder
before.
immediately out, still holding on to the armor, get it. But here it comes, a
Oh,
bit of a
what?
clone sent
There are
through.
2000
Armageddon to
ultis.
clear out short. Forsaken
Oh,
starts his
Forsaken.
assault out from heaven. 3 kills down, and
What?
down with the
Clean.
salvos as well. Defy picks up the last one.
Clean.
PRX
तेरा भाई
find their
जाके
way back in.
Binks
Yeah,
का
after
Twitter
the
में
timeout,
बोला,
an
why are you
immediate
pressing?
effect, right? So you're playing a good
Anti-jinx
percentage on
हो
the
गया,
back of that
anti-jinx.
one, but again, Rolling Thunder not
For you guys,
directly
for you guys,
laid where the
anti-jinx
Armageddon is too. You're waiting for Forsaken to get that blind side out of heaven and gate crash into the site or drop on down. You know, some nice ideas from PRX in that scenario, but they don't play their hand. They don't get too overcomplicated, right? It's not like you're throwing the whole kitchen sink in towards that round. It's very cohesive. What
Bit by
positions
bit.
of utility they need to throw on out.
बहुत
Even the
ulti डाला.
Aftershock in Hell, you know, it does
Oh,
some work
shot.
to try and dislodge flashbacks. So I
shots
really do like how that retake was formulated for
shots.
PRX.
And that's a
Gary,
great
read
round
my
for
last
them.
chat.
A sigh of relief,
I
if
guess I
anything.
jinxed
But
PRX
with the
because
fact
I
that
was
it's a
not
flawless, you
watching.
just gotta
They were
imagine
winning and I
how much
started
more they
watching
can
stream
get.
after 7
If
rounds and
anything,
rest
it
is
does
history.
force DRX to
Let's
kind of
see.
scramble all
तू
throughout.
देख रहा है ना अभी?
4 players towards the A side of the map at the moment for PRX.
Oh,
A 1-1
cut
trade at
timing.
the end, but that would signify a go time towards this C side. If you sniff out, there's no trap there from Mind Freak though, because there's camera, there's some trip, but they're just going to get in.
Yeah, still able to. Double duelist, of course. What I'm most curious about, though, is Mako on this deep
If the
lurk
anti-jinx work,
outside
man, you
B.
the goat.
Does PRX find him at some point? If not, it could be trouble. Right now, though, at least Forsaken does spot Hyunmin out by C Long. 3 players, though, from DRX, all coming in. They're just
Oh,
looking
what's
to
going on?
provide that additional
Oh,
support.
what's going on?
And there it is. Even with a second flash, it's not going to be enough. Something will get gunned down. And that's the entire C Long area being controlled by DRX. A tough defuse going through. Mind Freak, though, nonetheless, still trying to stick it. But here comes that Hunter's Fury. He gets lazed. And all that's left is just Davai. Mako marches forward back in towards C-Link. Davai now at this point just looking for a bit of a safe haven. Well, on the map of Haven, of course, but still, he's somewhat surrounded. Look at Bane.
Untenable. And
Guys, who was here, please do like and
position from him
subscribe.
in
Thank
the
you so
beginnings of
much.
this retake here. I got to highlight as well, right? You mentioned Marco going for that little lurk as Davai loses the gun there. Awkward. Marco's
they lost a
position
gun
actually
also, bro.
extremely paramount. When he throws out a
If Jinx is
paranoia,
done by
it
Binks, then
dispatches
it's
the
hard
guys
to
around C a
anti
little
it.
bit
That's
from
a
PRX.
problem.
Starting to consider, is Marco
We're
actually
trying our
going
best,
to play
guys.
on the back of this rotate? Is
trying
he
our
going to
best.
get in our backlines when we're going for
Jinx
this
is,
retake? There's
Binks
such
is
a
too strong.
premium on
I'm going to start
Forsaken
calling him
and
Jinx
on
only, bro.
something
Jinx
in
60,
that
man.
flank of their own to
Jinx
try
cute
and get
चल रहा
some
है.
damage, because if that flank is successful, build. Bane doesn't have the Hunter's Fury. The team of DRX are not looking towards the spike, and you can get some sort of retake happening successfully. So a couple of key moments in that round going DRX's way.
For sure, but right now, I mean, still, all eyes are on Forsaken with how he's going to work this Euro.
Thank God that was
with that
Marco,
dimensional
bro.
drift, trying to get space around T-Long. Didn't quite work out this time. 4-stack into Garage. Now they're dispersing. No info found. DRX are very, very cautious with how they're looking for this map point.
I mean, changing up the approach though, PRX sending Mind Freak's territory over towards this A
very
site.
important one. Very, very important one.
Hooky with the camera,
if PRX lose this round, it's gone.
Done. You start to piece
It's
together
over.
a bit of information around where these players are on the
Marco
map.
is like 6th sense reader, bro.
Chase against that stealth drone as well, but here goes.
Oh,
More
nice.
information found.
Oh, nice.
Though, open
Oh, shit.
positions, and that's going to be Bane punishing
Oh,
them
what?
right down. Hyunmin off towards the back of A as well. Forsaken,
not
the
like
only
this.
one left. In with a Phantom,
Oh,
quick in towards
shit.
the open lanes once more,
We
and
go next.
Flashback says, lights out.
Poor surviving as well for DRX in that scenario. Again, another gun round to come
My
through
wife
from
is telling
PRX
hi,
where
though.
you're seeing a change, right? As I mentioned, the Cypher setup over towards A. You're trying to look for your Cypher locking down one area of this map to let the rest of your
I
team
lost my wife,
explore. Play on utility, play on information.
babe,
Feels like something at the
there are
end
two
of that
options,
one,
okay?
a little bit disconnected from the rest of the team,
There are
right? Losing
the
their
letter
lives in
P
towards the front
or
of
the
B,
letter
not
D.
setting up any combinations of utility
one.
or anything for himself to be a bit self-sufficient. So a bit awkward for
D.
PRX, and now 3 chances. 3 for
Well,
DRX to close out this map.
All right.
Okay, then choose from this finger.
Chance
I'll ask the chat.
And they
Don't
start
look
things
here.
off a little bit safer than
Don't
before.
look here.
A 2-3
Guys.
split with Forsaken up towards a very
This
forward.
is
Unfortunately for him, though, Free
P,
has snuck
and this is
past.
D.
That could be,
Okay.
you know,
This
the,
is
the,
P,
the nail
this
on
is
the
D.
head.
This can be
Nail on the
so
I'll ask her
cover.
to choose.
powerful for him.
Come here.
It's just how he
Oh,
plays
oh,
it at the moment, and the opener is there on a Forsaken. That has to be the call for the team to immediately get over
Who's
here.
on?
He's setting up all the
Correct.
forward utility. It's just Heaven that's going to be a little bit dirty.
Middle finger.
And now Marco, again, can transition into playing his own little
Kuja,
lurk,
tu
and we've
rehne de,
already
Kuja.
seen how destructive
Nikal
that has
nahi
been
de
so far too.
Rehne de.
Very, very much so, Komodo. This
Team
could
is saying
be
I.
it. DRX, not only did they win out in timing or the duels, they're winning out in positions as
Being
well.
Barbie to
And
stream, she
PRX
doesn't want to come. She's
just
more
have to
introvert than
consistently
me.
watch their back. That is nothing too comfortable. You're gonna always feel like
Oh,
someone's right behind you, and as they push on out, it's a choke point. DRX has them
DRX,
under a
bro.
chokehold,
Bhai,
winning out
Beans ko bol rehne de,
13-9
bhai.
as the final score on their own map pickup.
Beans,
Hey,
this is an
A
official
singular
call out to you.
defensive round to come through from there.
Bhai, tu
on
rehne de,
PRX's
tu relax
side is
kar.
gonna be a
I think your
little
power
bit
should be used for
hurting
better
for
usage,
them,
not
and not even a
like
little
this.
bit, really. You're up 8-4 at the half. You're thinking all the
Before the
momentum's
match,
going
say
on your
something.
way.
Okay, I
and
understand.
then DRX just kind of
In
come
between
out
the
of the
match,
gates a
क्यों
little
tease
bit
कर रहा है,
firing,
भाई?
continuing
Wow.
towards the second
Nikhil
half,
उधर
and
बैठ
you
के-
feel like you really don't have a leg in this race. So
भाई,
back to the drawing board a
क्या
little
है
bit for
निखिल
PRX.
भाई
and
बोल
I gotta
रहा
say,
क्या ही
a
बोलूं
nice
भाई
idea for them to try and
अरे
change things
यार।
up, right? Playing the old DRX comp,
भाई
trying
बोल
to adopt some
अयो
features that we see some
Words
strengths
not
from
coming
them
from my mouth,
previously
bro.
here, but I
Ay,
don't
ay,
think
ay,
even
ay,
then
ay.
they thought that DRX are going to come out with a double duelist, and it wasn't even a
8-0
double duelist
to
really that relied on
9-13,
heavy
bro.
dives and everything, right? Because
The
it was
biggest
still
lead
quite
I've
methodical
seen so
from
far
DRX
till
that
now
we
in
usually
VCT.
associate for them playing meta comps.
very much so, and we can
Guy,
see it all
generally,
happen,
Gary,
you know,
how
maybe
G
at the
earns
helm
besides
of Mako
franchising
as
money?
the
We do a
IGL,
lot
maybe
of
even with
white
Termi with that little timeout
label
from before. But
uh,
once that was all called,
projects.
you saw the effects
We do
of
other
it.
projects
Still,
outside,
I want to say
mostly in
there are two
content
sides
and
to any
yeah,
coin.
we earn from
This
that.
was DRX's map pick after all, and with a scoreline
Little
like
bit from
this,
sponsors before, now
PRX
we
shouldn't be
little
too
toned down
harsh
to that
on
also. So
No, I
let's
don't
see.
think so. A bit of a warm-up to come in towards stage 1 as well, where I'll say the format isn't as
Marco as an
brutal
IGL
as
is
kickoff,
underrated,
right?
yeah,
They bow
bro.
out really early here. They've got a little bit of time to
I think
collect
Marco is not
themselves to get
underrated,
a little
bro.
bit of a
I
deep
think
run.
he has made his
yeah,
name.
but that said,
Now he's no more
still,
the
you gotta admire
underrated
how they
person.
work this
You
meta
can भाई
composition.
8-0
Of
से
course,
कैसे हो
staying on
सकते
the
हैं
open
भाई
as
ये
well.
जिंक्स का ये जिंक्स नहीं
It's
बिंक्स का
not
काम
too
है भाई
bad. Hopefully it does look out a little bit better for Icebox, but right now, it's just the way it is, and we're gonna have to toss it
What?
back over
Delete
onto
ही
the
कर दिया?
desk to break all of this down because,
Wait, what?
well, DRX definitely still in the lead.
What a hot start to today's
You
match,
delete the post,
PRX
bro. You
and
delete the post, bro.
DRX. And there was a moment in the first half where we said, oh my god, PRX is back, oh my god, DRX, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Then things swiftly turn around. They had a really good first half, PRX in the Ball of Doom, but we didn't see much more after that when DRX figured it out in the first half.
Yeah, I couldn't believe what I was watching at the start. This didn't look like the same DRX at all. I was saying, you know, what are they doing?
I'm not going to type it. I'm not going to type anything. I was about to type, bro. I was about to tag PRX also.
They woke back up, but this is like classic. Like, they had us in the first half, not gonna lie, you know.
Like you have two pretty big comp switches and role changes for both of these teams. You're going to get a lot of parity, and I think for PRX, they had a good approach initially.
Do the Orcs pay well for the management roles, Gary?
They back into the game. They got a little bit too one-dimensional. They kept going for that kind of death ball contacty style over towards C in particular. It's something that DRX heavily started to figure out, and then they got pistol, and then they got
we don't pay ourselves
as
as
they were well and truly back in the
much
game.
as
I don't feel like they had a very strong
industry standards,
idea of what they wanted to do on
industry
defense until
standards,
they
obviously.
started to respond
We don't pay
to
ourselves
what
that much.
PRX was doing to them and to adapt to them a little bit more. But it was a
The industry standards outside is
from
like
Flashback,
so
who
much.
hasn't ever played Neon before. It's his first game on Neon ever.
Yeah, we were doubting it for sure, but he kind of showed us up there, you know. Matt
he'll tweet for
MVP
DRX.
there, he actually had a fantastic game, some great kills.
Read my chat and answer me, Gary. I did answer you, bro.
First half is we can see how grouped PRX end up playing when they go
already
into this
answered
attack.
you.
They
Repeat नहीं
love
करने
this
हैं
kind
भाई.
of five-man death
थोड़ा
ball.
पीछे
None of
जाके
this
देखो ना.
fancy messing about defaulting. This is punch you in the face Valorant, where they go and trade. We saw
When
this
I came,
again
score was
and again
7-0. Now
through
match
the
is
first
over.
half.
The score is
And it's a
9-13,
huge part of
bro.
their defining style. It's what's
Jinx,
made
Bing's
PRX
का
who they are.
Jinx
It's how
power,
efficiently they're
power
able
of the
to trade.
Jinx.
And it looked strong, but
Power of
towards
the
the
Jinx
end of that
बोलते हैं.
half, when DRX got the read, they managed to shut it down.
Yeah, for sure. Some really good adaptations from them time and time again. I mean, you see these side executes just kind of making sure they minimize risk with all the utility. They go in together. It's good spacing and good trading time and time again. I think here you see a classic bonus round from DRX. Here you see the neon ball and the smoke over in towards A-Link, and you turn it into a back garage wrap towards C. It's what allowed DRX to win the bonus, and you're able to come away with rounds like that when you play this neon comp. It has so much pace behind it. You could be in grass 1 second, and then all of a sudden you're wrapping back garage, you're catching the other team completely off guard, and it just wasn't something that PRX
I want to say something.
Even, you know, Flashback, for an
to
example, is a player that,
head, bro.
you know, you put him into these
Do something with this guy.
for example,
But
that he's been able to
नहीं
show on
करना.
the Sentinels and things like that. And
Jinx is
the
God,
Neon
Jinx
in
yeah,
this
bro.
case ends up backside C, and he's able to come away with the goods. This is a perfect example of I saw him win this exact same clutch on the
Who,
side
according to you, is the highest paid player, including every region?
It was fantastic
Including
stuff
every
from him.
region, I don't
was
know.
not a believer
Because
on the
nobody is
attacking-
going to
on the
disclose
defensive arm. I was thinking, what
other
the hell are they
people's
doing? And he really
salary,
turned it
because
around.
it's
I think
not a
as
right
well,
thing to do.
freeing
I don't know
onto
why
the
people
Cypher,
started
it's
this
one of his
trend of
most
asking
played
people's
agents. So we've
salary.
been talking about him only playing
But,
Teo so far this year, but Cypher is a very, very good
It's not a
pick for him,
professional
and it's
thing
an
to do to
agent
ask
that he
other
played
people
at a
their
role
salary.
and he played a lot of over in Rare Adam.
Yeah, he's trying to expand his pool. He's trying to show us that it's not a crutch. You know, he can do more. And I mean, I think
There's no way PRX
more
to
we
come
have
back
to
after
see.
this
I don't
loss.
think his Cypher was quite as good as his Teo was.
This
but, you
will
know,
prove
they
their
got over
strength
the
in
line, and that's what's important.
mentality right now.
You're still on about the Teo.
I hope he plays it on Icebox. I want more.
He's a great Cypher.
G का game
But
में
speaking
इसको
of Icebox,
silent
we haven't seen
bro.
these two teams play Icebox in quite a while,
वो भाई,
especially against
sort
each
of.
other.
He
And
is
now with
free-willed
the
man.
Tejo,
क्या बोलूं अभी?
with Waylay, even ISO being
In our
buffed,
region?
Harbor being buffed, we've got a lot
Again,
of changes
why
happening.
you
So
want
Icebox
to know
is
other
really,
people's
really
salary,
interesting.
bro?
And what else has changed is
Professional?
DRX in their playstyle. The fact that they picked
Isn't
double
it
duelist on
personal?
Haven and played the way they did is already an evolution of this team. PRX, on the other hand,
Not his
swapping
salary,
roles.
his worth. I'm asking.
The thing is,
I
I
don't know
feel
what
like we
his
didn't
worth
really
is
get to
going to be,
see
bro. How will I
fully
know?
what that means. Is if it's just Haven.
Even if, even if I know how much his salary is getting, how will I know what his worth
With the
is?
ball of
Because
Doom,
a lot of people have a lot
hard
of
to determine how
good
effective they are.
I think
good
Mindfreak
background
playstyle-wise does fit a Sentinel. I don't
do
mind
esports.
that change at the end of the day. So I think that's fine. For Jing on something like an Omen, you could be a little bit more aggressive in that controller role. I think a lot of people were asking to see more of Jing on an Omen or something, so they were quite surprised when Jing was put on Sentinel roles and things like that when PRX were going to more standardized comps. So I think they're experimenting with some things.
People
I mean, we've seen
alright
plenty
for
of
other
breach
people
already
to
from
talk about other
something, so
people's
that's not a
salary?
huge
Like,
departure.
what if
And
somebody asks
forsaken
your
on
salary?
a
Like, would
flash,
you be comfortable? No,
flash
right?
in
You'd be like,
agent,
"You push
or
right?"
like a
Like
flash
unknown
duelist in
people
this case,
asking,
like a Yoru is
"You
not
push
outside
right?"
the realms of possibility.
Yeah, I do have to say as well, it's definitely nice seeing DRX not run this Teo style in a way. You know,
Yes.
there was a lot of talk of
Jalo,
like, you know, that
Jalo
was their
mat
style,
babari
right? They
karo.
ran it the
I didn't
whole way through
understand that.
kickoff, the
No,
whole way through Masters,
didn't
and now
understand
they're showing,
once.
hey, we don't even
Didn't
need
understand.
that. We can play well, we can win maps without doing that. So it really shows that extra wrinkle that they managed to add to their game.
Yeah, if anyone in Discord, wait.
To touch
Let me
on
see
that,
if
like
today
you're talking about Teo, Freeing not being on Teo, so what do you put him on? Well, he played Senti before like a Cypher, so that forces Flashback into a different role, and in this case, that's
Let me
Duelist.
see.
You know, it went okay, I think. Definitely, you know, one half was not great, one half was amazing, so we'll see if they continue to do stuff
Somebody
like that in
sitting,
the future.
bro. Poppy is sitting, bro.
I'm just wondering how this is going to
Wait,
carry
Poppy is
forward
sitting in Discord,
again
wait.
into
Poppy?
Icebox.
Poppy?
Flashback, yes, our
Hello?
MVP. We were
Poppy?
a little,
Hello?
curious
Hello?
about the
What are you
Neon,
doing,
like
bro?
we've said. It's the very first time
playing.
he's been on the Neon, but he
You're in game?
proved,
Rank?
proved it, had a lot of
in
really
queue.
great clutch
Why?
In
rounds
queue?
that helped carry them.
Why are you playing Q, bro? Watch match with me, bro. Watch party.
What party with you? I
I'm
need
doing
to
watch
play.
party, bro.
I need to play rank.
Why you need to play? What is this? Why you need to play rank? Who asked you to play rank, bro? On Sunday? Which devil, bro?
You ask the coach.
Call the coach. Tell him, bro. Why is my player playing on Sunday, bro?
Tell him.
Where is everyone?
You on live, ah?
Yeah, live. I told you watch party I'm doing. Then what live only I'll be, right?
Ah.
Tell me, where is everybody?
Kelly can go watch party with you.
He can do watch party with me. What is he doing?
He's doing nothing.
Doing nothing.
Yeah,
What a
just
guy.
watching.
Ask him to come Discord, bro. I want to talk to him.
Kelly, come Discord. Gary calls you. Sup, daddy?
So, bro, are you on stream?
No.
I'm telling I'm streaming, bro. I'm doing watch party.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, you're doing watch party. If anyone else in the bootcamp, okay, Poppy is playing
Yes.
game. We'll throw him out somewhere else. Wait,
Crystal is here.
we'll send him to Hong Kong. Wait. So Mr. IGL, we need to interview you. Chat, if you have any question to ask IGL, please ask. This is Kellyus in the Discord.
Gary.
What, bro? I will not let you go, bro. It's like no off day. Sorry,
Okay.
no off day. Poppy is playing rank. You're sitting doing nothing, so we call you for content. Bro.
I'm in labs, playing in labs. This puppy lying.
No. He told me you're doing nothing, bro.
No. He's lying. Look at his face now.
Yes. Welcome
He's
to stream,
smiling.
everybody. Yes. So tell me, how was yesterday's match? What do you any insights? Give me anything. Somebody's asking why you throwing yesterday in Pearl, bro.
Okay, you can ask.
I'm going to ask very difficult questions.
Okay, you ask Poppy first. I go next.
Okay, wait. I'll call Poppy also. Wait. Poppy.
Huh?
Okay. Chat is asking why you guys throwing yesterday in Pearl.
Throwing in Pearl?
I
don't remember we throw in Pearl. Did we?
Yeah, almost threw it, bro. What lead? 12
Almost.
5? 12-4?
We just want exciting match, you know?
Okay, Kelly, now you tell me, Kelly.
Kelly will answer
MVP.
the real answer.
Kelly was MVP.
Hey,
also.
where's my 100k won? Gary, 100k won. Where is it?
100k won.
I remember.
Oh shit!
If I
That was
when
I was when I was there. When I was there in Korea. When I was there in Korea. If I come to Korea again, then you get MVP. Then I will give, bro.
Ah, you scam me.
Why you didn't tell
You can
other upper management to take me, bro? What
you,
bullshit?
you can bank transfer, you know.
Bank transfer. Wait, I'll talk to my colleagues and I'll get back to you with that. Yeah.
Nice.
You're not scamming, no, bro. I'm not. So tell me why you throw yesterday second game, bro. Almost throw.
Just to make your watch party interesting, you know.
To make my watch party. My watch party yesterday was declining because of lag, bro. Lagging a lot,
Oh
bro.
shit. Oh shit.
So tell me about the environment. How is everything there? Like, at last you played first game with Patrick in stage. Was he very nervous? Where is he?
No, he's here. He's not
He's there?
nervous. He's just very exciting.
Exciting. Why was he so serious,
Uh,
bro, after the game?
he's not satisfied with his performance. That's why.
That's what I was telling. I was
He
telling the
wants.
chat. Same thing. He's not satisfied, but he need to
Uh,
keep his head high, bro. He played good. I mean, it's not like
yeah,
he
he
played
played good.
bad.
Yeah.
He played good for his first experience on stage, bro. Other
Yeah.
people I've known as Huggified, bro. Yeah,
Mhm.
last time we had one more person. His name is SK Rossi. Uh,
What the fuck?
I want controversial, bro. I need controversial stuff in
You
my
want
chat,
spice?
Yeah, spicy.
Okay.
I want masala. Indian spice.
Masala, okay.
Yeah, people are tell Patrick to chill, bro. It's okay. We got it. People,
Yeah, man.
we support our boys.
Yeah, man.
Then one more person is missing. Where's Udoton?
Not here.
Huh? Not there?
Yeah.
Why? Tell him fine, bro. He's fined. 100k won,
He's
fine.
fine.
Take it from him.
That's right.
Then where is Crystal? My
Talking to his
Russian brother. Huh?
He's doing Russian watch party.
Yeah, Russian watch party. What? Alright, guys. If you ask any question, there's Kelly and Poppy in the chat in the Discord. So if you have any question, you can ask. And please
Yeah, you
ask
have
questions
5
that
minutes.
please ask questions that like will get them cancelled.
Oh, she is. Chill, chill.
It depends on how you reply. Kelly, so Mr.
Yeah.
RJ is saying, what Indian words do you know by now?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Bye.
Huh? Bhai.
I only buy. Bye.
Oh, you know only brother. Family, huh? Are you
Yeah, I'm a family man.
Van Petrol? Huh?
What?
Family, you saying? Vin Diesel's brother, Van Petrol. Yes. And Puppy, can you
Huh?
say okay, never mind, bro. I can't say this. Never mind. What are you guys saying in chat, bro? What the hell? They're asking question, who are you most confident against? Which team? PRX, DRX or Genji?
All of them.
All of them. That's what I said, bro. We are goated. We are goated, bro. Brain goated. Will the match start? Oh shit, guys, match started.
DRX, but you just got to remember, it is
Okay, guys,
against
no more
the
question.
Lead Pistols of PRX.
Too much
You
happening
can't
here.
take away
No more
too
question,
much
no more
from
question.
that round.
Okay,
A nice
bye-bye.
idea for them to stack, for sure. Yeah, a
Bye-bye.
nice idea.
Bye-bye.
But I will say one thing, actually. What does that expose?
Kelly, you want to do watch
It
party with me? Huh?
exposes the true position. It exposes
playing.
that because you don't have a
You
sense
playing
of
What a guy,
you have
liar,
to
bro,
wait
liar.
until it's
I play
playing
in
as
live.
PRX.
No, this puppy live. I can live. It's show it to you.
Okay, I'll leave you to go practice. Bye.
Bye bye. Have fun.
Facing so much
I
pressure.
don't
from the
think we should be
fans, from their
disturbing them a
team,
lot.
from each other even at times. And it just can't feel good. You know, you're constantly thinking now, and now you might be worrying about Tube so much so that you're playing way too defensive. Look at what they're doing right now. Hanging back, trying to check for mid. DRX, meanwhile, just continues to hold, slow creeps up back in towards A.
Yeah, and if you're DRX at the
Basically,
moment,
SK
how do you wanna
Nirav,
try and
I can
get in
answer that
towards this
question.
site too,
He was serious
right?
because
What sniffing
he
abilities
felt
do
he
you
could have
technically
done
have?
better,
You've still
but
got
he
the
did
drone
not.
to come out from freeing.
Abhi
But more
kya bolu?
importantly, right? Do you want to
Self-
try and just recollect together when you
Basman.
hear some utility going from Paper X? Because this
Mr.
gives you the
Sathab,
idea
good
that
morning,
they don't
brother.
100% know where you are either, right? They're trying to figure out the information at this point in the round at the same time.
Precisely, and that's just what happens. Drone out from drone, one into mid, one from A.
This roster's fun, yeah. This roster's really fun, bro. I mingled with them a bit, and
so a
it's
bit of a
really fun.
toxic screen, and a bit of a jiggle from Mindfreak as well.
I could do
don't
nice
know if he spotted
content
out
with
enough.
them
Yeah,
because
there's two
they
positions
were
around
actually
the map
fun
that are of
to
key
be with.
importance. What damage can Freeing do to keep Paper X here? And importantly,
Wow,
what information do Paper
one
X
X.
find
Oi, what?
over at the B site?
Wait,
And unfortunately, they started to shift, which meant vulnerability for something. And now look how far forward Freeing is.
That is
20 seconds though, 20 seconds.
incredible. But yeah, I think they're still good, Komodo. 20 seconds, yes, that might be the case, but Freeing's got all of this locked down.
Oh.
Still okay, looking away,
What?
90 degrees, just
they're
around.
playing
Salvos
really,
are a
bro.
little bit scary. The Salvos does buy some time, but DRX still looking for a safe spot to plant. Bane gets it just in the nick of time.
Oh, Gary
Paper
bhai,
X
you
might
should
have
get the boys
sights
to watch
around it,
IPL.
But at the same time,
I mean,
Mako
I don't think so they can see
still
IPL
not
right now.
detected.
Maybe I
Defy
can
will look
stream
to
it to
launch
them,
the
but
assault
I don't know.
straight in. Takes that one pick
But I
off
can't stream
against
from you, so.
Flashback. And at the same time, Forsaken's still alive.
Oh,
No
come back.
utility though, so he's just gonna have to gun his way through. Takes down Freeing, and all that's left, Bane and Mako all the way towards the back. They have the spike under their sights. Looking to play around that though, but the reload not in his favor. Forsaken will swing, but Mako swings as well. That's a shot, a trade for trade. And down it's
Mako, my God,
Mind
bro.
Freak around the toxic screen.
Mako, my God,
spots him
bro.
anyway.
Whose voice are you?
Getting the plant down at the right spot at the
Somebody's
end
voice
where
again.
all that utility looks to stall you. The reason I highlight 20 seconds, Quack, as well, because you've got to wait and respect out salvos. A lot of times when teams have those available, right, you have to recognize as well. Have we seen
Gary,
them?
I clipped your Rossi clip, new controversy coming.
They throw
That's
them
what I
out,
wanted,
they
no?
stabilize at the end there. I want to
That's what I
highlight
wanted.
too, a good 0
I know
point
Rossi's
actually in the
okay
middle
with it,
of
bro.
this
Rossi's a
retake
good,
meant that DRX had to
buddy
fight a
of
couple of
mine,
those
so.
duels dry. And it starts to look a little
If
bit
buddy
awkward, right?
cannot
Paper X are hitting the shots in towards
talk to
that
each other
one,
like this,
but at the
then
end,
are you
I
really
think
a
you
buddy?
just kind of forget about all that early stages in the round because, well, Mako just gets the clutch.
Yeah, it's just another delicious Red Bull
No,
clutch
your
from
camp
Mako, as
neon
he's
will
known to
masterclass
do.
you.
That said, though, I want to see Paper X play a little
Is
bit more
Patrick same in
comfortably,
person?
right?
No,
You know,
I think
playing
he's
defensive
very chill
just
guy.
isn't
He's
quite
also funny
working
guy,
out for
bro.
them.
He's also funny guy.
But right now, in a bit of a 3-2 split, they peek into B and they don't see anything.
Yeah, that's important as well, right? Recognize that Paper X are trying to do
Gary
something
Myokin,
with the lesser
how
weaponry.
much
I love to
days
see
it
these
takes
sort of
for
ideas
trials
on
of
towards
VCT
gun
roster?
rounds as well. If you
Quite a
fashion good
lot,
duel and a good
quite
overwhelming
a lot,
force,
actually.
it can always go a treat. But the fact that they don't see anything at B, they're going to have some numbers here for the
A month,
retake
can
when the
be a
spike does
month,
go
can
down.
be a month, more
With
than
that,
a month. Maybe a lot of
numbers for numbers.
depends on which
Yeah,
stage
Komodo, I'm
of
still quite
trials you're
worried,
in
you
as
know,
well. Like
given the weaponry, it's gonna be tough for Paper X. Bit of a refract
Playing
for
really,
Forsaken.
but the
I
other,
don't know how much information that's really gonna give to the team. Toxic
Yeah, it
screen
just
up.
looks strong,
Maybe
though.
they look to stick the defuse somewhere here or there.
There's only so many positions that you can look to spam this defuse down attempt though, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for sure. One point or another, they're gonna have to
limited, bro.
push out, and as they do, it's gonna be a bit of a
Nice.
choke point. Two angles being locked
Nice.
down, freeing alongside Flashback. Hyunmin now chiming in as well. Only one frag found for Paper X. DRX,
I'm going, Gary, man.
on
Cannot
the
watch
other
this
hand,
anymore.
a
If
4-0
they win
scoreline.
second map,
Yeah,
I
off to a
come back
similar
or I
start from
come
what
back
Paper X were able to do
for
over on
Thailand
Haven,
game.
right? So
Okay,
it feels
okay.
like
No, not
attacking
four,
side,
it's
your
okay,
opponent's map
bro.
pick, good start, but does it falter over
At this
the end?
stage
I mean,
of
we'll have to see that in,
professional
a
playing,
couple of
that
moments'
any team
time,
can
in
win,
the
bro.
future. But
Unfortunately,
right now,
it's
I mean,
DRX
DRX are
today.
looking to carry momentum,
Hey,
they're
just
looking to
welcome
be
to
very
stream. Thank you for
cohesive. You
subscribing.
know, the comms you're expecting to be
Guys,
good
who was
because
here, please do
everybody is
subscribe. Thank
recognizing
you.
on
Thank you
DRX
a
at the
lot.
moment
Yeah.
what utility needs to go where, even in the positions where the time is starting to become a factor.
He
they're
performs
also,
better
you know,
after
kind of looking
controversy,
pretty
so I
good.
will
So
upload it
try
before
to
split 2
cut the head off
starts.
this one nice and early. Paper X
You can
have a
upload now
timeout,
also, no
and
problem.
we
I
already saw
will
in the
do
first
more
series, right,
later also.
conversion
Don't
rates
worry.
on the back of timeouts.
That is a guaranteed
And that's
promise.
the whole thing. You know, Paper X, they have been known to do this before off of timeouts, but
13-0? I don't think so.
it's
It'll be
been a
13-0.
bit of a tough year for them
Alex
so
is
far. We'll see if
frustrated,
this
bro.
really comes into
Just
factor
see
for
the
them. You can see that
see the
Alex, at
first
very
map,
least,
first
he isn't mauling. He's very active.
first half of the
and
game.
hopefully that does help them. But
And
at
now
the
see
same
what
time, I just
happened,
gotta
bro.
imagine
Done.
for DRX, they've won the whole of kickoffs. They've challenged tough opponents.
That's why I said they're playing Vele, bro. PRX is playing Vele. I think PRX has a good chance to play
playing
Vele
old
in
compositions that
professional
they've
maps.
been
Ooh.
known to play before. more. I
jerseys,
just
bro.
imagine, even with
G
new
का jersey
players,
किधर है?
they're very
That's why
comfortable
you're
working
losing,
with
bro.
Hermes' system.
PRX doesn't lay
Well,
on.
flip it on
That's
the
why
other
you're
side
losing.
for a moment,
Arj.
right? For PRX,
Ale.
they weren't a bad Icebox team back in the day when it was
If
in
they,
the pool,
if
right?
they buy
You
Arj,
think
then
of
we'll lose now.
Forsaken
Sorry.
getting out on the Sova, more importantly, Jing on the
okay,
Sova,
Kanchana.
having Divide on
And
the
tan,
Killjoy,
tan,
right?
tan.
These were Sentinels that were able to play around the map, were able to lock things down very convincingly. That was a key strength of PRX back then. And here, you change it up
PRX
completely on
doing
its
GE
head.
cosplay.
And we're just seeing very big disconnection at the moment.
Yeah,
What?
it's definitely a bit of a
What do
mental
you
thing
mean?
for them. But we'll see if they can frag themselves back
If
in the game.
winning
if
is
anything.
GE cosplay,
right now,
then
they have the
they're
guns,
doing
of course,
right.
but still, smoke's up and online. And right now, it's going to be the B site under attack.
Wow,
DRX have
क्या
already planted
flash
their boots firmly
किया,
into the
net
ground. Bait in with a
भाई,
single
split
headshot.
किया,
Come in,
wall
looks to
किया,
take
bro.
that player out from upper,
GG,
but
bro.
also something just getting into safety.
Quick,
This
in
is
towards
too-
this
this is
B side and a
too
protected
strong,
pit
too
as
strong.
well. I mean, how do you get into this retake as PRX?
It's going to be tough for sure. Be it Forsaken can do something, but he's on it. On top of all things,
Gary, be honest,
all
what
does well,
factor
and
does
it
Jing and
continues to
something brings to the
work
team?
against
The
PRX's
aggression was good,
dismay.
but
At the same time,
they
Flashback coming up
I mean, they're not
behind,
washed yet. They're not
in
washed. I think their
repositioning around as
team,
well. The pit might
they need to
roll.
find a team
PRX might be
chemistry
push
again,
up,
bro.
but you are
I
absolutely
think they
right,
lost
Kodo.
it
They
a
are
little
running
bit.
out of time. Bit of Tejo utility. The Armageddon rings
Wow.
through. They're off at
How
the
do you win
spike.
this?
They might have yellow under control, but do they find the frags? That is the key here.
How do you
Something
win this, bro?
tries as he does.
Can't.
He manages to take away 2, but needs a little bit more. Flashback suddenly now up from behind reveals the surprise that PRX does not have any control whatsoever.
Yeah, pretty
This is
quick
hard.
explosion in towards
Very
the B
hard, bro,
site
for
from them, and I'm
PRX.
thinking to myself, if they're able to get in here, get a pick or not, but if you get the pick, the Viper's pit down,
Missed
it's
the
going to be
GE
so
versus
difficult
GFM
for them
match
to
live,
get
so
back in
rewatch
towards
your
a
stream,
retake. I'm
logged
looking
it.
at PRX, you
No
mentioned that there's an
overreaction,
operator
content
in there,
creator
right,
stuff,
for
only raw
Forsaken.
reaction.
And it's a
Bro,
difficult
हमारा
weapon to
team
get
खेल
in
रहा था
towards
भाई.
it, specifically on this waylay where you're trying to see
Whatever
players that
emotion you
are
saw
adopting
is
it,
pure raw
getting in
emotion.
quick,
At
getting
least when it comes to
information,
our
maybe
game,
a kill,
pure
and then
raw
refracting back
emotions
out,
होते हैं
right?
भाई.
Already using that ability earlier on, no longer
I
available.
was happy.
Yes, you could try and
Then
use your
almost
ultimate
through,
to
you
get your
sad.
team in towards it, but
All
you just
together,
look at that
we
B-side,
chat,
how
everyone. Together, happy
disconnected
set.
DRX are from the actual position. It's
And then
awkward.
happy
And you
then.
switch in towards the next round. We've got an immediate
Hey, thank you, by the
assault
way.
being shut
It is
down.
good to
These
hear you
pistols of
guys say
PRX
that.
not able to find too much.
I'll try and
Yeah, this
be
pistols, after
true to
all,
myself. A bit
you gotta imagine it doesn't
to
feel
myself.
too good. At least Jing will be able to get away with one up on pipes, but at the same time, back into B, we got a little bit of there's a loop. Yeah, that's right. Mind Freak spotted up by the alarm bot. Oh, it turns around.
Bro, that alarm
Hello,
bot. What the
Flashback's
hell?
there. And with
Why is
that,
the alarm
open
bot
B-side
there?
as well for
When he was
DRX.
pushing. What the hell?
Yeah, maybe you can take that gun away. That Bane did drop. I mean, Devi's
Not
already
gonna
got that
lie,
in
and
possession
why don't
too,
they
right?
change
So we'll see
roster?
what
At least
damage is
try
going
2-3
to be
changes.
able
I mean, it
to
is
be
working.
delivered in this scenario.
Probably going to
Playing
give it a one more
towards
shot.
here as
Let's
well.
see
You're
if
saying who's
they'll.
going for the
If they don't, then
plant, freeing, get
probably
closer
they will
towards an
do
Armageddon.
a
You're never
bench,
going to
I
mind
guess.
that with how successive that ultimate can be.
Yeah, all of these just point towards
Rakshit,
even more
welcome
rounds for
stream, but
DRX.
I don't know why
Closer
you were
ultimates,
saying
at the
this,
same
but
time,
feels
looking
like
at this, the
PRX is finished.
positioning
No,
that they
bro.
are
I think
working
any
with
teams
so
can come back
far,
from the
you
bottom.
have to
Bro.
imagine at some point just the fact that you don't have these
They just need to find a
traps
chemistry.
around the map. You know,
The
DRX
chemistry
gets to
was
walk around so
team
much.
plays,
Yako just
how
into this
each
spot.
of them
Okay,
could
gunned
read
down by
each other's
Divine,
minds.
but
I think they
now
have
it's
lost
up
it a little bit.
Flashback, up by
They should
mid.
get it back.
Jing at least marks down the position. So a couple kills. That is still a bit of damage being delivered by PRX.
Yeah, there's a lot of credits, however, for DRX, so they're not going to be too phased on the back of this one. I mean, you'll just take away a death orb, right? So you get a little bit closer towards your ultimates to have a massive round later on, which is kind of the position that we're starting to kind of need from PRX, though, right? We need a massive round to come out from them because they're going for a little bit of this space control, right? We see it over at B earlier on where there's no DRX members home.
You know,
We see it
according
at
to
this pistol
rumors,
round where
we
they
signed
attempt
them
the
in
same sort of thing,
G.
but over
You
on the
get
safe
people's
side,
USA
there's
Valorant.
DRX members, but they get
You
shut
want
down, right? So
Jing
we're kind of saying,
and,
all right, cut
you want
PRX a little bit of
Jing
slack
and
if they go
something
for something
or
like a stack,
Mindfreak
right? I wouldn't mind seeing them
playing
go for a
G
bit of a stack,
Academy.
go
Wow.
for a full retake if
Well, they're a very
DRX
costly
do not go
academy
towards
player,
their
bro.
side. But also in a stack scenario, don't get too aggressive. You got a lot of this utility that you can stall DRX out, and if you make them reset, you buy yourself a lot of time.
That's
I mean,
exactly
yeah, I
what
mean-
PRX has to do. Here it comes.
Oh,
Quick dash in.
no,
Ooh, but
bro.
instantly gunned down. The entire Korean squad will deny Forsaken any early space.
ये तो गया.
Spike dropped into safe positions as well. The Armageddon sent through. Mind Freak being able
What's
to
up, Mr.
hold
Kevin?
down the entire B by himself. Hello. That's good. And at the same time now, continuing to push out front. Divide off the null command. Unfortunately gunned down. Still still kind of ringing through, pulsing away with his ultimate, but his teammate now coming back in for support.
I think if they don't get that chemistry again at stage 1, they should part ways. Their ways to a better. Good, I mean, let's see.
Revealed as well. Flashback
Stage
Trying
1,
to work
yeah,
around it.
I think so too.
Still looking to play the objective. The spike
Let's
will go down. Mindfreak just tries to delay a little bit further with the
Let's
snake bite.
see. You can
Might be able to
spam.
cut
You can
himself
spam.
through. He hears the tap at the very least, but not quite finding a position. Still has to watch out for
It
a
is slow,
flashback.
but better.
There it is, at least the first kill. Nanoswarms instantly popped, and flashback looks to play
timing.
the wall.
Oh,
But
timing.
Mindfreak, steady
First
as ever, will spot him out. An entire ace in the round being picked up by the Indonesian player.
Oh, are you mad, Jing?
Individual
Yeah,
moments.
Mad. Could Jing
Generally
bring?
memorable in Valorant, right? For
Could
PRX,
Jing
that is
being
an
out of the
important
scene
one
for a
in
few
this
tournaments
series
for the
right now
reason
to
for
get
his
back in
chemistry loss?
towards this map, hopefully. To start
Maybe.
with a foot in front of the other on
Maybe
this map,
not, I don't
Mindfreak
know.
to do it all. And
Maybe,
you got to
maybe not.
remember as
Let's
well,
see.
right? I'm saying at the beginning of this
Something
round,
is
if
up.
you're going for a
Maybe
stack, not
something
to
is
get
up,
too
bro. I don't
aggressive,
know.
because we haven't
Maybe
really
they
seen too much
need
success
to change.
setting
I
up
saw one of the
Forsaken on
vlogs
the
how
back of these
they
waylay
practice. Maybe
positions, right?
they
He gets on
change
in,
of
but
environment.
there's too many DRX members that look at that position because there's a quick time,
I don't
right,
know.
to
Maybe
get
something
that
needs to
gun
be
out.
changed.
But I think more importantly,
Maybe their
Mindfreak
setup.
planted his feet
Make them
around
get
that
up
B side. He knew where
every
they were coming
day.
from. He knew Marco was going to be
Discipline.
lurking up towards
Hold your
kitchen or
damn
somewhere in
clothes.
that round, and he found what he needed to.
Hold your
And that's
bedsheet.
what you
Hold
gotta
everything.
love now, although
Start getting,
Forsaken with the waylay instantly
ready
dashes
for
onto
office.
the top of
I
two.
think they should start doing
Doesn't
that.
see anything though.
Oh,
And that's where his
Oh,
refrag
Forsaken.
gets called out. Mindfreak comes back in just to help out his fallen
Bye,
teammate.
bye.
At the same time though, DRX
They're gonna
still
call.
working all the ways
They're gonna
around the
call.
map.
Go, run
Flashback
back.
takes down the next player something.
yeah, but you immediately just turn tail and run over towards the A side because you got the kill here from the back of flashback, from the shadows
damn,
to
this
quickly
doesn't
get a
look
plan.
good, bro.
This buys so much time in the rotation, actually, from
Not looking
PRX
good.
right now. Device low. Mindfreak has a pit, but you got to get into the site to even try and use that. I wouldn't be surprised if you just go for a save here.
It's gonna be tough. DRX having all that time, they've already set themselves up in towards further positions. So you are absolutely
Again,
right.
we
It's just
all
a
can
little
say
bit too
this,
risky.
but maybe something
Especially at
else
this
is going
point
in
in
the
the first
background.
half.
That something is
I
happening.
do like
and
again the
we
idea
don't know,
that
so
PRX have these
I guess we
plans
should
of
stop playing the
action
guessing
for
game.
what
Maybe something will
Waylay
happen.
is to
Maybe something
provide,
will
right?
not happen.
When you're trying to light
Let's see.
speed over towards the tube, you're trying to find some timing in combination with a flash, right? So you'll be seeing Devi try and set up a flash drive with right timing to get that peek over to find anybody who's lurking into mid, which where Marco has been playing so much this map so far, right? But he just kind of holds
Let's
W,
just
shifting
sign
up, gets
Jing
in
or
front of
something,
that
bro.
utility.
I don't
You
think so.
see
We're going to sign Jing or
generally
something.
really timing needed
Why
though
would we
with
sign
the
right
flash
now?
drive or with players around the world playing
That's the
Echo.
thing. That's the thing, Komodo. Because you know,
So many,
although these combos
so many
can work
timings
out,
happening this
they
one.
haven't really gotten the
I
right
feel
reads to figure out
luck
where
is also
DRX
part
are.
of
Or
your
timing, right? So those flashes, they have to
luck
be
is part of the
timed
game,
to
bro.
perfection because if that flash
If you're-
drive
if you have
will
luck
come
part of
out,
the game,
it is not timed right. You're either
You know,
not
ever
getting
watch
any
Blue
flash
Lock?
value against your opponents, or you're
You'll-
flashing
if
for
you
Forsaken at
guys
that
ever
moment,
watch
and he
Blue
needs
Lock,
a
you'll
little bit of
understand
time by that flash
what I
for
mean.
his equipment, right? He needs to get that gun up.
Position
So
your some.
a nice
What?
idea.
I don't remember what it was
execution, not
completely,
really
but yeah.
Yeah, it could have been
Go watch Blue Lock.
workshopped a little bit further, but at the same time, I mean, right now, just playing for that information game, DRX
What
have
is
been
this
slipping
push?
under their noses
It's
every
almost out.
single round. You know, whether it's back onto their
Wow,
other end of the sites.
timing.
This time, though, Forsaken will be able to sneak up onto Nest and get one for free.
Yeah, freeing down. That's a lot of your scaling utility to sniff out what's around the site down as well. Now you'll just play by the numbers. Doubling up in towards the elbow. When you got a little bit of lesser equipped players,
Hello,
you know,
Mr.
something only
Patel.
going to
What's
the
up?
sheriff,
Welcome
you
to
need see
stream, bro.
A little bit of corners be cut, but you're not really seeing too much from
Something
PRX.
is
An opening
happening
kill,
in the
and
background.
everyone's just
Something
covering away.
else. Something drop. Confirmed by
Trying to
Gary.
mark for it
What?
as well. Off angles all
What
being
are you
held.
saying?
Swaps up
Ayyo.
over onto the top of pipes. That's Mako down. The next player as
Ayyo.
well. Forsaken just
Ah,
throwing off
nice.
crosshair placements with a refract. And Bane trying to stay alive. Spots up Forsaken,
Oh
but the
my God.
salvos continue to
Come back.
bomb away at his position.
back,
Forsaken
Ben.
in with a quad.
Really quick utility to come out from him as well. I love that that saturate comes out, just provides him enough time to reposition his aim to go for these multi-frags.
Have you
to
read it though?
then
No. The only
overcook
I think
things
the
in that
only
round as PRX. Pretty followable.
only anime I have
Sending
not
in
read is Blue
Forsaken
Lock.
to find the opening kill, resetting yourselves
Before,
as a team. If DRX, you know,
it was
rotate over
even,
towards the B
what's
side,
it
you've
called?
still got players there
solo
because
leveling,
you
but
have
I
a bit to
started
bullet
reading
and
solo
rotated
leveling up
early
sometime.
enough as well. Really good resilience to come through for PRX here.
That's exactly what they've needed so far. Scoreline might be a little bit similar to the previous map right now, and so I would be looking
Very correctly, I
much
personally
forward to a
felt
PRX comeback.
Teams should be
Keep it
around
simple, smart
duelist,
pants,
look
and that's what they're looking to
MIBR
do.
from
Still, though, a
losing, they
2-2-1
went winning,
split
and look
with-
everything.
in with
They
a
also
Viper's pit
changed
around
duelist.
the A site.
No,
Oh,
it's
look
not
at
only
this
that.
quick-
It's
wow.
just
Up through
because
mid,
they made one
main on
change doesn't
towards
mean they
something.
win and did
That's
something
immediately gonna send the
miracle
guys
bad
back
guys is a
towards the B
miracle.
side
No,
as well,
it's not.
because
Aspas is
up here,
also not a
generally
miracle
at this
maker.
A side,
He
if
is
you
a
can
good
try and
player.
get over
He
it,
is
and you're
performing.
not
But
detected,
his team
you
is
can
putting him
crunch
in
on towards
certain
Mind Freak in a
scenarios for
potential
him
split,
to
so the onus
perform as well.
really is on
It's
Paper
always a
X here
team game.
to get some
Remember that.
information in the next couple
At
of
least
moments to
Valorant.
try and bring a little bit more stability back in towards this round.
They haven't quite been able to do so,
Damn,
though.
Gary,
Instead,
the
in
egoist.
fact, it is DRX getting the information in with the
Monster.
stealth thrown out. Still, though, wow, look at this setup. A bit outside the window, it turns out to be a high-low lockdown in place as well now.
Yeah, and that lockdown is going to flush Mindfreak out of his pit, so that's an ultimate for an ultimate exchange and affords you a little bit of time to get a plant. Meanwhile, Marco finds the timing on the flank as well, and Hammond found Mindfreak too.
Yeah, and off those positions now, PRX find themselves in a tougher spot. Forsaken just having to hold outside. Needs to look for Mako before he even gets close to screens. Sends in the stun though, and that's the headshot through. Off to the other end. It's just Jing trying to work alongside his brother, basically. In with the ult, but he doesn't quite find anyone. Might just give him a bit of space. Is it going to be enough? A frag through. Jing goes for the tap. Forsaken onto the other side, but no! Freeing spots him out instead. A double kill to close out the round, and DRX find yet another one on the board.
If DRX members were playing on the side itself, that convergent pass would have been great, right? Remove their ability to essentially shoot back and reposition around that A side, and then maybe you get a really good retake happening on in. But the fact that DRX just get themselves out of the side, start to play a little bit more post-planty-like, right? They kind of recognize that that ultimate is available, and generally you would either see one of two positions where that might go. Cutting off the side of Elbow in towards Jail, or towards the side itself. And unfortunately for PRX, it was the latter. And didn't really catch anyone. Into a new gun round, however, and it's again an immediate control of wanting to attempt pipes.
Yeah, we do have 0 point from Devi already clearing
His flanks are crazy though. Go to
main though. So straight back in towards A. Everyone's kind of flooding back through.
I am really enjoying Pepper's cruising. Like this is still, it's still remember the map when Sunset 24 when there's something is playing Gecko, ulting us and ulting our player.
That's a bit of a snake bite, but Jing holds true. What is this?
All
the way towards the back of Raptors, and he finds a couple. Now down to it, something and Mindfreak trying to reclaim space, but timing's already been lost and afforded to DRX. Viper's Pit up and online.
Timing for something. How far forward can he get to try and offset this deficit?
Yeah, trying at the very least, but working up around pipes is just too much to clear. Mako slips out of the Viper's Pit and takes down his counterpart. Mindfreak goes down. And there it is, last round of the first half, Komodo.
Good assists from Devi in there. Flash drives to Pamini's team to get a couple of kills, but you overlook the fact that Bane can TP across and jump over. Right, he gets behind him.
Topmost level from past 5 years. Your every word is valid and correct. No Gary ego, Gary correct. What is what?
DRX a really good grasp at the moment. I feel like with some shakeups, sure, on how to deal with this Forsaken aggression.
Freeing the brothers.
And when he sees too many numbers, he does just
I like that. Freeing the brothers.
Last round of the half right now.
What's up, guys?
And I think that's one of those weaknesses that we'll start to see as well alongside this refresh.
Please do like and subscribe.
I need for you to travel all the way back to a further back to the position. And with that, DRX then gets the flood in.
Valo mobile Indian market mein shayad na chale due to high specs. I
don't know. Plant the spike down on site.
But I heard it's
have the Armageddon at the moment too, so it really comes down to the value that you're going to be able to find behind.
I don't know. Let's see how the Indian markets take it.
Not just a plant,
Bane being
some
insane,
ultimates online as well.
Every player, as they said, Apex, all players are
looking for Fring instead, and just as right,
crazy.
They managed to take him down. Bane now trying to hold back. The Armageddon gets sent through. Not quite finding Bane though, but he does kind of reposition even further in.
What's going on,
the
bro?
clock continues to tick against PRX. Forsaken makes quick work. And he gets another tap. 2 kills already, and now Hyunmin in for another. Something alongside Jing, and they spotted every single thing out. PRX bits, but not quite broken. They will get the final round in this first half.
He's on 5 HP, and he still finds 2 kills. That is very quick trigger shots to come out from him there. Something that we would generally associate with him, right? But not on a Waylay so far. Not too much value, I gotta say, that you're getting out of it. You're not convincing value that you would say why Waylay is an argument to play instead of a Jet, for example, or a Raze, for example, on a couple of the other maps in the pool. But we're starting to see some value here and there. It's learning. It's a new agent. You gotta find strengths, you gotta find weaknesses. And this is again, PRX shaking things up. New agents to come out for them, shifting roles. But the fundamentals,
also, thank you for subscribing.
Switching it up between speed, between patience. We're seeing a lot more patience come out from them at the moment.
Which is, kind of lovely.
Yesterday G2 made comeback from 9-3. If you compare it with all, then I agree with you. Icebox is attacking map winnable. Not difficult,
innovative. It's lovely to see, but you just
what's honest ranking of G on stage 1? Making it to Masters and making it to Champions.
That's why I really want
that is our ranking.
As fans, you know, if you were a true fan,
ये भाई ये कौन kidnap
fraud, you just want to keep on supporting them no matter what they do. And just hope that one day they truly come back in their true form. At the same time, though, as you mentioned, fundamentals, oh my, DRX,
once again,
how clean do they look, especially with the start of this first half. It's like 6 rounds straight in a row before dropping anything.
Yeah, and then you're going a little bit backwards and forwards, and no one's really finding consecutive rounds until the two, kind of the later stage for DRX. But again, your job's kind of done for what you needed to find in your first half, right? Now you shift your mentality into playing a little bit more defensive DRX, and the difference that they have is an actual Sentinel, right? So I'm going to be keen to see what Flashback is going to do, what positions he's going to be playing around the map. I mean, more importantly, covering off mid, covering off B in general.
That's exactly what they've got with their toolkit. So right now, just a default toxic screen, 1 out from PRX as well. Continue to tap away, but not finding anything too much around mid.
Toxic screen up, can permit a safe passage across as well and just obfuscate what Hyunmin can see. So if you're talking about some protocols, these are the things that, you know, are kind of bread and butter when it comes to Icebox.
Wow. Drone up as well. Hyunmin tucks himself into the corner. Whoa! Wait, Forsaken knew where he was, but he was still able to get the headshot nonetheless. In with the timing on the recoil. Still,
when did they pick together?
To push on through with a bit of contact play. Something Jing.
It's a comeback time, huh?
Back sight. They managed to get it done. The spike gets planted. Mako arrives towards screens at the right time, but needs to spot everyone out. Toxic screen comes up though, and that's where now PRX gets to hang back. Mako has got quite a bit of work cut out for him.
Absolutely. I mean, you'll take some decay.
PRX has done this before coming back from this. Let's go.
They can. Versus 3, now position being spotted. I mean,
they have the opportunity to, or else Mako will destroy their dreams.
Okay.
Mako, will you destroy those dreams?
Has been known to pull off insane clutches, but I don't think it's going to happen quite in this round. PRX, they have him completely surrounded, especially with something making the long trip all the way up mid towards his back. So PRX trying to find themselves back in the game, and so far starting out pretty well.
Yeah, big strength in numbers as well when they start to find the kills around the site after Hyunmin was able to get the open up. So all of them barraging through the smokes or the walls together and setting yourself up for a pretty nice post lane, right? You're always going to kind of follow in the narrative that if you're at a deficit in a map of Valorant, you need to find the pistol, especially if you're something like an 8-4, a 9-3, or albeit like a 10-2 and further on. So the 9-3 here, the fact that PRX are actually able to find the pistol round, and hopefully this second round for them will start to get them a little bit more confident in towards this.
Confidence, a very much needed resource
for
Forsaken though right now. Confidence as well does spot out his opponent, Bane, just right up around 410. That's going to be the site for PRX. Quick plants in through, and DRX on towards the pistols, just looking for whatever they can get.
Pretty much. I wouldn't mind something getting activated in these duels as well to get closer to a Hunter's Fury. He's 2 off.
Long ago, my favorite anime was...
have the Vandal. Still though, he's playing into a very defensive position. It's going to be Jing holding the offense instead.
I stopped watching it at one point.
Bit of a
and then
an angle in towards Raptors. Spots out 1. Continues to push forward off of a bit of utility, and that's going to be Flashback taking him down now. Davai alongside Jing. Okay, spotted out by Mako. Don't want to lose too much here, guys. It's going to be Mind Freak now off towards the back of mid, spotting out yet another player. No real exits quite yet simply found for DRX. Just Flashback now stuck inside of mid. Yeah, we did lose another player in that process, Komodo.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, imagine a world in which everybody disconnected from the site and you're somehow able to pilfer a defuse out there. No, something's kind of looking after that one from the back of the rafters. 1 away from the Hunter's Fury. And the way that they've just kind of dealt respect towards this A side as well, commanded the respect, rather. I wouldn't be surprised if he's either getting a pick or an orb or plane or something, and then they can play a Hunter's Fury in this bonus round. And that's what
not
this is,
as much
It's bonus round. We actually got some pretty good damage as DRX in the previous round. So setting up for this rounds now, you're looking towards all the Vandals. An Outlaw was seen though, so for Mind Freak, you got to consider that's in play.
In the P
We've
and
got to
D.
go for full shields. Are we playing off and losing any bits of utility because of that?
Not too much for now. still playing on defense, of course, and now in with the ascended position.
Why would we buy? Why
be
would we
able
buy
to
out
pick
Pass
two
Pass
off.
and then pay him an
It's like
insane
a
salary to be
eagle soaring through
the
the
6th of
skies
G?
now. PRX
That did not happen.
scrambling, looking for
What the hell?
some sort of safety, but I don't know if it's going to be found, Komodo. I mean, take a look at the minimap.
Yeah.
It's all the way up towards down mid.
And you've got no quick availability to get across in towards yellow either here, right? So you kind of need to combine
Finland
a
Saga?
dart
No.
and a good shot. You need an overextension here, essentially, from DRX to kind of give you ways back into a round for PRX.
You said it during the halftime break. Fundamentals is what DRX does so well.
What
and they're
is
doing
my
that
hobby?
all across
Right
the
now I have
map.
no hobby for some
Mako
reason. I need to start a
holding
hobby,
down
bro.
Yellow. It allows Hyunmin to push into a further position as well, and at this point, something just has to peak.
Oh,
Go
something?
for anything. Finds a double, which is pretty good for now. 40 seconds left on the clock.
Is this where it gets scary?
Maybe. He is continuing to play it safe, though. Gave a bit of a jump peek. The paranoia sent through
close.
it. And not suspecting something will get caught out by Mako.
Well navigated round.
Because
from
current
DRX.
fire
I'm a little
are
bit surprised
the
that
best.
there's no Aldrone
Optimistic
immediately
is also
from
wrong.
Forsaken
No,
or no.
that's what I'm saying. If current fire is the best, why should we pay Pass Pass?
One of the general
Current fire
things
only
that
will
you
give.
start to see in Icebox,
No
right?
need- no
If
need
you're
Icebox.
not blocking out the vision of somebody on top yellow, either through drone, through
You
smoke,
play
through
Valo? Yes, I
flashes,
play Valo,
they're just going to
Mr.
have
Raj.
free reign to get the kills, and that's
Well, you
exactly
guys
what
please
Hyunmin was
please
able to
like
do.
and
So
subscribe, but
we
happy
might
life.
see that change up a little bit quickly
And,
for
make this
PRX
my
if they want to
future
contend
career.
with this B sites in the next couple of rounds as well.
Give
You know,
you guys
at
more
least good to
content
see for DRX's
and
side
make
that
a close
round that should
community.
generally go
So
their
you
way.
all
A
can
bonus
enjoy
round
some
does.
Valo, some games,
They just continue to get
and life all together.
orchestrate their movements across the map this way. But with that Hunter Trigger from the previous round, here it comes. Something looking to force DRX to scramble on the A site. Meanwhile, Forsaken straight in with the light speed. Stinger at hand. He closes in the distance. 2 headshots and Mind Freak off on another.
Playing that weapon to a T. Stinger straight in. I'll add on the back of that Hunter's Fury tagging him up as well, right? Recognizing that you can quickly go in towards that one and materialize an ace site control. That's really good from PRX.
This year, do you think what's the best?
Those headshots are as crisp as a Coke
Valo,
with
sorry,
max ice on a
Valo
summer day.
is
What else
supposed according to you.
Komodo?
His headshots.
Yeah, Mako's headshots as well. It's definitely
2020
something to work against DRX.
3.
You know, those fundamentals stay true.
Yeah, that's a quick one
I
as
think
well
for
to come
me,
out from PRX,
personally,
right? So when you
2023
think
was the
about
best.
previous rounds being a little bit slower,
Even
you
though
catch
we did not
DRX
do
off guard, don't have
good,
enough time to get any other members over towards the
I
site.
think we had
you
a
kind of need
potential to
members
do
that
good.
are there trying to bunker down A to do something. And I mean, addition
yeah,
of Waylay, right?
lot of
Teams
things
trying to
going on
also
in
figure out if
2023.
they're going to play against him. How does this saturate actually play? If you get spotted out, right, and Forsaken throwing that saturate over towards you, you're not going to be able to do too much if you don't already have an established crossfire. So just a little bit of utility difference in that mark, working a treat towards PRX and to set themselves up for this next round as well.
Why don't you stream, bhai?
See, you know, attacking
I am
side of
streaming.
rounds.
You mean my
figuring
gameplay?
out momentum, figuring out
Right now
what
matches are
layering
going
of
on, right?
utility
I
they may need
was
to do
watching
in a round that they
VCLSA.
can't rely
Now I'm
on
watching
an
the
ultimate
VCT,
in the
so
beginning to open something up.
I don't stream my gameplay
See, it
right now.
works
Maybe
out
on
because
maybe on Tuesday,
you've got
Wednesday,
these
Thursday.
smokes,
See?
and it just allows for Forsaken to get into a safer entry. And that's the support that
Kitna
we're all
hours were? I think we have crossed it. It's just
That's it,
YouTube is lacking behind. No, we have not
only
crossed
have
it.
that many
Sorry.
chances.
I
Jeremy
think
now
we
in
need
with a
about
timeout. You know, certainly you can bet that
about
he might be cooking up
1,000
some
hours
kind of
left, I
defensive
think.
setup to
If I'm
work
not wrong,
against a
I think we need
potential
about 1,000 hours
assault
left.
being
I guess.
launched by Forsaken. You know, you mentioned the refract. As long as you have, you know, a secondary player to mark some of these possible
You should stream while
dive
playing
spots, shall
Valo.
we call
Yes,
them.
I don't
They
even
can
play the
always gun down
the
Forsaken,
games
even
nowadays.
though
So
the stun might get sent
it's
through.
been a long
Yeah,
time
I mean,
since
you're
I
looking
played.
towards anything like a recon from your Sova,
I
from a
don't-
drone
I
from
don't
a
stream
Teo,
also.
If you 0-point them, or even if you just spot them, right? That's going to allow
What's the difference
a lot
between
of ability
2023
for
roster
yourselves
and
to just
2025?
send
I think
Forsaken in and then hopefully
2023
find a
roster was
kill.
really good as
If
well.
your team's
As
also looking at the other positions where you
2025,
expect the crossfire to be.
both
So
rosters
this
I
never
feel
gonna
is
be a
really
bad
good.
idea, but coming in
But
towards a new round, right? I'm talking about these ultimates to try and open something up.
This was like I could spend more time with
It
them.
can be a very different look when you've got a
I
Waylay
love the
here and
2025
you're
roster. I
converging
spent
pathing
time with
in.
them,
That can
and
cut off pretty much half
yeah, I
of
mean, I
this
just
ace
felt
side.
we had a really good
That is
roster in
factual.
2023. 2023,
We shall
yeah.
see how that might work out in the upcoming round.
But this year
both
can
sides
be
instantly traded off.
way
Does
better.
buy a little bit of time for DRX to get into closer positions. Bane
India is not ready for
from the
Gary's
shadows
gameplay, bro.
onto the
No,
top
no,
of
not
pipes.
ready at all.
Starting to get a little bit of your scaling utility in towards the site, and you are just going to Waylay ult right on in. As I said,
1,000 hours
up
chat,
the
we gotta
side
lock in.
behind you.
Yeah.
Well,
We gotta
it's
lock in, bro.
Forsaken, but Bane, okay, he just leaves it to his teammates. Forsaken continuing
Your
to
voice
get
is low,
further
Gary, or the
space.
mainstream volume is
Trusted
high.
his teammates to
I
watch
think
his
I'm
back. Bane does go
My
down.
throat is hurting
Divine now
talking loud.
continuing
Maybe
with the
my
push
volume is low.
in towards
Let's see.
backside. 2 kills to his belt.
I
And that's now
think
Hyunmin trying to work alongside
this thing keeps
Screens. It's a
resetting.
good kill
I need to
things
start
off,
saving
though.
my
Two players
settings.
really low. Something and Divine.
How's it
are
now?
the ones on the site at the moment with Mind
Is it
Freak
good
to
now?
get a bit of a flank.
That's
I say
exactly
texture.
what he's looking for. Finds the timing on the peak
Bro,
as
come back,
well.
come back.
Just
Come back.
gets
PRX,
off
come
it,
back.
and not suspecting Hyunmin, and that's going to be another round for PRX.
2025 roster is more
And a
balanced. Yes,
non-conversion as well for
2025
DRX
roster is
back
way
on
more
the timeout
balanced.
in the previous round here too.
May,
So PRX, again,
because of
it is a
communication,
round
you can
they are able to
even
convert, opening
outperform
it up with an
2023.
ultimate. I really like the idea from them as well. Convergent pass on in. Anyone that is going to be stuck in that, well,
Good
they're
afternoon,
essentially
Gary
gonna be
Bhai. Good
dead to
afternoon,
rights, and then you
Vishal.
start to
What's up?
shift
Welcome to the
focus on towards
stream.
the right side of the site, and you've got strength
We are
in numbers
sleepy,
there.
but
You've got
we are
everybody with guns
also
up,
not
no
sleepy.
one picking out
Except
utility
for
where they
matches.
don't need to. There's a strong game
This
plan
team
for
winning.
how to attack that
This
round
team
as
winning.
PRX because they were afforded time to talk about
Cursed
how they
kiya.
wanted to do it.
I hope I didn't curse.
Exactly what those Coach Alex timeouts will do. Off of successful A rounds, now we're back in towards B. And with DRX playing in towards defensive positions, Forsaken gets to go all the way up
Ooh,
front.
1
Ooh,
HP.
tagged down to 1 HP by Mako, though. Still, the spike at least
Oi.
goes down.
There are three
Hyunmin
more-
in with
three more
blades,
knives.
looking for something, but nothing found.
Got to get in there. Got to get set up somehow to try and work these blades as well.
Oh, and look at this. All that happens at
Oh,
the same
kya smoke
time.
timing tha bhai.
Once again, back into mid
Oh.
to try to set up something
Oh.
towards the back. Still, though,
Reset.
shock dart through, and in
close.
with low HP,
What?
it's going to be a couple of kills coming back in, back and forth, all around yellow. Frink tries to work around the position, but it's not going to be enough as PRX has
Oh,
the
yeah,
entire
BM,
thing completely surrounded.
Yeah, just an eco to come through from DRX, not able to play
What
too much
the
on the back.
PRX first map हार गए हाँ
really
भाई
able to set
Pro
him up,
किया
but you're
सीधा
playing a kind of flashless
8-0
comp,
से
right? Disregard
13
the paranoia that's
no,
a bit of
where
an
was it?
uncommon
8-7 no
position in a
7-8
map like iSports.
7-0
You don't see
no
Omen too
I
much.
don't remember
There's not a lot of availability to
Ah,
flash
8-0.
drive over or something like that towards yellow to set him up to
39.
go for a peek and really just reblade everybody over at B long.
Lunch नहीं करोगे haven't seen you eating except drinking the coffee you made last time bro yeah I didn't eat yet bro
to spot what you can, remove
थोड़ा
abilities.
भूख लगा
PRX have a good grasp
but I
on
have
what
not
they need to
eaten
do
yet
to
let's see
defend the site there.
maybe between the
Now,
match I'll
finally,
try
we're
to get
getting
something to
onto
eat
a new fresh gun round, no salvos in the beginning of this round.
I don't know if you
Bane
will
is
say
pushing up
it
on towards the
but
belt. It's
was
gonna be a very
Polvi
fast
really
flank
worth it
available actually
yes I
towards
mean
this
he
B
has
side
the
here.
potential to be it's just I'll tell you again Rossi there are a lot of people like these they had the opportunity yes they were good at the prime I think they could have performed. It's just the stage fright, stage, lot of things going on, and then the fans did not let them come back. Bro. I feel they played in the head. They got lost.
If there was anybody else there, now you got a player advantage as DRX as well.
Not fans. I mean, like just the public is like very mean to you when you don't perform. So that plays a lot of toll in your head. And a professional player, you should be able to perform through that. But it is what it is. I mean, like, he's a good player. It's okay. I mean, it's gone. It's gone. Oh, whoa, come back. Bing, bing, Jing, bing.
Really nice
Everything
ultimates come
coming
through from
back.
Jing there actually to dislodge Freeing, who was in his own salvos on the
Governor got
arm
picked
pad
by
there.
AP.
A little bit unfortunate, but it's what you need to see, right? If you're at a player deficit in that sort of scenario, you need to see somebody either rely on some positioning or a good decisive call. And in this moment, it's a bit of
Once
utility combinations
when
to come
Texture
out.
said
You
only
see those
4 seconds is
salvos come
good
from
in
that
PRX,
position
rest
as well.
all
You got a little
tier
bit
2
of a
players.
disconnected play
This is
at
just
the
Texture
tail
thing,
end
bro.
for the remainder of
Texture's a funny guy.
PRX there.
He's
So
a very funny
starting
guy.
to really build some stability in towards this attacking side within
But
one.
I'll tell you this,
And we've only
Texture
seen
ignored me,
one
bro.
defense round, the bonus round so far come through for
When I was in
DRX.
Korea, Texture ignored me. He didn't even say hi, didn't say anything. The only person I supported,
Really
Texture,
tough opponent to work against, and that's one thing that we've got
did
to
a
consider as well, is the fact that some of these
unbelievable
DRX players
out
haven't
of
quite
jail
played against
contract.
PRX like this before. Perhaps in scrims, but not quite on the
And-
official stage. Still, though, Hyunmin aggressively in towards
I mean, we are the villain in the end of the day. It's okay.
Flashed up as
Whatever
well,
it is,
and
it is.
does
What
buy a bit
happened,
of
happened.
attention away. PRX looking
Let's
to
move on
reclaim
from that.
space. And then the poison cloud comes
Gary
up.
Bhai will team
Yeah,
do
and everybody
scrims against
was
Boom
kind of in
match.
mid for DRX at that
Yes,
moment
we
too,
will
so
do.
where do you
No,
scurry
wait.
towards? Where do you think that PRX are
Until
actually
Boom
going
match.
to
Yeah,
lean?
obviously, bro.
Also
Monday starts
to be
Suru.
gathered
Well,
over
only
at the
one day
B
off,
side,
bro.
setting
Sunday.
yourselves up for a bit of a hit here.
Saturday
Welcome
play,
everybody
Sunday
in,
off,
remove any
Monday
abilities
back.
of DRX and try to set up for a flank that is absolutely great at the moment from
Oh.
Jing.
that is exactly what PRX needs. Now a little bit more control. Still though, those pistols! Flashback! A couple of headshots through. Not quite, and it's going to be PRX still able to work
Move
off
on,
the
Gary. Mone
trade.
say hi to you. Yeah,
Something's the
Mone,
last man
my love,
standing,
bro.
but PRX tying up the score 10-10.
I spoke to Mone so much. He's a very close knit. We had a very close knit guy. A lot of introverts in 2023. I try to connect personally with everybody. And Mone reciprocated a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. And loved him since. I felt he was my prodigy son.
Into a round where you kind of feel like for DRX, they have to command something themselves with their rifles, with their ultimates. They have to try and find some early space, some early reads, and that's what they're going to try and do over to the A site nice and early.
Salvo's definitely going to aid them in that cause, but at the same time, PRX not allowing for them to set up. It's the Hunter's Fury. Still though, Forsaken was already cut down by Hyunmin, and that
Don't tell me this is fake comeback, bro.
Yeah, Freeing doesn't want to overplay this one either. Go for a repeat, can potentially lose his head. You've got that number open up with Forsaken losing his life. And this is where the round would start to settle a little bit.
Yeah, let's not talk about texture. It's okay. It is what it is. It happens. It's okay.
Leave the belt at the moment, so you do start to consider
No personal. It's okay. Oh bhai, pro किया, pro किया, ये round pro किया. DRX क्यों throw कर रहा है? PRX cosplay कर रहा है. Oh, almost.
It's not going to be quite enough. And that's going to be
the GOAT footballer Messi. Gary, I know you love me, but you hide it.
It's 3
I
targets.
love everybody in this chat, bro.
But
why am I hiding it? I'm not hiding it.
You don't have information.
Yeah, it's great patience from PRX when they do lose.
By the way, I got tired of saying it also. But I'm supposed to say it, so who's not subscribed, who's new here, make a stream. Please do like and subscribe. Thank you.
Is what PRX do. They let their 0 point come back on, they let their salvos as well, which Jing does still hold right now.
Yeah, who cares now? We need to focus on GE. Yep. I focus on my current 5, 6 actually.
Get a little bit antsy when
their love of my life. I love all of them like my kids.
He wants to try and go something and a loose spray through the pit. Vandals are traced.
All of them are beautiful kids who will outperform all these people in this stage.
Yeah. By 1 round.
Remember.
We shall see if that
I always say this to
everyone. Hopefully it does.
No matter what goes against me,
for, a couple of solutions. They are still
but I will always have the last laugh.
Quite been used yet, but
always.
As you mentioned from before, trying to get ahead of PRX. PRX still managed to get ahead of it thanks to, I gotta imagine, just Forsaken on the waylay, right? He was able to dash in to break some lines. The Hunter's Fury being pulled out as well, and that just forced DRX.
I want to watch TLN vs CS, bro. Yeah, bro. I want to watch TLN vs TS as well.
And Mindfreak working alongside one another. Still though, as I mentioned, the timeout.
Are you married? Why? You want to propose to me?
Yeah, as well. So you definitely want to see this one converted in the next. It didn't get to last time, right? So on the waylay point, right? You generally want to see the waylay go in, get a kill, you refract out, and you've provided enough space and info for your team to follow you in and then trade roles, right? Essentially, you get your initiators or your sentinels or your controller to go on in.
Something happens, remember what happened here.
But the fact that that's not what happens in this round, you stop, you pause for a moment, you rethink, and then you re-clear in towards the side.
Gary, give your life story, bro. Life story.
Just this dive in and get out. Job's done for your team. There's more
maybe one day.
The story that
maybe one day we become famous. We'll tell everybody how we became.
They picked it for a very good reason. So we shall see how it does continue to play out across the map.
What?
Pick up this win, and it's going to be map point.
Pizza.
DRX,
oh, guys, my wife is getting me pizza.
Yeah, well, same can be said.
We watch good match.
Right?
We eat pizza. Wow, so nice.
Was used over
love you, bro.
Site last time. If you're going in with the same sort of methodology, will it work here to get yourselves on map point?
Love you, bro.
Still
take care, bro.
Starting things off a little bit slow. Look at Mindfreak all the way towards the back of spawn as well, in case anyone pushes out of.
Take my phone now.
Hasn't done that quite yet, especially off the timeout. PRX trying to be cautious. You gotta love it.
Yeah, but for DRX as well, right? A little bit lesser equipped on the weaponry to afford themselves a
good line. How about vlogs? Yes, we'll do vlogs as well. Don't worry. We just started. We're just getting started, bro. Don't worry.
What information do you see from PRX
before you start to make a move? And at the moment, it might no Rossi today. No Rossi today. He's a busy man.
Just straight in with the ultimate. Well,
is he here?
I love that.
Busy man.
Refract just popped over on pipes, and he's sending in a snake spite so that if he goes for a challenge, takes any damage and refracts
if
back.
If doesn't win this, I'm going to train hard and join esports. Why don't you just train hard and join esports now only?
So that's a really good counter, quickly recognized for DRX.
Still though, very least, PRX has managed to kind of avoid that for now.
Vaishnavi will become.
Play down, well, mid lane. They do spot a player out though, and Forsaken looking for the opportunity.
Don't lose like this. Don't lose like this, guys.
All of these positions
Don't lose like this.
down, especially up by upper, especially up by kitchen now. Forsaken looking to push on through. Time is of the essence, but at the same time, DRX, they might not have the best guns, but they're still holding a lot of these positions. PRX, Forsaken trying to break on through. There's the ult, finally gets popped. 10 seconds remaining though. Where is the spike? Forsaken now gets into safety. Finally getting the bomb now down, delivered through.
Oh shit!
Pain, though,
this is so close.
Quick and through, and he's found Mind
Oh
Freak.
shit! So
Mako trying to work
this
along
is
the
too
position,
close,
plays around the safe angle.
Oh, this is just too close.
Forsaken, he actually finds it. Down to just Pain.
Shit.
But where could he be?
Oh shit!
A little bit wider
Masterclass,
than
Forsaken
and
masterclass.
Forsaken finds the headshot, a quad kill in the
That was
round,
insane.
as well as a clutch brought to you
Forsaken
by the bull with
masterclass,
the horns.
insane.
Red Bull clutch to come out from Forsaken. I mean, what? He got 2 kills earlier on in the map with 5 HP. This time it's 6, but it's the clutch to come from him at the end there. I was thinking to myself in this scenario, it's a 2 versus 2, right? You can't really get a good crossfire at the moment there for DRX when you're going for that one. And then, I mean, you make it a more winnable scenario when you get it into a 1 versus 2. And Forsaken just rips your heads off. That is absolutely pivotal for PRX here.
If you are taken hostage,
now sitting at map point, still though that was an eco round from DRX. Now they're trying back another cheeky position up on top of yellow. Hyunmin has done it before,
use
but now
lipstick or is it lights?
safer play coming out from PRX.
All that utility just dumped on towards him, and he hasn't been able to get out of yellow, but somehow he's able to find it whilst hindered. He needs assistance from his teammate, but he's just going to do it all himself. Traded eventually in a 3 versus 3.
He pulled out the blades, but yeah, unfortunately gunned down. Still though, up around yellow. Can PRX find enough footing, enough space to get the spike down? Not quite, because they gotta imagine DRX already have rotated over.
Marco's been holding on to this Viper's pit for quite a while as well. So you might look to see him
train wala shot with Babiji.
PRX possibly trying to bait it out, but still off the
They're looking at that shot which I put of you train going in. I'm going train waiting in line for auto.
It's gonna be Mind Freak slowly creeping up all the way out tube. DRX has no earthly idea. Mako though tries to play the position, but it's not gonna be enough. Still up around yellow. It's gonna be the kill. It's gonna be the final score.
They just need to push each other, bro.
Lots of aggression on that attacking side to come through from PRX, but I think I was way more impressed in how they're managing the aggression with the stopping power as well from them, right? Both in terms of Forsaken getting active, the rest of the team getting active there as well, but being more passive. I think this is a new look to PRX at the moment where they're recognizing in the map what is working against DRX currently, who are usually the more methodical team, right? PRX are usually more sporadic at the moment, and I think that's coming out in terms of
according to Forsaken, the most goated jet of Pacific will be Darien. When did Forsaken say that?
That attacking
I mean, I believe it, but
they
when
didn't
did
actually
Forsaken
do
say that?
too much wrong in terms of beginning, middle, and end of the rounds, with even losing opening.
What's up, Anurag? Welcome to stream. Hope you're good health. Yes, I'm good in health, bro.
Especially with that waylay at the helm, at the tip of the spear. The entire team started to figure out more options, started to figure out more ways to work against DRX's defensive setups. Like you mentioned before
supremacy.
As well,
what happened now?
Did he? Alongside that,
oh yeah, when he deleted the PRX one, you know.
But unfortunately, PRX kind of anticipated that as well.
Yeah, well, that means we get a 3-mapper coming in towards this series too, and I know there is a lot of letter RX fans in the world, so they get a little bit more of a delivery service coming in towards this one today.
And that is always going to be lovely. A very exciting match for sure, but that remains to be found. You know, is DRX going to move upwards on this trajectory as they head on forward in
this latest tweet was in favor of DRX and DRX lost, bro. Ye
banda. I mean, they're looking a lot better now, especially on this icebox. What does the next map look like?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've already seen a lot of changes from these teams steering away from what they used to play too, right? So Lotus, I don't think we're going to see anything better.
Yeah, maybe not quite. You know, DRX at the very least, we can expect something a little bit more comfortable. But for now, we will hand it back to the comfortable couch on the desk alongside Chubby Ninja and the rest of the boys.
Thank you, Komodo and Quack. Yes, these seats are comfortable, but I am not. Fans of PRX, we are now re-experiencing the heart attack feeling. That definitely happened a lot in this map with our one of the RXs now coming back on the second half.
Yeah.
Now, it's been really interesting.
Bro, he actually
you
typed-
guys
bro,
got
he
what you
actually typed
wanted. You
DRX
wanted
and
the
DRX
Icebox,
lost,
you
bro.
wanted the Waylay, and you wanted something
Bro, he
different.
actually said DRX and
Even
DRX
from
lost, bro.
With the Omen, with Bane, you got a
Oh god, and
lot of
DRX was
things changing
leading.
up here.
Oh
Sure,
god.
there's almost too much to talk about. Is part of that heart attack due to being down a player in pretty much every round, Vic? Can I just ask
it
you
is
that?
definitely one of many reasons to make your heart,
I mean,
heart rate go up.
Incredible in mid-rounding. If you're down a player, in so many of
Gary
these rounds,
Freeman.
you're still winning 13-10. I mean, that's some great mid-rounding. I think PRX, what impressed me on their attacking side, they had so many set ideas. I mean, they've got more util than you could know what to do with most of the time with this comp, but the way they used it to be able to minimize risk and just methodically clear areas of the map was super interesting to see. And then from there, playing the mid round really, really well, whether it be where the Waylay is putting
Emotional
themselves up the
roller
double
coaster.
dash or being able to get some
It's
active
all
lurks
because
going in
of
the
this
mid-round.
Binks, bro.
Yeah, I think the PRX comp
Leading
was so
that
interesting
DRX.
because I think they really
Touch kiya
showed
सीधा.
that when you go off meta, you
Patrick streaming. Oh, is
have
he streaming?
big weaknesses, but you also
Tell him
get
to come,
big
bro.
strengths,
What is he
and
streaming?
They really understood that. Yes, their weaknesses.
Hello,
are
bye-bye,
kind of
Gary. Got to go.
exposed
Have a
in that
nice
first
day.
half,
Bye,
but
Mr.
they could
Raj.
lean so heavily onto their strengths.
Lock
in
him
the
in a
second
room
half.
for G matches, bro.
Yeah, we talk about some of those weaknesses. I think that
Gee,
the
what's up,
first thing
bro?
that I
What's
wanted
up,
to
mama?
highlight is something that we talked about compositionally when we got the agents, which is just it's impossible to hold a lot of the map when you don't have a killjoy on defense. You can throw that orb up, but at the end of the day, it's going to be very, very hard to hold yellow, unfortunately. And this is the perfect example of it. DRX, they started so hot, and part of that was just due to bullying this comp and exposing its weaknesses.
Yeah, there's going to be so many gaps in a composition like this.
PRX one, what the fuck? Yeah, bro. Bro, I don't know, bro. This Bing's curse is too strong, bro. Way too strong here, bro.
So there's going to be gaps everywhere. Here we see Bane
Way too strong, apparently.
I mean, that was an insane Omen
Man's-
play. Like, Omen
man's
is kind
got
of
a
like
power
an
in
off
his
pick on this map,
hand,
and
bro.
actually haven't really been that much of a
Man
fan
has
of
the
most double controller comps
strongest
outside of maybe
power in his
Harbour
hand right
Viper,
now.
to be honest, but I was really convinced by the Omen, at least on attack. Did fall off a little bit more so on the defense, and his individual performance unfortunately did suffer that game.
What's Bing's
Yeah, but great point
on
about
G
the
and
Omen.
ask
We
him
saw
to
some really
tweet against
brilliant
G?
plays with Bane getting way back deep into sight, surprising
He
PRX,
did last
catching
time
them
also.
off guard, and yeah, triple initiator, sort of like we saw in the first map.
Did he
with
say
Gabe
anything
and
in our
with
match, by the
DRX.
way?
Like, what are you doing with this comp? You
I'm
can't defend
genuinely
like this.
curious. Did he say
And,
something in our match?
You can see why when the coin flips, you're like, all right, this makes a lot more sense on attack.
Yeah, when you go into that second half, you're okay to leave gaps because, PRX
Let me
can put together like a
infiltrate
death ball,
our
so leaving
Discord
gaps isn't a problem when you have
and
a
see
lot
if
of
anyone's
utility to just kind
streaming.
of punch that side with.
Yeah, so I'm at this point.
Nobody's
now that
there,
we
bro.
will be getting
Streaming. I'll just join Discord. Let's see.
After all, Lotus.
It's okay.
Things could be changing here too. This map obviously isn't.
Yeah,
new,
you said
but
2-0 G wins.
It has evolved
So
a lot, and I
basically,
think it's another one of those
we are
maps that
immune
have
to
changed.
his
But
curse.
Before any of that, of
Actually, I
course,
don't want
there's
to be
still so
too
much to break
cocky.
down on ice.
I think a lot of people has
we
told
talk
him
about new things. I
uska
wanted to touch on
Ponoti
the
and
Waylay,
destroyed like
and,
all
we
like
look at a lot of the
Goku
opening
karke.
portions of this round. This is a full set play
Spirit Bomb
with all
collected
of the
everyone's
utility,
anti-jinx and
the
threw
Waylay
that
just gets
Binks, bro.
donated. Unfortunately, it's either you get a first kill or you lose a first
I think-
kill.
I
and
think
unfortunately, in
वही
a lot
किया
of
हम लोग।
cases, there was some very
सबका power
fancy,
लेके
flashy plays going on, and
anti-jinx
then
का
the
power
Waylay
लेके
would just die
Binks
for
को
free.
I
सर
think it
पे
highlights the
मारा.
difference between Waylay and Jet, right? Jet is a lot
That's how
safer
we won.
because you're kind of going forward into your
True
strokes.
story.
Waylay doesn't quite have that. This
True
was
story,
a time
true
where
story.
it worked a lot better, where Waylay actually seemed a little bit better than Jet. You can take this deep angle, and instead of having to dash out, you just magically float your way backwards. So really great understanding from PRX.
Yeah, the refract. This was actually a set play that PRX loves to go aggressive down middle and down B long,
Never mind,
consecutively at the same time. And you see, in this case, unfortunately, something's caught a little bit out of position. And again, they lose a first pick doing those kind of very aggressive plays. But you see the potential of it, the KO flash from Boiler up over the top, and you get a double dash from the Waylay straight down B
Bro, I'm
long.
just looking
And
at-
within
I'm
5
just looking
seconds
at
of the
Bing's
round, you have a
cut,
Waylay in
Twitter,
a very,
bro.
very
It's so
deep
funny.
position, and that is the aggressive
Everyone's just
potential of the
abusing
agent.
him, bro.
MVP going over to Forsaken, who wants again, the player to play the duelist here, and I'm wondering if that's going to be something that they're kind of settling in structure-wise, because we've seen him, as we mentioned before, be very flexible in terms of his agent pool, but so far he's been the player to play duelist, and I think you're a bit surprised, Vic, that he wasn't on the Waylay, because he's been so good on Jet, right?
Oh, absolutely. Not Jet necessarily, but there are other players on PRX who are excellent Jet players, such as something.
Streaming
So
with
to
Bunyan
have
Salman Khan
Forsaken on
style.
the Waylay instead of Sova and
Did streams
playing it the way
quality
they
drop?
did, but
No,
you know
bro.
what? It obviously worked out. And
Did my quality drop?
Jason is
No.
just
That's
goat.
not.
I
That's
think
no
that
wrong.
poses a big
Nothing. No
question
drop.
as we move
Nothing. No
towards
frame
Lotus
drops.
as
Nothing,
well,
bro.
because Lotus is
What do you
traditionally
mean?
a raise map, right?
Where's
We
Patrick
know
streaming?
how great Jing's raises. So is Jing gonna, you know, he's been flexing. He played Teo, he played Omen.
Is he streaming on
gonna go
Twitch?
back to his raise roots for Lotus.
I mean, PRX, this is the double duelist comp for the longest time. This is Forsaken on that Sky. They've gone into a little bit of new meta, mixing in the Vice. I mean, this is still the core of a very popular comp
ये
right now.
बंदा
And I think
कोरिया
they're
में
able to play the Sky just
Wait,
simply
एक minute.
instead of the Fade single init that you see over on the side of, well,
Whether-
not on the side of DRX, but other teams that play single init do prefer the Fade. But you get a lot more of that fact finding, you get a lot more of that info
कोरिया
finding
में
with the Jet
16
and just
degrees
being
है अभी.
aggressive and bullying your way onto those lines and getting aggressive around the map.
Feels
But
like
DRX,
15. Wait.
You know, they love this Fade Teo, they love this double init. They can mix in whether they're playing the Viper, which didn't
अरे
go
यार,
so well for
I didn't
Flashback,
follow him
then they
to the
played the
hoops.
Vice, which also he kind of struggled a little bit on. This hasn't been a fantastic map for him, so we'll see what we're going to get from DRX on this map in particular, because Lotus has been kind of a hit or miss one for them, but for PRX, they're going to have fond memories of Lotus. They smashed Zeta on this map, and that was the map where I was like, okay, PRX lost that close game.
Match found.
It's 16 outside, bro. I'm inside, man. It's not cold inside our office. Yo, Kawa. Yari ka kay Yaya pag pinatalo mo yan.
Kahit ipatalo ko to, tol. Ano ka ba, tol? Dinagdagan ko to, tol, mga dalawa.
Sige, club ka na lang, bam. Mga kapahayop ka.
Tanga. Eto, oh. Si Lolo. Anip ka nga to, Dahoy, Leon Bota.
Bro, what the fuck?
Buwisit?
What?
I don't wanna
Then
do
what?
this anymore.
It's Gary? Or what? What's this?
LeBron.
It's Gary?
You're my glorious king.
Yo, Gary. When are you guys coming, Gary? Yo, what the fuck?
Like this is the last game. Like this is the last game.
Why is your name official
If the
Miyoke?
playoff was ending.
I have no money for Korea, bro. Aren't you guys coming like tomorrow?
It's true.
खोपड़ी खोल रहे हैं ये बंदा भाई. Oh, somebody else did. Intel Sama. Who's Intel Sama? Nice one. Last starter trend.
Oh my god, Intel Sama is back. Intel Sama. Musta Intel Sama? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Signature ko, kala mo yan. Wait.
Andiyan mo, Koy. Kirby.
Wait, eh?
Okay.
Yeah, what?
Oh, play.
Again, Freeing's on the
Go
Cypher. So this seems to be the new gear of DRX. Double duelist. Flashback goes onto the secondary duelist to make way for Freeing to play his signature Cypher. Before
Bro,
Teo
कैसे
came
white
out,
background
he
में
was a
stream देखते हो?
comfortable
I don't do it. This is a new PC. I have not set up anything in this PC.
Jing is not on that raise. He is on the Omen, just like you were talking about. We're going to send this back to our casters to finish off this series. Komodo and Quack.
Buying CYX bundle with your bank info. Thank you for the bundle. You didn't. It's not been shown.
There's another king that we all love on Pacific, Seth King.
Oh, that is true. Friendship has ended with Raze Jing. Omen Jing is my best friend.
Yeah, we do start things off already quick into the game with DRX on the attack. A little bit of rubble, also a little bit of pillars as well.
Yeah, well, one thing right now is just the jewels at the front of the B site, and there's a lot of PRX members here at the moment, and they are going to successfully win that one.
I know, big old flash as well, Komodo, and that's going to be now.
Yeah,
but look at what Flashback's able to do. Find some space over at the side of rubble. Meanwhile, Freeing is going to dodge out that drone too. So does that give you a false
we
sense
will
of
also
security?
call you Gary.
Positions around the map currently.
Not calling, he's calling me Gary, bro. He's calling me nicely, you know, Gary.
Done in towards breakable door. That's gotta let you know that you gotta get away from this A side, or rather get
not like this DRX.
All quick and
not like this DRX.
well, you know, trade protocols right there outside of the dark cover on towards C, and that leaves, you know, numbers disadvantage for DRX, even though Flashback has gotten in towards the back of A site, especially towards dropping
Gary!
into a deep position like that.
What is so hard in Gary? Huh?
It's a 2 versus 4.
And
You've
Gary.
got to get a little bit
Nothing
aggressive
different.
in this one to try and find some
nice try.
advantage or equalization, which is why
Just plant,
Flashback goes
just
up
plant.
there to try and find the kills. Good for one, but spotting info on the rest means that for Marco, this has to be a big clutch.
Has done it before. Starts out with a bit of a paranoia to flush them into his own smoke. Look at that. Right click through. Now just 2 players on the other end. Ooh, a good little flick, but Jing
both of them flicked.
Gets his own as well onto his new role. You know, maybe not quite
what
the
a
utility,
flick
but
by both.
sharpshooting definitely still true and sound on Jing.
Oh, one in the end for PRX. They started off well with a lot of those jewels as well, and DRX just dodging a bit of that key utility. Maybe if they doubled down over towards the C site little endeavor that we do see there from Bane, it could have gone a little different way. But all the information spotted on our
he could have gotten that kill, it would be nice.
earlier on this Tejo role as well. We're talking
See,
about these
both of them
players, we're
flicked,
talking
bro.
about
Nice.
new roles coming into stage 1. Are we going to see these sort of agents
Bings
align
type
with
anything?
these players? Look, maybe.
I think Bings should delete his other tweet as well.
Him on the Yoru to really try and find some space on this map to be a pivotal member to propel DRX in. But in a round such as this one where Hyunmin has gone for a buy-up on towards an Outlaw, you have
I think
to see
delete.
him
No, he
do
didn't delete,
something.
bro.
That's right.
He didn't delete. Oh,
something that
God.
Forsaken has done before, though.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Right,
he
the
didn't delete.
Outlaw, just to try to work against your opponents who might have light shields. But you're absolutely right as well. You know, Flashback previously the Cypher, now onto the Yoru. So DRX, same composition, but some of the players onto different roles. We'll see how that all settles in as they kind of jiggle on towards Rubble.
There you go. Shut out from Hyunmin on towards Forsaken. So Bane's money so far working a treat.
Watching PRX is so draining, bro. Yeah, I'm already tired, bro.
Block out operator shots as well, right? This is
PRX just paid him more.
things that PRX can try and play with. When that toxic screen is up, when it's down, they can sneak operators behind the line.
Fair and true enough, but at the same time, you know, even with that little bit of a fall, PRX continues to drone outwards. I was thinking maybe something continues to push out through from pillars, but yes, C is completely open now.
Yeah, but they're going to still try and go towards A, and that is where majority of these members of PRX are. 30 seconds to go. That's a marathon to go over towards this C side, but they're going to start to do that. At least get enough time to try and get the plant and establish it. They've picked.
If I were to ask who you're rooting for,
yeah, you're absolutely right.
if you can't see clearly in the stream, then something
even
wrong.
as you just trigger that door a
Anurag,
little bit,
I'm sorry
it
for
keeps
being
PRX
sarcastic,
on
but
the A site. PRX are thinking, we've got the guns, we need to work
because
around
they
this.
gave me free
So
stuff.
they are still trying
If
to
PRX next time give me free stuff, I'll root for them, bro.
Now it's a 3-on-4. Now it's weapons in the hands of DRX.
And this is one of those weird scenarios as well as PRX. Do you just consider the save at the moment because it's?
Bings even got head of APEC replying to his tweet. Yeah, head of APEC, bro. Head of APEC keeps eye of every like influencer, every org in APEC. Like, bro, he's
something with a judge. Yeah,
he's everywhere.
Set you up with a stun or a flash, and Jing
man's got man's got a lot of eyes.
Really difficult. So
man has eye everywhere.
From DRX to get this this lighter eco round come out from them, and on the flip side for PRX in this scenario, the anti-eco, yeah, a little bit lopsided.
Not the way you want to start. It sucks.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Nothing else that I could say. It sucks for PRX, but just a masterclass at how DRX was able to work this around, right? Using Forsaken don't play against him. The Outlaw. Sudden angle, and he takes a player down, and also for, was it Mako around C Mound, like slow creeped up with that right click? That was nasty.
Free gun, by the way. But finding the right timing, right? I gotta say, Marco's lurks on Icebox as well as Halo.
I am Bing's bank account manager. He received 10k USD from someone called Nikhil.
If you're playing towards the C site, right, you're not having
I wouldn't,
a proper sentinel as for
I wouldn't,
so you kind of do want to go for
not
a
believe
little
that.
bit of these peaks here and there. And unfortunately, you're going to have to maybe reel that in a little bit now for Mindfreak.
Yeah. going a little bit tough. Maybe just don't hug the wall too much. There's all these things to think about, but at the same time, you know, we've mentioned some of these plays. You do have the waylay on the hands of Forsaken, and he's gonna dive all the way through. Doesn't
now that when you say that, I see the DRX scarf. I was just kidding, bro. Don't hurt.
Into the B side, that was a mouthful. Now, on the other side of the smoke, the Prowler sent through. Baines completely reads it, and he's able to spray and gun down every single player from PRX. The only one left. Mind Freak spotted up by the Boombot. Oh, it's gonna be the spray from him, and this time, and DRX will make quick work of the round.
Yep, all good from them. I do like the little cheeky bait and switch over at that dark
Nickel
cover.
is 4 on PRX, right? Yeah, Nickel is
owner
of
over towards
PRX.
it, and bites the player towards the right. Player
I think
towards the
CEO
left is
right
the one
now
to
as
swing
well.
at immediately to catch him off guard. Well done from Bane, however, though, to just get some individual shots to come out here as well to get towards that Nightfall too. So that's going to be available for round number 4 after a bit of a topsy-turvy start for these guys over on PRX. But now you're going to go into the standard 1-1-3 for them that they've got the weaponry. Jing's still down on towards a bit of a bulldog here, but more importantly, this is the round for PRX trying to equalize.
Yes, what happened, bro? Oh my god, flashback.
Yeah, quick in with the Outlaw and
Arey, flashback.
So just a bit of information. The smoke's out to control A as well, but with that, DRX are keeping some of the PRX players closer towards the A site. Now they start.
I am from future PRX, bro. You always anything happen, you're from future.
Secured as well.
What is going on? Like everybody is saying they're from the future. Bro, मेरा chat full future से है. What is this?
Bringing using both of these cages too. You still have Jing playing on top of Rubble.
Since you guys are all from future, can you tell me G won or not? That's the only thing I need to know, bro. G qualified to Masters or Champs or not? Please let me know that.
Playing with fire at the moment, willing his head to fall off,
or at least just helping to conceal Jing's positioning. So in with that, you know, forcing DRX to trade util for util. The Paranoia gets sent through as well. Refract recalled by Forsaken in towards a safer spot. But here we go, a Nightfall out from Bane. And at the same time, he'll just lurking, hovering around the B site. He does spot one player out, and that's going to be the Vi that falls. And then DRX to try to regress in towards the A position, but that's where they get gunned down. The PRX defensive setup is sound.
Yeah, the Nightfall as well actually hits Jing, so a little bit of a misread on the positions of the PRX members there.
No, even in my game, that bot just annihilates even after shooting it.
No one else was able to really get a
G1 champs.
Let's go. Find any sort of sense of a round opportunity there. So well done.
I am from future as well. I saw you going bankrupt due to losing money in G.
Looking to see some good Valorant in this composition at the moment, and how a waylay will be incorporated as well. You see the early aggression towards Rubble. You know, usually you see these breach Taeho combos.
I think it's time to close shutdown. Mr. Destroyer gone.
Individually go for the shots. This time, however, Quack, by himself, it's not going to work out.
Yeah, you do need a little bit more support.
G going chance my manifestation stays strong. Thank you, Kaneki.
PRX though, with a bit of a, what is this, a 3-1-1 split?
Playing his casual moment in Pacific, bro. So specific, bro. Very specific.
Here towards the A side if they wanted, or rather a quick flank, and now the jig is up. They know, freeing down for the count. Something here though has gone unnoted for the time.
I am from future destroyers line. Thank you. Thank you, Kinich.
We'll regroup.
That's cheeky. That actually allowed
Thank you.
the dark cover and buy some more time for the rest of the team to start to get over here for the retake.
Oh, okay. Flashback does get back in towards Tree.
Hanuman bhai wapas. Oh my god.
Armageddon sent through by Divide, but it's not going to help out all too much. Not quite as DRX continues to hold.
Bro, chill, bro. I was lying. I am the future. I'm future. I saw you lifting the Champs Trophy 2028 trophy. 2028. Now we're 2025. 3 years. At least we are back in the fence, I think.
You know, no one faltering at that moment too. So really heads
up
play from them.
Love you all, bro. You guys are very crazy.
When they realize the priority is just going to be protecting that spike, right? They know where the retakes are going to be coming from, essentially stairs or from heaven, and they just act accordingly. Really well done. On a round that actually could have been quite damaging for them. Had something found some right timing in towards a cutoff from the tree explosion. Now in towards the eco round to come out from PRX, and they're going to go for a potential dual fight up through C, up through mid.
Guys, from now on, never give gifted subs to Indians. I just typed LOL in Patrick's chat and received a timeout for no reason. Whatever, give. Huh?
Something with the sheriff that he has.
Why does a sub get to timeout you?
Flood the A site.
Yeah, this is where things could get problematic if we see some individual heroics come out from Forsaken.
Just to hand it over to DRX, you working as a host, you went bankrupt due to bro. You're going to get banned from me, bro. I'm gonna ban you soon, dude. The only way to make this not come true is to ban you. Destroyer. I think it's time.
Tree being trapped open and goes in with a paranoia as well. But
Nice control.
Counter paranoia coming from Mako, as well as Bane to hold the position. Mako swings back around on the other end as well, and that's
nice
2 kills. DRX will not go down without a fight.
Yeah,
We can gifted. Wait, Kai, wait, why, how?
Here as well, and just helping out with this standard utility at the beginning of the round. It's exactly what you want from a fade on this map.
Why your Jinx not working?
None,
bro.
Breach, which is starting to,
Time to destroy the destroyer. Khatam bhai. Tata.
It was just again these eco rounds to come on through.
Bye bye.
Don't see too much.
Chill, my boy, chill. My boy, chill. Yeah, take it.
But this is the important thing. These are the rounds where you can play with. I mentioned the
oh damn, my bad, former moderator. I don't think. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't think a gift sub goal. My God, Marco.
For the beginning stage of this round at the moment, operator's looking at the wrong spot. Mindfreak.
I got timed out for just typing lol. Wait, why did you type lol first of all? And why did he ban you?
Once again as well. That's something he's gonna watch out for. And in with the C's, it's gonna be something that gets tagged up. The next player to fall.
I still don't understand why you got typed. You said you must have done something. Not just type lol, bro. It's impossible someone to get banned by just typing lol, bro.
Alone and Cole, the Prowler, just seeking
impossible.
His well. I mean,
not bad. Timed out. Maybe it was for some. 1 second. For somebody else.
On the back of that one, unfortunately, when you lose Forsaken and Mindfreak gets traded out, you got some awkward shots from the rest of the team that need to dig deep to try and get you back in towards this round. It's just too quick to try and figure out there, unfortunately, for PRX and for Devi. Just trying to see if you can take this weapon in towards the next rounds. You're quite the ways away from your own ultimate too, so the priority is going to be to hold the gun, see what damage you can do in towards the next round. And conversely, I mean, I'm looking at DRX here, Quack, and I'm seeing them swimming in cash at the moment. So they are really good for a couple of gun rounds, and that poses a bit of a problem for PRX if they're not able to figure out the beginning stages of these rounds to get themselves an opening frag and reset like what they were doing.
Ban me and join Bings in the Jinx journey. My time will come right now. I am... never mind. Huh?
So that's exactly what
brother, you are telling me... You are bullying me, online bully you're doing, and telling me you're
from some DRX members as well.
Emotionally bullying again. What is this? What is happening?
Alex, and that it is. So a conversation to be had.
Chat spam exposed.
What's been
chat spam exposed
so far, right? Having this waylay again, it plays very differently to the common meta that we're starting to see. And even then,
you wait there. I'm coming.
Seeing, right? They do have options where they can go for like C's and nade combos. But we're not really seeing that.
Nah, I said I only said hi when you gifted sub to him. After that, Patrick was showing Crystal. I typed lol.
Yeah, they've been trying to work.
Patrick was showing Crystal. I typed lol because he was laughing. That's it. I think Kai. I think somebody else was supposed to get timed out. I think you got timed out by mistake. I'm pretty sure because why would somebody time out you for saying lol, bro?
Well, let's see if this timeout is going to be very impactful.
Me checking his Bing's tweet is something. 6 bro, late kar diya. Wait.
Just finding some really good momentum on this attacking side and exactly what they need to do in their layering and their progressions around the map. Big old stack.
No, he still has his tweet up, bro.
This A side of things.
He still has his tweet up.
Bit of a 1-4.
Man is trying so hard not to be the Jinx, bro, in life.
It's a 1-4 on the other
Man's
side
trying hard.
as well, though, Komodo. So
be right back. I'm gonna get some pizza.
Good sensing for what's on the other side of C really quickly. Instead, he's just going to use the Poison Cloud for now. As he heads on right back in. Flashback just clearing everything out. So it definitely is going to be heading towards a bit more of a retake setup from PRX.
Yep. And it should as well. You've got the convergent pass, but I'm really liking this from Flashback. Getting up and dirty with a judge as well is going to be a scary thing.
Yeah, it forces you to just spend a bit of utility or something, anything possible just to reclaim a bit more space. So PRX, that's what they're looking for right now. Hence, a couple players up around Mount. DRX knows that though, and Freeing just marks their backs. DRX continues to hold them further off, and now it's going to be Mako blocking off Waterfall as well. Even with the ultimates, PRX can't quite get in position until Forsaken finds this one frag off the other side of the doors. However, Flashback has snuck on through as well. A bit of a shot with the Sheriff. Showstopper in at the hands of Hyunmin, and now Jin comes back in. Time not on PRX's side, and Flashback just plays it safe, hangs away from the shadows just to hold on to that rifle. PRX kind of in dire straits, Komodo.
Yeah, quite late on that rotation through towards the A site and the flank as well, and unfortunately the fact that the kill goes over towards the freeing and he's able to just use the hat to get all the information, things go from bad to worse. A 5 versus 3, looking a little bit sticky towards the tailor end of that, but again, you got to just think that the spike is ticking away way too far at the end of it, and the investment of those ults at the end there kind of for naught, bar saving the gun as you mentioned for Jing, and you look at what they're going in towards this new round with. Lots of light shields, a Guardian in the mix as well. They need to cut a couple of corners to be able to get in towards a round such as this, and that is a great haunt to come on out to provide Flashback the opener.
Yeah, quick sprays all the way. Now a flash instantly in towards the other end of tree. Something just trying to refill that space, but at the same time, there's just so much being done by DRX.
None of our papers must be such studies.
I mean, this is
Things got powered up. Lagging. Good for them. Good for you, bro.
Over towards C, and you're just going to forget about that.
Let's refresh now.
You're just going to sniff around the A site and what you can do. Flashback does get taken out though by Jing, so we do equalize for the moment.
Oh, straight back into
By the way,
the
guys, if
door.
you lag,
Smoke
it
just
shows
walks up
me
so
here if you
much, it
lag.
allows for Hyunmin to walk
Nice
away
try.
with the kill. If that pit falls, that's going to be trouble for the C side as well. So Mindfreak just still trying to hover around it. But as soon as that kill goes off, PRX starts to get a read that DRX is rotating off to the only other part of the map, and that's going to be the B site. As that happens, Mako into a bit of an off angle, does force a bit of a trade. Jing might be able to find it, but instantly Freeing finds the positioning right back against PRX.
And another lone member forced to capitulate for PRX now. See if you can take another weapon in towards the next round. It really stumbles in the beginning, doesn't it? When Forsaken loses his life first, it's just really quick to come out for the rest of DRX in how they get the rest of that round. A couple of trades.
I can read. I can read the chat from where I was.
Sleuth in towards the B site.
Nice try.
Recognize no one's there, and that's a quick call to just say, "Hey guys, come over here. We got a free site. Let's just play the round to the numbers." And well, now they'll be winning out this half no matter what.
And that's just been the pattern for like the past 3 or 4 rounds. Constantly see Forsaken trying to initiate something, possibly, you know, alongside ARC, but he keeps getting gunned down.
And by himself as well is a really interesting thing too, because a lot of the successes when you look towards a map like Lotus is combining a lot of your utility for challenges, right? If you're going to the bread and butter, you're looking for utils over where you're getting stuns, you're getting mollies, you're looking for you're generally getting a Shrouded Step Omen or even a raise to get towards top of rubble. And we've seen that toyed with like once. DRX are kind of given a little bit of free reign over towards his A site, and as I actually say that, this actually looks like PRX are going to do what we're hoping for.
Yeah, I don't biryani no, bro. I had sausage.
Still 1-4 splits on both ends, but once again, DRX finds
sausage and some
pick.
clips.
And even a little how do you do on
hot dog, sorry, not sausage. What am I saying?
Pinged on out, position revealed.
Okay, Mindfreak just hovering up towards Mound. You do have something ready with maybe the Rolling Thunder on the other end of B, but not too much.
Whom did you bond with the most and the least, except Indian players on the franchise team from 2025?
Forsaken though, trying to work around.
Hard question.
He gets gunned down as well. 2 players remaining. That's Mindfreak and Jing trying to work along opposite ends of the map.
Yeah. Individually,
very hard question.
mean, if they're able to find another kill or 2 apiece, give them the shift to the rounds.
Hyunmin.
I actually bonded with most of the players in 2023 and 2025.
This is what they get to do. I think the spike
2023 I can't name because I almost bonded with everybody.
Snuck in towards the back.
Except Ronsky.
A bit of a high-low, and it's too much
Except
for him to
Ronsky.
handle.
Yeah.
All that's left is just Jing.
Again, not enough time. He's got to seal the deal on this one, unfortunately, and head for the hills to
And in 2020,
towards the next
in
round.
2025,
Really
I think it was
all
the team, everybody, the most would be the most would be. Bro, we had so many topics, so many touch, so many talks. I think most would be
No, not
Udo,
at
I
all.
think.
And now you're finally going to be forced into a little bit of an eco rounds too, right? Or you force and try and hope for a win here, and you're 8-4 in the half is best effort. I'm looking towards the util again over at this A rubble, and it just feels like they're trying to do the util to
2024, I
command
didn't
respect, and they're not
even
doing
meet them,
anything
bro.
on the back of it. You're caught in no man's land, trying to reposition
2025, I didn't go to
yourself,
Korea.
and Flashback is just getting ahead of it.
I went
been
only
really
on
sensational
champs.
for a couple of these opening frags set up as well
thought
by
I put it in
Bane's
last
utility,
video.
for example, or you're getting freeing seeing
2025 I didn't put- I didn't go to Korea.
And the
Except
cages
for
provide
champs.
a little bit of forward momentum too. It really is looking good for DRX, and just seeing what weaknesses mid-round and early round in the map itself right now that PRX are exposing.
I hear what you're saying. You know, it really is kind of that show of force to try to keep DRX away, but DRX, recognizing what PaperX are trying to do, they are able to just walk in
2025 you
and
bonded
disrespect
everyone?
whatever
Yeah.
PaperX is trying to set up, and with that, you know, it's often DRX finding that opening pick. So that's a problem that needs to be solved, hence the timeout now being called. Both timeouts being used, being spent in this first half. What do you reckon PaperX are going to try to fix this time?
Well, they have to do it on the back of whatever has just been discussed here, and then what they can find.
Why I can't bond
in a
with everyone?
switch up, really,
Why is
because
so
if you take the
surprising?
time out here, you really are playing on the back of we're winning these next 2 rounds, we're getting the
Why is
pistol
it so
rounds,
surprising and
and
bond?
maybe a bonus, and then we're back in towards the map. We've done it before, technically already in the
Sure.
series, right? But this feels a little
Gary,
bit different
what,
now
bro?
to the last few maps.
What?
Different in
So
terms
most
the
of
rounds as well.
most are all
1-1-3
from 2025,
splits, so 1-4.
2023 all except
maybe
Ronsky and
safer positions
Texture,
at
and
this time.
2024 you
So
didn't go to Korea,
Forsaken
so
alongside
invalid.
Shane.
Yeah.
Something
Texture
into
I
its baby
did
door as
bond
well.
with them a little bit,
Now as
not much.
PaperX, you
Little
do
bit.
have control
I mean,
of Rubble.
it's not like I didn't bond with them. It's that's a lot of language barrier.
A composition like DRX are playing. You've still got 2 Prowlers as Bane. You've still got a clone if
An
you want to throw
early
that out.
drone as well, though, and that allows for Forsaken to push out. They're looking to try to find Flashback, possibly, but
Oh,
even
God.
with the aftershock, Flashback outlawed
Oh,
hand. He's
God.
able to work alongside his
Oh
teammates.
god, this is done,
Kills
bro.
off all the way across the map, even outside C sight. PaperX are down in the dirt.
Yep, there's a gap that he can just play around in that pillar position as well, and then he's even got teammates close by to bail him out or trade him out, right? So it really feels like DRX have these contingency plans at the moment, and when you do shift into something, he gets 1, you trade him out, it's 9-2, so
Nah,
timeout.
it's, I mean, it's difficult to
wish
choose.
you
Yeah,
had it
it's
in your
difficult to
back
choose if I
pocket
bond with
still
everyone, bro. Very difficult to
You
choose.
really are forced to wonder, right? You start things off on a map like Lotus, you need to get that early space, but when
This year was the
everything that
most
you're trying,
bonding I
everything
did with the
you're
players.
attempting
Like,
gets thrown away by DRX. It's just
not in
can't feel
time-wise,
good, you know?
but
Even with a timeout, I just imagine maybe just
Yeah.
use the halftime pause
you know
to
what I mean.
get your heads back screwed on.
Yeah, I mean, you just really need to get 1 foot in front of the other at the moment because you're not even treading water. You're really drowning, essentially, as
Ronsky
PaperX.
के साथ क्या
You do
हुआ था
fashion
actually? He
yourself
didn't.
something of a buy-in towards this last round at the moment, but Freedom finds
He
Jing
was-
by himself over at Rubble with no trade. You've got Flashback, just Dimensional Drift to clear all
Yeah,
of the
just look at
C-side,
outside,
and the
bro.
team can just plant to
Ronsky
their heart's
never
content
was
and set
interested
themselves
as
up for a pretty strong
being an
post plan.
an
Though,
esports player.
I will admit, something and Forsaken's ults could actually upset things.
He has the most
Hopefully,
potential among
possibly,
everybody.
Already starting things off with the Nightfall as well from DRX.
Mechanical is so
DRX
gifted.
all towards Waterfall. The Rolling Thunder gets collapsed
Oh.
through. Hyunmin, though, still able to find a shot nonetheless, and now swings off the other end of that pillar as well. A second kill, another one from Freeing, and now
This is gone, bro.
Flashback from behind on just a Sheriff. DRX will
Quality time
close
wise,
his
yeah.
first half with a 10-2.
I swear, sometimes Quack stuns in this game are
Hey,
very
Bing's bank account
cosmetic
manager
because
again.
Young
Nikhil
Min
just
is, rolling-funded,
retracted
and
his
he's
payment
just
and is
finding a
planning to
waylay,
sue
dashing on
Bing for
in
fraud.
and taking off their head. So yeah, really heads up from beginning to the end of this round as well. Even from Freeing, right? Opening things up with the kill and then getting a little bit of a backstab from a lurk in through towards the B side here. It feels like
Abhilash,
Lotus's
what's my
game plan of
role
PaperX
in
is
G
just on the
intern,
back
bro?
of DRX's hand here. They just look at that and they know what's going
I'm
on.
G intern.
It's just incredible how Hyunmin is still able to land that shot against Forsaken, no matter. So there it is now, halftime. I really have to wonder, even on round 11, PaperX, you know, that was the one off of Alex's timeout. They had a bit of a set plan. They were trying to pinch on the Flashback. But even with all of those utilities being sent through, maybe it's a bit of execution, maybe it's a bit of marksmanship, but they weren't able to
If
execute
throwing is
that
art and
strat
Pacific teams are
to the way that
artists.
they envisioned it.
Well,
मुझे लग रहा है वो injured हो गया, छोड़ दिया खेलना.
It's also all of the consecutive rounds that DRX did have. They were rounds where they were
Still
different game
18
plans
or
a lot
what?
of the time
What do you
from
mean still
PaperX
18
as
or
well.
what?
So they're figuring out in these rounds what are the strengths, what are the
Red
weaknesses,
card.
and just adjusting things within the midst of the round. Even when they lose an opening kill, they're just adjusting quite nicely. And again, you got to remember, pistol round is.
I am a future. I am Bing's bank account manager. I am a roaster, master, everything except what I should be.
Really tough. DRX being able to read PaperX to a T, you know, like you mentioned,
Part-time
with the strengths and the
item,
weaknesses,
full-time
they know
owner.
how to work against this composition. That's just a tough spot, but you really gotta put yourself back into this game, especially after this little halftime break. Can PRX bring us to an even scoreline, or will DRX close it out quick?
Yeah, well, you gotta remember, it all starts in a pistol round, and it can certainly steam from there.
Don't you feel this music is bad? I don't know. I mean, it's okay. It's not a banger.
It's just that we can say for sure at least DRX playing some.
Not every time you can hit the spot, right?
Whoa. Instantly into C. Forsaken trying to throw off some crosshairs with that refresh, the dash as well, and it allows for Devi to actually sneak on through. Forsaken double backing in off of that little smoke, and that's 3 kills already for PRX.
Yeah, nicely done to open up this seaside as well, and I feel a little bit hard done by for the DRX
members there,
I can miss the ledges, and it moves them up just ever so slightly, and they have to readjust their aim, and they're not able to in the middle of the fight. But this is looking to be a sensational pistol.
What's up, Sandeepan? Good day to you too, bro.
At the end of it for them as well. So I mean, you're talking about, you know, as mundane as it is, how to get back into a map. The pistol round is what
I hate being called sir.
Really
I hate being called sir.
I mean, mundane or not,
everybody in G also I said. First thing I tell them is don't call me sir, bro. I don't want anyone to call me sir.
There are quite the number of PRX fans as well. You know, 60 to 40 were the predicted odds earlier on, as mentioned on the desk. But still, DRX, they are very close to map and series.
Yesterday video was so fun. Udaton is full content. Yeah.
Paint shells looking to control rubble.
I teach my boy, bro.
And this is what I'm talking about. Util combos to come on through as well, but what affords you a difference is Waylay being able to get in front of it, and then when you do get a little bit overwhelmed, you can refract out. Meanwhile, the rest of your team, they get in front of this utility because it expires as well, and they can just start to scale up and play to the better weaponry here.
Yeah, a bit of positions being spotted out as well, thanks to the earlier utility being dropped, but what? Oh my goodness, the classics!
Not like this.
They're still finding the shots. PRX at least getting to stabilize with rifles of their own, marking the back as well. That almost got out of hand, Komodo.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta wonder, a PRX giving DRX
Udaton can become a good content creator after retirement. No,
but no.
That he will not become.
You know, one of those times where you go for a little bit of the stack, and you just have to contend with the utility and the shenanigans that do bring you a foot.
Man doesn't like to be a content creator, for sure.
Drop the secondary round,
Man doesn't like content.
Despite the
He's just a funny guy.
The damage in this one, and now you'll shift in towards a round where
I tried to make him as much as possible into contents and everything.
So what differences are you actually looking to do? What are you looking to?
So you need somebody like me to push him.
And it's got to be Forsaken to get dirty in towards these fights again. Playing on towards a shotgun here, missing the first shot though. Can't refract out.
That's what it is. PRX, with the style in which they're playing, a lot of it relies on the entries, and when it looks a little bit shaky like that, you just gotta imagine something psychological. Nonetheless, though, with that chaos being ensued, they do get the B site, they do get the spike down, and with that, Mindfreak watching the back as well.
Can be a little bit claustrophobic staying in the B site though, so for PRX, they want to have a little bit of a peek in towards C-Link here.
Okay, they might be able to find that stack up towards freeing. Mindfreak, as I mentioned, has control over pillars, and with that as well, a possible angle into the spike. He does have a bit of, yeah, I was going to say the poison cloud, but still, at least the cell.
I don't think content creators are a thing in Korea. Content creators is a big thing in Korea, bro. Especially for, what's it called?
Something low HP, but has to land the headshot. Freeing, crouches underneath the crosshairs, and gets the job done. That's going to be the
TikTokers are huge in Korea, bro.
Yeah, good work on at least getting it defused halfway when you see that snake spike come on in and it misses its mark a little bit. I start to get a little bit worried, but Device sending in the salvos brings a little bit of time. Unfortunate at the end there for PRX, because the game plan actually, despite losing the first kill, it goes nicely, right? They got the space in towards the B, they get the plant, they take a little bit more forward space. The Haunt though, again, Bane, I keep saying, his utility has been so impactful with that Haunt and with the Prowlers as well in this map so far. There have been some really great for openings and for closings here.
Just utterly effective, especially with how the entire team has been playing it even as well. Now the 1-4 split for DRX, just a bit of rubble control, quick back through the doors into the B site, Prowler into its pillars as well, and they do retrieve the information that they need against PRX.
Even though DRX as well here, Quack, win the previous rounds, not afforded enough to go in with a full buy, so it's the Hyunmin show potentially here, getting a showstopper online. You can shuffle weaponry up as well and maybe steal away a gun from PRX if they do decide to end things.
Sorry, I meant streamer. There are a lot of streamers also in Korea, bro. What are you talking about?
With light speed dashes, and it just baits that showstopper out from Hyunmin. So he's not going to be able to fire that off into anything effective, possibly. And that's
Crystal and Udo don't like doing content, yeah, and we put them in content. Deserve it.
Does it open a door up for PRX into a site?
Information on the little shoulder
Do stand-up contests between GE players. These guys don't talk on it, bro.
I mean, you need to be in close proximity with crossfires to do damage.
Oh, and with that, the flash and the execute now falling through. Forsaken, though, off alongside the smokes. He's able to find 3, but Hyunmin finds his own as well. The Phantom picked up, and that's going to be Mind Freak and Defy to stabilize from
Is this another throw?
bringing the score
Masterclass
up
throw?
to an even 5.
Yeah, keeping DRX off of map point and series point for the opening of stage 1 here as well. So if you can continue to go in with that, you're kind of ripe and ready for some good damage in this next round especially, right, Quack? You got the Armageddon online, you've got the Convergent Pass as well. These are going to be good laneable items to get in towards the site or to hold off a potential retake. But it really does begin at the very beginning of a round as well. These early controls that we're starting to see attempted over at Rubble. And it's looking like DRX want to do the exact same thing. So for some pressure now, over towards Flashback. It's a bit too much too. Recognizing the drone would leave him isolated. Unfortunately for freeing, first casualty. So this is going to be PRX getting him towards this C site.
For the first time in a long while, but a very welcome one indeed. So possibly Spike planted now. Meanwhile, for DRX to reclaim a bit more space, they do have to watch out for B though, because something is lurking in the shadows.
Now you might see these ultimates used if there's a retake.
Beautiful, bro. Nice people, everything nice. High tech. बहुत costly though.
And that might actually
be. Show you room?
You can't get back in towards this one, unfortunately, with the time and recognizing
something's up
all of the
personal.
bodies here. If you were able to bait out an Armageddon or a Convergent Pass, I think you'd be quite happy with the turnout, even if you lose the round. But the fact that PRX are kind of finding one kill and the space in towards it, and that's
no
all
room to show,
get
bro.
the 6th round.
Asking again, can I be a pro if I own people in Ascendant Immortal ranked? I mean, Mumbai server players self.
Correct, yeah.
ये क्या question है भाई?
I know. Even then,
am I reading the question wrong? I don't understand, bro.
Towards some ultimates, they can be looking at a very effective.
Yeah, there could definitely just be one explosive round to come out from DRX, and if you're a PRX where you're losing a couple of members in the next couple of rounds here and there, and you're not managing your economy nicely, it could get the 12th and then the 13th map is done. So you're going to try and call this a little bit early as DRX here. You've saved 4 weapons as well, right? You lose one member, you call it. All right, we're going for a timeout. We're going to stop any momentum to start to be built up by PRX.
As well as to keep the guys locked in. DRX needing to stay focused all the way towards the end of the map. It is one away from that series point. But at the same time, if they start to lose focus, that's where PRX gets to build it back up. And as we have seen, that previous round was instantly done when Freeing fell outside of C. So tiny things like that.
Yeah, it's quite the important one here as well. So it's good to see that there's a lot of engagement in these cameras at the moment too. As I say that, it switches to what's looking like a little bit of silence.
Well, that's not true, Yeah. The camera's a little bit clipped. We can't see Termi, wagging his tongue a little bit. So a little bit unfortunate, but nonetheless, can definitely bet there is quite a bit of coach intervention.
Aren't you leaving your GE bootcamp, and why not all co-founders along with CEO stream together? Because we are not together. We stay different places.
I mean, that's what the Cypher does. As well as A and B, though.
Different places, different
maybe
people.
You're looking to go back towards some Viper fundamentals for PRX and around such as
different
this
timing,
up and down
different work.
All over towards A. You're not seeing anything too forward from DRX there, but speaking of forward, PRX straight up through pillars in towards the front of B, so they've got some options to go for a bit of a C split if they want to quite nicely. They can always pivot back towards A if they want because of the lurk that'll come in from Mind Freak, but you're ulting in towards this C side at the moment, spotting some information if you can. Oh, Refract's timing is actually out, so Forsaken is stuck here, has to hold it through as Hyunmin falls.
Yeah, he did throw out the stun, does find Freeing, and there it is, into the B side as well, as the ult does its job of throwing a wrench in the plans of how DRX wanted to operate across the round. It's just Mako now. Spots out towards the back though, and that's Forsaken gone. Smoke back in. He goes onto a bit of a tap. Plays around the edge. The snake bite, not quite burning at his feet.
Yeah.
Goes for the reload though, and that's the second ultimate being baited out from PRX. Mako. I think he's done his job. Whether or not he wins the round, he's gotten effective utility away from PRX.
Oh, you'd
Now
have to
just looking for a possible kill or two. And there it is, the first one. Salvo off. And he
nice
walks
try,
right into
Marco.
it.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of stalling power to come out from PRX with those two members in.
Oh, you don't stay in Mumbai. Emi was missing you a lot.
Snakes bite first.
I'm outside Mumbai.
Armageddon as well to afford time for the salvos, so it becomes
Near
really
Mumbai.
difficult in a situation like that. Forsaken, though, you know, to find a C opener, and it's all a bit of a bait as well to remove the members over at the B site to get a plant in there. You do like that idea that there's still enough cooking for PRX to make a good meal here.
Certainly very much could be 4 rounds away from equalizing the score.
Peppers woke up now. Peppers
As I say that, DRX has some ultimates of their own as well. Granted, not the most effective ones.
4 members, though, to take this rubble control at the moment. And Mind Freak, if he does lose his life, that's a Vandal that's going to be pilferable at the moment. So, yeah, they're going to steal that one away, but maybe not, actually, because there's an immediate presence back for PRX. So, now they have to try and win a round out of 4 versus 5 conversion. And if we look towards the previous maps in this series, how many times have they actually managed to do this over on Icebox, Quack?
Yeah, quite a bit. Especially with DRX up on 16.
Marco's a good. I'm going to sign him for asterisk. Bro, destroy it. Kitna sarcasm hota hai bhai tera life mein. Aryan, what's up, bro? Welcome to stream.
Control now. Forsaken looks to pull the attention.
You could have joined
away,
Rushi Saw to stream, no? Why though?
Mako. 3 players
Why?
remaining Komodo, and they look to flood into
Why
the
would I
B
join
site.
Rushi
Might
to
get the
stream?
spike down, but look at Flashback in with the
That thing,
dimensional
first thing
drift,
is,
holding on to
I need to stream in my own channel. Second thing is, bro, these guys,
information on the positions.
3 लोग हैं ना, 3 मच्छर, बहुत बात करते हैं भाई. I won't get any opportunity to talk.
Just kind of luring them into the site, but unfortunately, they don't quite get stunned up by it. And with that, now Defy has to pull something out of the hat. Doesn't have utility anymore as well. Just sprays on through, but reloads to be damned. It's going to be freeing, sticking the defuse all the way in. DRX have found series point.
And that's the problem for PRX now, that they don't have any more breathing room to make mistakes. And that's on the back of such a sensational first half that comes out from DRX. All it takes is these opening kills and then an idea of how to remain, you know, present in this B side at the tail end of this round. That's why I got to give so much credit and recognition to Flashback.
A question is why Rossi and whole roster couldn't perform like other pro orgs. I don't know what to reply to that.
To let your teammates
Sorry.
fine-tune how they need to get on the defense.
And GL next 31st, bro.
That's exactly what worked
31st, 33:30 p.m.
5 rounds difference.
We start
a bit of a build up for
watch party from 1 p.m.
1:15,
1:15.
And they are looking to set themselves up.
I mean, tomorrow also
you
you disconnect. That's not an issue.
Oh, that's a miss poison cloud high in the sky.
Okay, quick and fast into the site at least, but look at this site. I mean, Forsaken couldn't see a single thing on his screen. Everything all blocked off. Now something on a bit of lurch, spotted out by Hyunmin as well. The site being reclaimed by DRX.
Mako just
picks up
TP'd.
the double. Looks to hold the position outside the door. In with a showstopper
it's done,
as well.
bro.
And an unsuspecting Defy gets blown up. Final score on the map, 13-7. Final score in the series, 2-1 in favor of DRX.
Yeah, the Pacific Princes from kickoff here, continuing with some victory, disregarding result overseas in Masters, of course, Quack. But yeah, you want an opening start in stage 1 in this group of A. It's not bad. It takes you 3
Gary
maps.
jinx ना करे इससे अच्छा नहीं लगता है. I want to do, bro.
And we see some, you know, resilience to
I have good friends in DRX.
really got to give credit and respect to them.
Unfortunately, I can only support for one. I have good. I mean, I'm good with DRX also, but DRX.
But there's definitely some promise.
I have better relationship.
Very much so. Working alongside meta compositions. None of these scores, by the way, were 13-0s or 13-1s. They were rather contested, so that's lovely to say at the very least. Hopefully inspiring some fans and more support. But right now, still very much so DRX being able to work alongside their fundamentals, work alongside their coaching staff to bring home the big dub.
Absolutely. So we'll see DRX meet with, you know, like
GEfighting,
for example, getting a good win here in your endeavor to be top 4 in your group. Also taking away a championship point is going to be quite important for a team that already gained quite a number over in kickoff.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, that is going to help them challenge the likes of possibly T1.
Okay, I don't want to get copyright this thing again. What do you mean sarcasm? I got 524 VP in Valorant. I'm a sign Mako after this match. Good luck to you, brother. Godspeed. When G planning to buy a minivan in Korea for traveling? Yes. Planning. Yes, planning. Was planning. अभी हो गया. हो गया. हो गया. Apex done for today. I hope they bounce back against other team. Not G. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna punch somebody, bro. I'm gonna punch somebody if they bounce back on us, bro. Better not bounce back on us, bro. Gary, bhai, second game का भी कोई scarf है? No, bro. Nobody gave me except I have T1. T1 has given me no scarf though. T1 has given me a few things. DRX has given me T1 DRX. Yeah, only T1 and DRX has given me something. Not a team give me anything, bro. G winning stage 1. Yes. How many owners and co-owners do G have? I guess Sushi, Rahul, Mohit, any other? Ah, sub, bro. All everybody. The 6 musketeers. By the way, host is just kidding, huh? Guys, just kidding. So disappoint scarf is not a big thing, merch thing in India. I know, right? I want the it's a sports thing, bro. People over there buy so many people buy jerseys, bro. No matter what. No, you know how much TFM jerseys are there? Holy crap. भाभी जी को बोला कोई I can't say that I'm married. Why can't I say I'm married, bro? I'm married, bro. Clipped only करी वो clip करके क्या फायदा भाई? क्या किधर जाएगा भाई? We are not famous yet. भाई there is difference between founders and owners. Founder नाम सेक है, owners भी नाम का सेक है. दोनों useless है. Point क्या है? C is cutie for us, not for you. Okay. Okay, as you say so. भाई गैरी भाई इतना ही भी फैक्ट्स मत बोलो भाई. क्यों भाई? All in the game of the thrones, bro. आज कोई नहीं है कॉल पे. नो ब्रो, सब संडे रेस्ट करके एंजॉय लाइफ कर रहे हैं. क्या ही बोलूं? It's time to make content on Sundays. I tell you to make content on Sundays. Sunday is the best time. See, like you guys coming support me on a Sunday, bro. We're spending our time together. Huh? Off day hai aaj. We're spending our time together. Huh? How much revenue you got from YouTube? Yeah, itna. I have only spent money. वो प्रीमियम लेते हैं ना, पैसा जाते हैं, आते नहीं. रोज ये, this is the power of life. पैसा आते नहीं, खाली जाते हैं. Mioken 2025. Do they bring their own keyboard and mouse? Yes, obviously. They should bring their own keyboard and mouse. VLT bootcamp जा रहे हो क्या Korea? I'm supposed to be going to VLT bootcamp, but right now I have to stream the matches also. So अभी क्या करूँ? Matches stream करने पड़ेगा अभी. I have given my word. I have given my word to the India region that I will stream the match and accompany everybody who wants to watch, chill and watch. Exactly like G, only money going, no coming, no nothing. GG, khatam, over, tata, bye bye. तो उधर भी कर सकते हैं ना? नहीं है ना, इंटरनेट बैड है ना उधर. वो बोल रहा था राशि, एंड राशि बोल रहा था वो सब घर जा रहे अभी. आई थिंक वही बोल रहा. देखने पड़ेगा. माइंड फोकस बढ़िया. Kelly's lying. Well, hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? What are you doing?
I'm playing.
Liar. I come and you're saying you're playing. I didn't hear any voice till now.
Bro, I'm playing.
Okay. I forgive you. You're forgiven. Bye.
You okay, Hero? Bye.
Who, Derek or Patrick? Kelly, yes, bro. ये क्या एनिमे कैरेक्टर है भाई? Damn. ये क्या एनिमे कैरेक्टर फोटो था भाई? Who is this? I said not puppy. Puppy नहीं. Kelly. Hello, Kelly, my god. I left the Discord, bro. He's playing. He's between game. Nobody else is there, bro. Why is nobody else there, bro? That's my question. Why is nobody even playing today? What's going on here? What's going on here? Racist, bro, just like me. I'm not racist, bro. Sorry. He looks like an anime character. You say he looks like an anime character. I ain't racist, bro. Sorry. I'm not the person you think I am. Matter of fact, it's the other way around. Me living in India, I had a very difficult time with that. And I grew up in a very bad mental state with all the people being that to me. And yeah, we move on from that. Patrick was showing the office, it was packed. What?
May binan niya ako puro N-word ang putang kulit. Will you watch it versus Talon no?
Kaya ka na yun.
Talon win 100% ko.
Time to jump.
Tamang N-word rin. Lazy
Kaya ka na yun.
Nakakapat sa mundo.
Ay.
Reloading.
What is
you
this
can
trend,
take
bro?
Bang.
Conductor बन गया हम भाई. Gary, you're my good side. Thank you, Sahil. Thank you.
I'll be man. You can go ahead. Be man already.
I don't know why he's in Banyan,
If
bro.
my wall trigger, I flash, okay? Oh, here.
What? Oh.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Yun ang ulti.
Ito na yun eh. Ito na mga...
We don't wanna ulti.
I feel no empathy for them. What does that say?
You can't hear me?
Is it me who can't hear him?
Gary? It's not here, Gary. Really? You guys can hear me? I'm not muted, no?
Yeah,
You are pranking me, Gary.
ये मरेगा तो we'll live. Waste of time.
GEfighting.
ये देख, ये बंदा देख, ओवर स्मार्ट. ये देख, ओवर स्मार्ट बंदा देख के. ओवर स्मार्ट होना चाहिए, लाइफ में ऐसा ही होता है.
Go back.
Over
Down
smart.
A.
Yes, can hear. I can't hear him.
Inside?
Yeah.
Info. Why no VC, guys? Sorry.
Talon start already or what? Minutes.
And hear him only. Okay. It is what it is. Huh? What?
Mama told me everybody ain't my homie. I grew up in harsh conditions, I can't let it slow me. I need get back, pay back and back in, I really owe me. Never was in the show and tell, you gotta show me. Ain't no off season. Summer, winter, fall, ball, all season.
What?
One in, last one leave.
It,
Ain't no off season. It's all season. All season. All season. Summer, winter, all season. First one in, last one leave. Ain't no off season. It's all season. In the gym putting in work, that's why they trust me. Every verse clean, so they reaction like it's musty. Cause every ball stank face. You gon' wanna press rewind.
Oh, now I can hear.
You don't wanna miss a line, I'm on fine.
what the hell? What was that, bro?
Nakisoba, yap. Apoy pala. Nakisoba. Nagpa-city, tre.
Eh, bumalik sa akin.
Kapalik sa'yo yun, tol. I think I play A. One.
Okay,
Eh,
can you
no.
fight A? Jet, please dash harap, bro. Jet, please.
What?
Dash, Rabble, Recon. Sawa.
Okay.
Gary, when I feel low and your stream bounce up like a happy
Yeah.
ball to cheer me up,
Vice,
I
can you
guess
flash
chat is
here?
low day ka ball.
Somewhere here, anywhere here.
Dito na lang, bro.
Nice try, Sahil. Almost caught me off guard.
Fight C, please, fight C. Smoke.
1-by-1.
Basang-basa naman ako.
Hi, EMP.
Ay, grabe.
One push city.
Spike planted. Sorted.
Banter, Teho, I think.
One enemy remaining.
Go, Debis. Oh my god.
Oh, nice, bro.
Hayop yun, Dre. May gumagamit palang iba. Oo nga, para sa hiyap.
Hey, please.
Pinatalo yung account mo, yap.
Are
Vice!
TNT mo muna.
Uy. Yap. Tignan mo na lang, Yap, sino nagpatalo nung laban namin, Yap, ah.
Last round in the
Parang
half.
ano ata ako dun. Most valuable player.
Oh my god.
Vice, fuck you.
Need a drop.
Ilan na talo niyan? Gago, Radiant 400.
Yap, di mo alam. Tanga pa, immortal.
Why are they screaming, bro?
Is going to be a player to keep your eye on. Killua coming off of both Full Sense and Made in Thailand. You know, one of these up-and-coming players in the Thai
I didn't block
scene.
you.
And even Primi, like...
It's asked me should I block. I said no.
Out of relative
I didn't block
obscurity,
you.
it's very clear the direction that Talon is going. They are not going for the known entity Thai players, but really kind of betting on some of the young talent in the Thai scene instead.
Yeah, I really like it. You know, they're trying
Someone
to build
mistook
moving
me for
forward.
Chinese when
And
I
it's
went to
great how
Japan
much
for
synergy
work,
all
bro,
these
because
players
they
have between
said
each
I
other.
look like
Friendship
Japanese.
is something that is a sort of underrated part
Okay.
of
Not
team
from
performance.
Japan,
You know?
then I'm Chinese.
Yeah, you
Huh?
see
That's true.
the long-term success. You gotta love the
I
people
didn't. I
around
didn't.
you.
I didn't.
That's why our chemistry's so bad on the desk.
I didn't
I'm saying it, really.
block you though.
It's really great to see. I really like that the
I didn't block you.
organization
Where are
are
you?
trusting
I didn't
kind of
block
the
you.
players in this to let them lead it. Of course, Primi is at that help.
I didn't block
We
you.
see their #1 in terms of KD.
Chill,
a
man, bro.
real superstar in the making. And it's
I can
clear
see, I
now
can
he
see
has
you.
a supporting cast around
Now, you
him
want me
that
to
he
block
can
you? I'll
trust,
block you.
and he knows very, very well.
Block करना
Now
पड़ेगा?
they will
Okay.
be facing off
Time to
Team
block.
Secret. Team Secret. Full Filipino squad. We know all of them at this point. This full squad, Wild Oreo.
But
was
you
the
report me,
latest
nothing will
join,
happen, bro. Report
at the
me.
end of last
Unless
year.
you be- unless
Fantastic addition
somehow
to this team.
they catch you for
along
something,
with Coach
then
Meow, of course, from our
they'll ban
Ascension
you.
team. Boom.
Other than that, why,
also
if I
last
report
year. So
no
this has
evidence,
been a very
nothing, then
interesting
why would he get
change
banned?
in
Chill
terms
marna.
of the coaching and how things might have changed, perhaps internally instead.
Yeah, that's the thing. We're not seeing big outside changes. We saw a lot of teams make moves after kickoff, and Secret was kind of a team where we could have expected that, but they decided not to.
Give
But
10
after
subs
a
to
loss,
Patrick.
You're not gonna change
I just
nothing,
gave 10
you know?
subs, bro.
There's gonna be some
10 subs. If
differences
I
here.
give
It
one
might be
more
roles,
inside
it might
one,
be
chappal will fly
playstyle,
and come and hit my
different,
head.
you know, coaching from last year will have a sort of impact, even if it is slightly delayed and it's gonna kick in more after kickoff. So
Chappal,
we need to
flying
see some
chappal, you know?
reinvention here to
Special
get them
move.
out of that middle
Bro,
of the
I'm
table
this. I'm wild Oreo.
stagnation that they've been in for a little bit now.
Yeah, 9th to 12th is not the result that they would have wanted, but now we're back into kind of this more round-robin format where they're going to get a chance to play everyone. I think, you know, Coach Meow in the content that Chobra was doing alluded to the fact that he felt like he tried to change too much too fast going into kickoff and change a couple of roles, and they've had a little bit more, maybe more time to practice and find what works for them and find how the coach can maybe assist the team here for Team Secret. But it goes without saying, it's an underwhelming start to the year over in kickoff, especially being one of the teams that didn't change coming in from last year. You wanted to see them have really good lead-in time. They didn't participate in as many off-season events. They did very well winning the first map in both of their series in kickoff, but then just got dominated in reverse sweep fashion. So I'm hoping for better things here in stage 1.
Definitely. They've just, like you said, stagnated in that middle of the pack for so long, and they probably want to break through. Talon was also in that position for a while and have finally broken through, and it looks like they're going to
they have the full
hopefully
Philippines
upgrade
now,
even
no?
more. I don't want to say anything about
They
banter
have full
governor, but obviously
Philippines
they made these changes for a
roster
reason.
now.
A large part were the
That's
comms
crazy,
on the
bro.
team.
That's crazy.
Had to do the
me
craziest
change
thing and had
the-
to translate in the middle of games whenever there's a timeout. That just eats into precious time when you're playing attack FPS. That's so critical. So with the addition here, we were talking about Killua coming from Myth, absolute firepower there, then joining Full Sense, very consistent across the board. And Thai, Frost has spoken very highly of him during interviews, so I think this might be the complete set.
Yeah, I think for Thai, I mean, I was even talking to Frost about it just before this game, and he said he was picked up from the academy team because he did very well in scrims, you know, inter-scrims between the academy team and the main team, as well as a lot of simulations where, you know,
We
maybe
had
you're running a certain
114
strat, someone has
votes.
to hold down the site. He's able to defend against the
PRX
Talon main
50%,
team,
DRX
and,
49%.
that gives the coaching
Damn.
staff a lot of confidence that he's going to do well.
GEfighting.
His last 3 games as
What's
well
up,
in
Dead Bell?
VCL SEA, he
Guys,
was the top performer for
share
Talon
the
Academy,
stream to
so
everybody
he's in
you
some
know,
good
bro.
form.
Tell
He's
them
on
to
a bit
join
of
the
a
stream.
purple
Let's
patch
have some
for
fun
Killua. a
brother.
very flexible player coming in from
Jogo
Made in
Mo
Thailand.
style.
He's played a lot of Jet
Why
in
did I
his
do
career
that?
and
I
was
don't know.
kind of a player that came up playing the duelist, but since joining some of the bigger Thai squads in Tier 2,
Can you play
he was
compy on
actually known to
Singapore
be quite
server with
flexible. In fact, I
80
was
to
even
90
looking at some
ms?
Best of 5 series where he's
I
playing
get that much
5
only,
different
bro.
agents across 5 maps and multiple different roles.
Yeah, that's great to see. I mean, I think that is a real success story of the academy team. You know, it gives Talon a real edge, being able to practice against their own academy. You can try different things. It also adds another great path to Tier 1 if you're able to get onto an academy and you move your way up in exactly the way he's done. It's really great to be able to see that transition from Tier 2 to Tier 1.
And our IGLs, Cruz and GEfighting. We know them so well at this point, and I have to say, they've been through the highs and lows of their team. They've been given a lot of crap, frankly speaking, as, you know, been inconsistent with their fragging, but there have been so many reasons why. But they have so much experience under their belt, and it's so important how they are going to lead their teams.
These are the defining players of the team in terms of intangible factors. For Cruz, he's still going to have to translate. He's still going to have to be the point of contact between the coaching staff and the rest of the team when it comes to timeouts, when it comes to the overall direction and identity of the team. So we'll see how that goes in terms of, you know, Cruz's responsibility. He did have a big map or two as well in kickoff. GEfighting, I remember he aced. And I was like, I was thinking like, I'm pushing 30 and I'm not hitting shots like that. So he seems to have still got it from time to time. And I think he was the best performing player for Team Secret, maybe at least statistically, in that last kickoff.
The oldest and the best performing.
Yeah.
And, you know, he said it. He's posted on his Twitter before that, you know, it's not even about age, it's about consistent practice. And that's the thing that kind of drops off with age over time, is that practice. And as a map ban comes through, Secret is going to be starting with Pearl. I think that is where GEfighting had that ace. Maybe going to do it again.
Yeah, I mean, they were really backing themselves with Pearl going into kickoff as well, so not much has changed there. Fracture for Talon is an interesting one. I mean, Ascent getting taken out as well as Lotus. I think for Pearl and Fracture, both of these teams are picking maps that the other team hasn't really shown or hasn't really played very much, so they're trying to push the other team into uncomfortable territory, and then Haven to be the decider there.
Yeah, for me, I'm quite interested in seeing Team Secret ban Ascent. I remember back in my day when I'm playing against Team Secret, way back when,
I was thinking the same.
They were notorious on Ascent. You know, it was really a map that they really excelled, and you know, the core is still kind of the same. So I was kind of hoping they would pick Ascent. I thought we'd finally get to see it, but no, they ban it out. So I wonder what's different.
And even their Pearl comp is Ascent-esque. It's like almost the same comp that you would like. Look at that. That's an Ascent comp. You just got Omen instead of Astra. They play, and on their Abyss comp was the same as like the Ascent comp as well. Like stylistically, that is a map that should fit their team, and that is a map that I remember them being known for. I mean, I tried to dive back into the stats going back through the majority of last year, and I don't really think that I saw the numbers that convinced me of that, but I remember them having that reputation as well.
Now, what I'm also really interested in is because I have to say, when it comes to Southeast Asia, Filipinos, Indonesians, and Thais have the most insane raw firepower. So now that we have a full Filipino squad facing a full Thai squad, it's going to be just so much fun. If you just like really crisp shooting, this is what I'm really looking forward to. Predictions, I can see that we've mostly all gone for Talon. Mika, of course, doing the Filipino pick.
No bias. No bias.
No bias at all. But, I mean, largely, at least
Talon
for
and
me,
Secret,
they
Team
came
Secret starts,
into
but then
fourth place,
Jui storms.
and that says a lot, whereas Secret hasn't made a lot of changes.
Yeah, we have to go on what we know here. Talon had a good kickoff, and it seems like they've upgraded from their core. Secret, things are staying the same, and it was a poor finishing kickoff. So it's hard to predict Secret, but they've had a lot of time. So
Spend more than 4,000 rupees in a gaming cafe. Damn,
I think this
I'm in
is all
12th.
what we want to see
What?
from both of
Bro,
these
I got
teams,
message.
and I'm very excited to see the first appearance of Talon.
Thank you
and
for
Team
submitting a
Secret
report.
for
While this is
stage
being
1.
reviewed, the user content or channel may continue to be accessible on Twitch. If upon review you find that this user has broken our terms and sacrifice community, we will do Kai, I got your I got an email for your report, bro. Get wrecked.
VCT Pacific, Stage 1. Rise Pacific.
कौन बनेगा करोड़पति? आज मेरा रिपोर्ट भी कर दिया बिना reason के. I mean, why do I need to reason to report you, bro? You are being sus. Why would we need to? Why we need to?
Talon Esports has been steadily climbing. Each change bringing them closer
What
to
do you mean
victory,
without reason?
qualifying for Champions 2024 and securing a top 4 finish.
I cause all your
in
perfume
Pacific.
drops and spills
But
everywhere.
meanwhile, on the
Bro,
other
what a
side, Team
guy,
Secret
bro.
has always had that potential,
what the fuck?
yet they have yet to
Bhai.
take that same leap to break out
What is
of
the
the
meaning
middle
of
the
this?
pack. Is today gonna be the day? It's really hard to say. Talon looks more confident than ever.
They do, and I'm really excited about their new changes. I think a lot of people have been waiting for Talon to have this full tie identity. I'm really interested to see
I support
what the
Kai.
roles
Report Gary
are
for
gonna be. I mean,
harassment. Kai isn't.
That to me
I mean, you can report me.
signals that
Report
you're gonna see
karo.
a lot more of Jit Boys in a hard
It's
sentinel
okay,
role.
brother.
For Primi, he was playing a
I
little bit
don't
of
mind.
everything.
It
I
is
think
what
you're
it
probably gonna
is.
see him
Report karo.
more on Duelist in this current roster, unless Kalua's gonna play a little bit more Duelist like
धमकी
he did
मत
when he was on the
देना.
come-up. So the
ठीक
roles are
है,
very
धमकी
interesting to
नहीं है
keep an eye
बेटा.
on for Talon, for me.
Yeah, we've got to wait and see. Team Secret, the roles are not going to be a mystery here.
Oh my god.
I wonder what Jesse Vash is going to play on this map, guys.
Duelist.
Duelist, I hope so.
I think the key thing with both these teams is they want more out of their
क्या
talent.
हुआ ये scene इधर?
Fourth is good
Nothing
for
bro.
Talon, but
Just
it's
in
not on the
roll
podium.
nothing
9th
happened
to
bro.
12th, terrible for Secret, for a team and an organization that's been to champions. So their resurgence
Leave it. 17 low, 17 low ही है इधर. क्या ही होगा? Rossi होता है तो 1 to 2 के reports होते हैं. If Rossi was here, you कुछ तो बोलेगा नहीं. No more controversies. Only one at a time. One at a time. One every day.
While we are
No
really
two a
excited
day.
for a full tie
No
squad right now,
controversy.
two of those guys are
Rossi
rookies when it
का
comes to
नाम
this specific
लेने
stage.
नहीं.
Yes, Killua played on this,
On
you know,
two.
during SVL, but it's a little bit different when you are playing with the big boys, you know, pretty permanently here in Pacific.
Bro,
So
nothing
I
happened,
think
bro.
this can be
That
the
Twitch-
time.
They have
for
said
Team
they are
Secret
going to review
really
it.
Make their mark to take advantage of. Wow,
They're
we
going to
got
review
someone
it.
all
And
the way
if,
from Colombia.
if that person is
that's crazy. That's crazy.
what you said he is, then we will ban. I mean, if Galti say you are that person, then I shouldn't be sorry. I've been saving these people, bro.
Why would you bother going to that one at the end of the day? I agree with you. Not only like being fresh.
Love you,
to the
Gary.
stage,
Got to
though,
go.
but now
Manager
you're
call.
going onto a
Emergency
fresh
work. Bye bye.
map
Bye
as
bye.
well. There's
Destroyer.
gonna
Bye
be
bye.
a
Take
lot for
care.
Talon to look into.
Have fun.
You know, Pearl is not a map
I
that
hope
we've
your
seen
manager
too much from them,
destroys
so
you, bro.
Secret may be forcing them into a little bit of uncomfortable territory. For Secret, this is not a map that has gone particularly well for them. A couple of times that they played it, a couple of times that they backed themselves in series, but they
Tension
really
नहीं
feel
लेना है
like they
बेटा.
can make it work this
It's
time.
okay.
So
All is well.
we'll
All is
see
well.
as well if the composition is going to change up at all. They really used to, like I said, that
Fun
kind of
working
a
on a
set
Sunday,
comp,
bro.
and here it is. There you go. For Talon, though,
Good luck.
I'm
We are
more
not in
focusing on them.
esports
Double
also.
in it, and
Every
once
Sunday
again, we're
work,
going to
bro.
see, like I said, Jip Boys on more of a Senti role, and Primi is on Duelist.
Even my wife is working on a Sunday. CA,
People
CA.
have asked for a long time, but Team Secret bringing out that chamber. We've seen it before on Pearl, paired up with Vice.
I wonder who's
double
gonna win,
Sentinel,
though. Who do we
as
vote
well as,
for?
like, you have a lot of these flashes to play around with. This is a very interesting, tricky comp, I would say.
Well, Jesse Vash still remaining solid on that Sova. We're gonna go
Wait,
to the very
2-0
first
GG
map
क्या है
of
भाई?
Pearl, and to
ये
take it
स्कैम नहीं
away,
चलेगा
we've got
इधर.
Komodo
वापस
and
रिपोर्ट करूंगा तुमको. 2-0 who?
Yeah, thank
Naam
you
de
very
na
much,
naam.
once
We
again.
want
I mean,
names.
this is going to be an interesting one, isn't
Pick
it?
names, take
we
us.
have the full Thai squad versus the full Filipino squad, but also slight change-ups in the compositions. Any thoughts you might have?
I really like it because you've got the installments where on the side of Talon, we've had a couple of these players play together quite so many years ago. So I think you've already got a little bit of chemistry in these little duos that we can play on towards as well, and some similar roles.
Talent 2-0. Oh my god.
Coming back onto this is going to be
Hater,
really
bro.
good. But for me, I'm interested
Hater.
to see how Cruz is technically going to be be shifting from the breach fade in towards the Tejo here.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be something to keep our eyes on. I mean, just having that information to work alongside the team, but at the same time, you know, just...
I'm the biggest fan alive of G. Tech game summer.
Full Thai squad, calming in Thai as
well. Love you. Thank you for the support. Love you.
Given the timeouts, but of course he's going to be able to translate things very effectively. Meanwhile,
presenting
for
SS.
Team Secret, you know, Des touched on it. We are all thinking about it. Different coach, they've had some time to retool things, at least internally. How's that all going to play out today? We're seeing the changes in the composition, but is it sound?
Well, I think more importantly as well, what we saw yesterday in the games as well was a little bit of weaknesses for a composition that Team Secret are going to be running, the G2S style, right? So
what the hell are you saying,
some strengths in the mid to late rounds, and you know that was a weakness yesterday. So if you're looking at Team
1.5, 1.5, both draw, both no haters. What's up, Wizard?
I don't think this is a map that they would expected Talon to be picking.
At least for now, they'll be looking heads on.
Prediction of this match, Gary by Bolo.
Too much found just yet, though, and also Sheerwall being instantly critical. Just for information, at least for now. Meanwhile, on the other end, Cruz continuing to jiggle back and forth. Not found just yet either. It's a lot of control out from Talon out towards this B-long area.
Excuse me, as well as Team Secret that actually picked this one, so there is the game plan for them. So that would further induce what they kind of expect to do, which right now is waltz in towards the A site, see that no one's home, and your wall isn't tripped. So do you have an idea that they've actually gone in towards main?
Maybe, maybe not. They will be taking the initiative, Komodo, to push all the way into spawn.
A little bit too much, though. Look how far they're going. They really want to clear this one out. The wall will be eventually tripped, and it'll bring them back, but no one on Talon has actually got towards the site yet.
I wouldn't mind this too much, though. If they are able to find Cruz with that many players, that's, you know, you're taking those salvos away. But Cruz now tucks himself neatly into a corner, so he keeps those
first match in
VCT.
Yep.
Meanwhile, the rest of the team from Talon has to march back in from main. They managed to do just that, but still, in towards Secret and Dugout, there is a bit of contention. GEfighting still pretty much alive, at least until Jeremy comes back in to support him, and that's going to be a pistol round being picked up by Team Secret.
Strange one, not going to lie. No duels really into all the way the A site. You get a full plant, you kind of waltz in towards your opponent's spawn, and then eventually you focus on back.
This also might be the last map I stream. I'll have to go somewhere,
right?
but let's see.
You've got a lot of exposure towards that one. It's not like you're
anything can happen.
Main and then pushing in towards Dugout, in towards Secret, in towards Flowers. So it was a nice little pistol round idea to come out, but it gets a little bit awkward at the end there when GEfighting is going for those right clicks with the classic 2. So an eventual crossfire in towards your now any eco round.
No,
you play towards the depths at the moment. You'll play towards just
I think it was Ranker also.
Towards this B side.
Ranker bhi tha.
Range as well, given the weaponry. So Team Secret working alongside B main. They do spot a player R2, forcing Primi to gate crash back into safety as well. That's a lot of space now that Team Secret can work with, but at the same time, maybe some slight footsteps.
Full sense. GC going Korea.
Nothing too much.
Going Korea where? Who's going
just
Korea?
in this eco round as well, Killer was still holding both Prowlers.
Going
Generally, you would see
Korea?
them, you know, thrown in towards A main if you are going to challenge over towards that area. Or Haunts and Seas that have already been used. So just in numbers at the moment. Pistols, Quack to find a little bit of damage.
Yeah, at least working together. Team Secret at the same time, I mean, they're the ones, you know, not fully committing to either side, despite the information that they've gained. So just kind of challenging the pistols, trying to take as much as away as possible.
Yeah, and it's just utilizing the time quite nicely as well to see if there's going to be any shenanigans, let Talon overthink things a little bit potentially.
Why am I? When I'm going to Korea? Why am I going to Korea?
When you've gone into this round with classics,
come on,
feel okay in terms of damage.
Visa तो नहीं है.
Not too bad. Thai though does pick up the ball out, and that is a little bit of damage against Jeremy. 3 guns already robbed away. GEfighting will clean things up at the end. You still have to wonder how this, you know, echoes throughout the other rounds on this map.
Yeah, when you're going in towards your gun round now as Talon and your bonus is looking like a Vandal and an Outlaw to be carried on over, how much are you putting behind that, right? Are you getting another rifle? Are you just saying, okay, we lost a little bit too much in that previous round?
Gary said T1 best for getting cancelled, then I will take your place in G. What? Gary said T1 best for getting cancelled.
Definitely wonder about for the upcoming round, but at least right now,
I didn't understand.
can celebrate with that little round win.
Am I such a boomer that I didn't understand what you said? Or you just didn't make sense?
Light shields on the other side, but not quite. Talon are indeed reinforcing everything with heavy shields.
Dedication to Jessica.
Setup all across the map.
Dedication, bro. Oh, thank God he
there's a lot
didn't.
of bodies, and he wouldn't have had a bailout strategy.
Oh, I'm
really.
tired today.
Quick shoulder peek though, so he's okay for now, and instantly puts up that smoke, the nebula to block things off. At the same time, look at this, Primi all the way up B.
Yeah, getting information across both sides of the map and still having
Hey,
a bit
what's
of
up,
spot into
AP?
mid-doors
What's up?
as well.
Just as we mentioned mid-doors, the Prowler.
Quite tiring today, bro.
Bit of an arc row
Oh.
setup as well, but it's going to be Jeremy in with the round 3 dimensional drift to gather further information. Bit of a flash coming out, and he's trying to catch Jit Boys. Clone kind of ignored, but still, damage found. Killua in with a trade just to try to hold around connector.
Yeah, it's nicely done, but what do you look to do now? You've got 2 players still coming up from the sewers in towards an arc crunch, and you do also have Dai playing in the back of dugout. Some smokes towards the site start to happen, though.
Okay, at least the salvos will get sent through. Ooh, and as soon as the salvo gets sent out, TGE thinks that that's where the tail might be positioned. Lo and behold, it's just going to be Killua watching the angle. So a good kill being picked up, as well as the Prowler just to check closer back towards Art. Talon trying to do their due diligence, but at the same time, Envy has his sights trained in to the site. Still though, okay, Thai kind of sneaking past, but GEfighting has snuck up right behind him as well. Good little flash out, and that's going to be another pick.
Ah, my ears hurt, bro.
Team Secret working alongside
I
the
need to
numbers now.
go
Talon
ear
might
massage.
have the sight, but a bit of a tap is not going to be enough. Swaps on over, but look at Killua! Swings along a swivel, just goes full turret mode for the ace.
What is that? That is a point blank headhunter missing every single shot, and he's not even looking at you. Killua, welcome to VCT Pacific. Welcome to your first round win and an ace.
In on round 3 too, Komodo.
Yeah, where there was a dimensional drift to come on through for all of the information that you would expect in the beginning from the side of Team Secret. Jeremy trying to do what he can. I mean, a great reposition to come through from GEfighting as well. I thought Lightning would strike in this round for Team Secret, but no.
Not quite. I was wondering where that chamber was, or if Waldor was going to find it towards the end, but still not quite. And that is just the talented Thai players that we have in this region. You know, all the way throughout FW Esports.
But that's wild, bro.
Talent, even at times, they're just all so familiar with each other, and they are
Bro, that's wild, bro.
on this stage. Still though, the next
Gary,
round coming up, and that's
you can
Team
rest
Secret
for a
trying
day.
to
It's
fight their
okay.
way
No.
back in. They have the buys.
It's okay. We'll
Right
stream.
now, at least, not quite the space.
Yeah.
It's not like I have to do all
Contest, though,
games,
towards
all
being
matches,
long at the
all
moment.
maps.
Talon
I
really
guess.
wanted to win this
I just
one,
my
and they'll
ears
do
are
so
paining. It's giving me a headache, I
successfully,
guess.
sending a bit of a rotate mid, quite open at the moment though. So you are falling back a little bit as Talon. Wouldn't mind them just holding on to a lot of their utility, and even if they want to, they could just switch in towards a retake.
Really, I have to imagine though, you know, at least for Talon still, the fact that they've all been teammates at one point or another, perhaps.
Killua's Rossi friend, by the way.
There is quite a bit of comfort, a bit of morale boost on the side as well. Meanwhile, you can see how they're all.
I think Boom has a player which was in RNT in past. Yeah. Sultan. No, Sultan. No, Sultan ही था ना. Dos9. Sorry, Dos9.
Instantly sent out.
Dosa bhai.
Just to check. We're looking at a potential pretty soon. Bit of a flash, blindside out. The clone.
What's up,
just to
EMP?
check.
What's up? Welcome back.
Throw
Ooh.
off the crosshair placement. Waldario at least will redeem himself from the previous round with a double kill, but Primi fires back with an outlaw as well. Off towards Art, and that's Jit Boys taking further position away from Team Secret. Forces 2GE to try to march up.
Envy?
Envy, though, pulls off a bit of a spin of his own and goes into a Beyblade, being able to blaze down his opponents in a moment of glory.
Yeah, you definitely need to see a couple of those Talon members have their head on a swivel, though, and spin around. Unfortunately, wasn't able to really come on out, and you're looking at them give up a lot of space in through towards mid, give up the territory of A to play towards a retake because you have the Nightfall, right? But when you've got the Steel Garden going on through as well, that just buys a lot more time for Team Secret to establish themselves in the
game
site.
summer.
And then
First of all, why do you want to take my place?
To stave off any sort of retake.
What do you
So
gain by
nicely
taking
done
my
from
place?
Team Secret. They'll be met with the eco of Talon right now. And for Wild Oreo, it's very wise to get out the Outlaw as well, specifically on a chamber.
New idea on a chill stream, laid back on a bed and doing watch party. I don't know. I mean, कैसा setup करूँ भाई?
Sound strategy from Team Secret all throughout, with the way that they're carefully, tactically working across the map.
How do I set that
Talon,
up?
though, on towards the pistols, trying to get a little bit cheeky
I
outside
don't know how
of
to
B,
set
but
that up, bro.
instantly
Need to figure out.
deterred, shall we say, back in towards mid.
Small earphones
It's
ऐसा
all
ना
kind of grouping
name
together at the
क्या
moment through
नहीं
up through
नहीं
double doors. See if
ये
these
नहीं
pistols
मालूम.
can just tap
Small
tappity tap away.
earphones ऐसा
Ooh, it's
name
going to be
क्या
Outlaw that
नहीं
taps
मालूम.
away instead, Komodo.
Earbud. Earbuds. Yeah, earbuds.
Not bad. Not bad. Still going for a bit of a
Ooh.
challenge though.
You know, whenever we get multi-kills like this, I just feel like I turn
What
into the
secret
count
winning
from
against
Sesame
Talon?
Street.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, it still is going to be Talon backing in towards the A site, looking for further positioning. But with that many kills, or deaths at least, going down towards mid, Team Secret makes the read in towards the B site.
What I see.
I gave it a shot with thinking man that G destroyed T1 and scrims होता है भाई. Scrims होता है.
Ooh. Oh,
30 seconds left.
possibly hunting for some webbits.
What's up, Mr. Kabir?
We'll see if Talon gives them the chase or not. At the very least, possibly setting up for some exits. Maybe.
I wouldn't have thought that you'd like duck hunting season, Quack.
Do I? That feels like cannibalism, hunting my own brethren? I don't know.
Well, just the tail end of this round. No ace going to be achievable for Wild Oreo, but there is some damage at least at the end of this one for Talon. They're going to get some dollary dues. There's going to be an ult available in the next round. More importantly, though, I think you'll take away that Team Secret are starting to find a good little numbers on that
humor
tally board for the attacking side.
Oh yes,
Fight,
very
fight.
much so. Ultimates
Fight.
online, kills being found.
Yeah.
It all
Punch,
starts
kiss.
to flow, and you can see that they're not just working alongside the composition, but also trying to work alongside the map and the strats where they're just trying to stay, I guess, disciplined. You know, not really fully committing too early on.
Yeah, well, one of the strengths from this comp that Team Secret are going to be running is just making sure that utility is right to try and set up Yoru, set up Jeremy for a lot of success, and then having the initiative to make sure there's a bit of a backup plan if that goes a little bit haywire.
Okay. But then Sniper being found on the other side as well. So that's Premi on the op. Instantly gate crashes into safety, receiving contact towards the long. Towards E-main as well then. Talon continues to spread their wings across the map, covering a lot of it with their wingspan.
Yeah, new recruits getting the job done over towards A. Your second put in a bit of utility as well, just after the fact, to clear out the full position. Prowler gets its job done, you reset with the two-player advantage, and now you really need to see Team Secret dig deep individually to get back in towards this round, and it's one of these positions where you kind of need to give your opponents in Team Secret the jewels to win, and that's exactly what happens. Dai gives them the jewel, he loses it. Now it might be achievable for Team Secret.
बोलना bro क्या हुआ चला गया humor सीखने.
It's down to these two players.
Will you take that? Kabir, will you take that, bro?
The Unk, who got almost, well, or practically an ace back from kickoffs. Still in the same spot, he does find that kill. But off of that, thinking that that one kill might have pulled some rotations over, Team Secret head back into the B site, where Primi has his crosshairs zeroed in.
Yeah.
Headshot through.
Oh, what?
Then a crouch peek out from Jeremy to find the headshot
What kind
right
of peek was that?
Down to Jit Boys, Cruz arriving on scene as well. Can they do it? And it's all down to Jeremy. He has to find the frags, and he does find the opener. On to the next, and Armageddon sent through as well, but he gets the spike down just in the nick of time. Dimensional drift away to find Killua. Does figure out where he is. Continues to toy with his positioning. Killua having the ace from before, feeling confident, but now feeling the pressure in towards Halls. Where could they be? Finds the first, and then sidesteps away from the next. He knows exactly where GEfighting is. Rookie versus Unk, and Rookie wins this time! Talon, Killua just greets everyone on the server once again.
Yeah, had
Welcome
to win
to
that
Pacific,
one, didn't
Mr.
he?
Killua.
From the starting of the round, when you start to lose your teammates as well in a 5 versus 3 situation, when Guy loses his life. I'm looking at what's happening with the creep up from Wild Oreo. There's 30 seconds left on the round, and he goes for a dry peek. A little bit ill-advised, you know. I'm also seeing that there is technically a dimensional drift available earlier on if they wanted to quickly use that one in. You've got, you know, sub 30 seconds, yeah, but is that enough time to throw in to try and establish plans and everything? There's a lot of shoulda, coulda, wouldas in a round such as this, but I think more importantly, everybody's trying to bring forward a round, but they don't necessarily need to. So reeling it in for a couple of players is what you're going to see in a round such as this. An early challenge from Primi, but not going too far forward.
Oh yeah, just holding up around the doors, but at the same time, straight into heart. Okay, Primi instantly deletes 2GE, but that's the go signal from Team Secret.
And now it's going to be the pause from Talon. They've got the advantage. They don't actually need to push forward and give the fight over to Team Secret.
Hence, Thigh just kind of holding out towards Dugout for now. Repositions in towards Secret and spots Jeremy out with a tap. A second tap on towards Envy's skull. And that's going to be GEfighting trying to regress back in from main, from stairs. Is it going to be enough though? Not quite. The spike's down in the dirt. Wild Oreo with an up at this range. It's just a little bit too tough. Primi, who already has his crosshairs scoped in, will be the one to find the round for Talon.
Quite readable as far as Talon are concerned as well. When the first pick is found,
alright guys, I think today we might cut short the stream. I gotta head up somewhere, I need to do something.
And then it's just very sharp
today might be a short stream.
Those 2 kills, everything falling in order for the rest of the team where they are just standing and delivering.
Just happened so much, and it really
Not the feeling well
how
also.
Team Secret might be feeling in their heads right now, because it's
I can head out to watch Patrick's stream. Patrick's streaming in
aggressive, they kind of start to falter
Twitch.
a bit. But as soon
Getting
as
a
they
bit
play even
headache.
more reserve, that's where
I need
Primi
some
gets
rest.
away with
Uncle
daylight
ho,
robbery
Yana,
like this. Primi
Alright.
gets the kill,
Guys,
cruise for
take
the
care.
next
Love you all.
Oreo for the trade. A lot of space
wish you the
afforded
best.
around the A side, and
Have a
great
great
reads
day.
being
Have
pulled
a
out
good
by
Sunday
Talon.
evening today.
Look at the
And
mini map. Vi's, the Jit
care.
Boys, he's circling